1, 2, 3, 4. Down to the VHS. VHS out of the VHS. It's the 18 of my business. Because I was out of the house and doing stuff. So easy walk by ravages. And I guess that's the way it goes. Down to the VHS. VHS out of the VHS. Got no money, fucking crack, saving up for the Betamax. Down to the VHS, VHS out of the VHS.
Okay.
Greetings.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome
Hi.
to the new time frame.
Yes, we started at a different time today.
Yeah, we're going to be doing this, see if it works better. We'll see if it's actually a different time frame or just the fact that we need to be online for 2 hours before people turn up.
Yeah, which means maybe that in that case we just start hosting a pre-show.
Pre-show? What will we do on the pre-show? Watch more videos?
No, just
Stream longer?
put an old episode on or something.
We could do like classics and like watch videos that we'd already watched. And we could take votes on what people want to rewatch.
Yeah, we could do that. Maybe that's something to think about when we have a few more episodes, because this is only the 13th episode.
Lucky 13. What have you been doing all week?
I forgot. I can't remember anything about this week.
Honestly, this week's been a bit that way for me as well.
It's been a nothing week. It's been like... Normally, like, in a week where I'm like, oh, no, I haven't been really doing anything. Like, in those kind of weeks, normally it's like, well, I mean, I did go to the shop and I did do this and I did do that, I guess, but it's not really worth mentioning. But this week, I cannot fucking remember for the life of me if I did anything, which means I probably didn't.
Probably didn't, yeah. You know, you got responsibilities and stuff.
Yeah.
I've been working hard on that stupid thing that I did on my channel, right?
Yeah, how's that going?
I got 8 more videos to do to be done with actual Christmas Day. And then I have to, get the week after fixed up so I don't like automatically just stop if I don't do stuff. But hey, talk about procrastination.
I was going to say, talk about fixing up.
Yeah. I fixed up your YouTube channel because I was avoiding doing work on my own. And it looks lovely now.
It's all fixed up.
It's all pretty. It's got a playlist for your things and from our things.
And yet it...
thumbnails. And I've made it so that all the episodes can be watched, which was great because...
Even the band ones?
They're working on that. I'm working on that. Working on the ones with the bands in it. But oh my god, that's going to be an interesting watch because most of it's going to be blurred.
I'm going to show you something on my phone real quick.
Go do it.
This is going to take a minute.
Pre-show. It's our banter.
Yeah, okay.
We really should do this until someone says hi.
I mean, this is just something that I've noticed. So I'm currently looking on an app that it's basically like a free version of Netflix. It has a bunch of stuff on there.
Tubi Girl.
It's Tubi TV. Oh man.
Okay.
What was the tape called?
I don't know.
What the one we got banned for?
The car one.
Yep.
Oh, no, Jesus.
Rampage?
Hold on. Let me just go through my notes. We're doing that thing. It's not Stampendous. It's not Special K Pilates. Vote for the Star Doggies Hall of Fame. Havoc.
Okay. So if I search Havoc in this free thing,
yeah,
what comes up?
Yeah.
That's the third option.
Do you think that they've got it on there to watch though, or do you think it's pirated?
I don't know.
See, that's the thing. They may have licensed it to this new service.
Well, I'll Google Tubi TV now and I'll see.
I mean, the only way to trust it and to like
legal? Question mark?
Is it legal? I like that. You're gonna wreck the Google results for that.
It's 100% legal, apparently.
Which means that they've actually put their stuff up. The only way for you to test it would be to upload our banned video and see if you get banned on that side as well.
Do you reckon I could? Do you reckon?
I reckon you should.
I should try and put it up on there.
Yeah, why not? Just do a fake account and see if you get banned there. Because if
I
that's
do a fake account, just do a real account. I don't give a shit.
Well, because if you do a fake one, then if you get banned from there...
No, I'm not logged in on my phone. You don't even have to log in.
I mean, when you upload.
As in to them.
Yeah, just a random account. It could be a real one, I guess.
To be fair, if I get banned for uploading...
Go there, so
if I get banned for uploading that, then I'm not really going to
go there for anything
care
else.
that I've, like...
But yeah, give it a shot, and then if we can host unblurred videos there, then maybe we can go into the more or less obscure stuff. Which is still obscure, it's just that for some reason someone's got their copyright and they've registered it to YouTube so it gets caught. Although you can watch the episode on Twitch still, yeah?
Yeah, the banned ones, the blocked ones are on Twitch. I think I have got them permanently up.
Permanently up, yeah.
Until I get banned.
So it's just a matter of if you really want to watch it, you can go find it somewhere.
It does exist.
And I keep mentioning, you can put it up on Vimeo. That's a
I'm
completely
pretty sure it's
site.
also up on my SoulSeek. So SoulSeek people can get it, I believe.
If you want to search out our strange and rare episodes, yeah, I'm trying to make those other ones accessible for at least a podcast you listen along anyway, because that one that we watched, Rage, so much of that's blocked. The reason it's not unblocked yet is because it's processing all the blurs, because I deliberately only blurred the bits that got copy striked, and it's a lot of hard work for YouTube's mainframe to do for someone who's not partnered. So you get like lowest priority, and it's just kind of ticking through processing. I checked it this morning; it's still processing. I'm like, man, it's been processing.
Doesn't even bother me with those ones because I have the dual audio ones.
Yeah.
So,
but still, I'm gonna make it nice. I'm gonna put a little proto thumbnail on them or something, just for the fun of it. Anyway,
it's our pilot episode.
2 pilot episodes there. We're gonna drink some beers. It's the beer section of the show. This week we're drinking Pirate Light Sours. Again, we've had these ones before, like weeks and weeks ago.
This specific one?
Yeah, the specific ones, because I remember Poot said that she liked sours, and this was the sour that we're drinking. But the thing is, this is the 3rd week in a row that we've been drinking pirate beers. Last week we just had their standard old pale ale, and the week before we had one of those strong ones.
I don't recall this smell.
Was red.
You sure it was this one?
Oh, I could be
this
wrong.
One's very fruity.
We can check again. Or maybe I was drinking this and you were drinking something else. I don't know. But I like sours, so... Yay, sour beer. Oh, I miss sour. Anyway. Sour beers for Christmas.
Speaking of Christmas, though...
Oh, it's Bat Prince. What do you mean it's Bat Prince?
Oh, what's up, Columbo?
I'm always here for this at this show. This is our show.
This is as much his show as it is mine.
I do the research and rock up and Pete does the techie stuff. Cool.
But, since it's Christmas time and Christmas is all commercial and, fun.
Yeah, we're doing...
Why not, See, this was actually going to be a me pick for next week, and
that's
he knew
the thing.
that.
You need the spiel for this, but I've got some other things working for Christmas that hopefully we get working. But we'll work on that.
Yes. But anyway,
yeah, you got to spiel this. Why did you choose a pyramid scheme video for Christmas?
Because Christmas is so commercial, right? And the whole thing is there's all these families that I've noticed, they do this thing where they expect these extravagant gifts from each other.
Yeah.
And it's basically just you're ripping off your family and friends. That's just what you're doing when you expect really, really, really
You mean
nice
KKs where they're you have to spend $50?
Yeah, that kind of shit. Where it's no, I'm not spending $50 on it. Come on.
I want to be able to find something that I think is silly, buy it because I want to buy it for you. It doesn't have to be equal or lesser of value of what you buy me. Bugger off.
Yeah, if I see something and I think of you and I can afford it, I'll just buy it as a gift for you. It does big deal, right? Big deal. But apparently, people like to just set these ridiculous things. Where my brother and I, every year we do a thing where we get each other really shitty gifts, and this year, I think I might have topped it. I can't say what it is in case he watches because I don't know whether he watches or not.
Oh,
but I'll show you.
So I
when
shouldn't
it
even
arrives.
talk about things like Christmas gifts. Because I did see something in the shops the other day that was like fantastic. Did you see that? I posted it.
Which thing?
The
the train.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's only. Yeah, it's good too. All right, I'll keep that to myself. But yeah, so the video that you wanted to pick out is this video that we found. It looks so Australian. It says the real Australian advantage, right? So it says from dreams to realities. We've watched this before, long time ago.
This is another one of the originals that we watched like after when we were very first getting into collecting.
Yeah, and it stayed in our minds. Do you want to read the back?
I'll read the back.
Yeah, you read the back,
Sure.
and then I'll tell you some information about it because that back is so freaking stupid.
They used to call Australia the lucky country, that's in quotation marks, where dreams came true. As you read this, Australia is suffering from rising unemployment, a crippling rural crisis, and a fall in demand for our raw materials. The future looks downright unlucky.
Oh, that's in quotation marks as well?
That's in quotation
It's only
marks.
you have to quote that because, you wouldn't want to actually say that and get sued, right?
I mean, who's going to sue you for saying Australia is unlucky, right? We had the dream time here.
Ah,
Yeah, the dream time.
continue.
That's when you fed me a bunch of wine and I was basically unconscious for 6 days.
I have a couple of Dreamtime videos for another episode.
Anyway, and the dream for many Australians is shattered. The people you will see on this video have found a way to turn their dreams into reality.
Yeah, you're doing that thing where I'm doing VN novels. I love it. Continue.
They are gaining recognition and having fun.
Oh,
Fun?
fun,
Oh, I
fun,
like
fun.
Their finances are in order and their families are secure.
Mm,
But I got a question about it already.
good.
I
Love
can't
the
afford
question.
eggs. Like, what do I do? Maybe they'll tell us.
Maybe.
They have found something proven and reliable.
Well, there you go.
They are in control of their lives.
And their destiny.
I guess so. I wish it said that there. That would be great. Parents, how you doing?
Tape time.
As you watch this remarkable video...
It's remarkable.
You know it's going to be good if it calls itself remarkable. You will feel the excitement and see the difference for yourself.
Mm.
You, that's you, viewer, you're in for it. You will feel the excitement. It'll just radiate.
Mm-hmm.
And see the difference for yourself.
Yeah.
You'll have to use your face eyes for that, though, because...
Your face eyes.
Yeah. You are invited to discover the real advantage for Australia for yourself.
Yeah. Dreams to realities. Let's put that up here again while I start talking about what I found out about this tape. It was made in Brisbane. The people are all
still
from
working?
Brisbane. Yeah, it's still working. Huh?
Oh, Poots is still at work.
Ah.
Oh, no.
The greatest movie that Australia's ever produced. So this is
Hell
basically
yeah.
a pyramid scheme where they try to get you to sell all your friends a product called Waylight, and then you would make them sell the product for you as well, and then you'll get a percentage of what your friends sell, and then they get their friends to sell, and you get a percentage of what they sell. It's a pyramid scheme. It's a pyramid scheme.
Literally, like, shortly after this came out, it would have been illegal.
Yeah, guess what? Waylight
In fact,
still exists.
Did you look up the pyramid schemes and see when they went illegal?
They're called MLAs now, and they're not overly illegal. They're just
What?
if you push them too much, you can get into legal ramifications. But they're not completely illegal. It's just very frowned upon. You can take people to court over them, but it's not like a completely. Your product is a pyramid scheme. You are now, put in jail. It's just stuff.
I identify as Michael Jackson, so my pronouns are he and he.
He. Nice. So, yeah, Waylight is a meal replacement. It's sold under a trademark called Advanced Life Foods. I found their trademark and all people that were involved in them. Usually when you find a trademark of something, you'd only get like one or two people owning the company and stuff, unless it's a big company. This had like 100 different people on there who owned the trademark. But the main trademark was owned originally by a lady named Jill Annette Whelan, who was a food scientist.
A food scientist.
She invented the Waylight product, so she invented this meal replacement.
But she's still in there now.
No, she doesn't want it anymore. She doesn't want anything to do with it anymore. But she is a professor who teaches food science at university, and she co-founded a restaurant where you could go in and have all this healthy food instead of non-healthy food. Like, she's changed her way from, like, dust to actual healthy food. She teaches at a university. So this whole thing is from Brisbane. But would you like to know where Jill Annette Whelan teaches university?
Yeah.
You would?
I have an idea in my head of what you're about to say.
She teaches University for Food Science at Deakin in Geelong. The restaurant.
How does this keep happening?
The restaurant is here in Geelong. We can go eat there. But Waylight.
You're about to find one, Colombo.
But Waylight used to be trademarked, owned by this guy named Larry Sayer, who says on his website that it's non-for-profit and helps people in need.
Oh, yeah.
But we had a look at his... And I say we. This is the first time that Pete's really looked into... I've made Pete look into something that I was looking into. And this guy is one of those people who's anti-vax, doesn't believe in COVID, thinks that everything is the devil. And he's not just thinks it like a nut job. Like, we did have that other religious nut job who kind of thought things like this as well. But this guy actually has his own blog and is actively trying to change people's minds into these ridiculous...
He's very militant and dangerous. He's one of those people where he's asking people to take up arms and rise up kind of thing.
Yeah,
like,
so
he's dangerous. He's not a good person.
Scary.
I have no interest in giving that motherfucker a soapbox on this show, so we didn't reach out to him. We're not going to reach out to him.
Just needed to make note that, it used to be owned by an arsehole who still owns the actual Waylight copyright and sells the stuff from a website. We can buy Waylight products
Not
still.
from him.
But yeah, exactly.
Not putting a cent into his pocket. So everything you're about to see, do not buy it.
Do not. We disclaimer. This tape is dumb. Do not listen to it. Unless you want to just laugh at its stupidity.
Yeah, please do not give these idiots a cent of your money. I know that, if you're watching this, you understand that this show is generally, like, lighthearted.
Yeah, we don't hate all the things we watch. We're not actually making fun of a lot of the things we're watching. It's just more the fact that it's kind of silly that it ever got put on tape.
Or, the fact that, we found it.
The fact that we found it is probably the funniest thing.
Yeah, and so...
We're not malicious towards the people or things that we find, but these guys, this is one of those things that we should really press dislike on Facebook for.
They used to call Australia the lucky country.
Although
where
the
people
acting
came from all over the world to turn their dreams into realities.
Oh boy, look at this.
But for many Australians, it's not that way anymore. With setbacks in
not.
the rural
Tugging on
industries,
that
rising
song.
unemployment in the
Still there in the
cities, an
background.
aging population, and a drop in world demand for our raw materials, the
Guaranteed
future
not.
looks downright unlucky.
Hey, Dub! Woo!
But for
So
the people
far,
who
it
see
looks like,
this
11
video,
o'clock is a good
Australia
time,
is
Pete.
still a lucky country because it's a country
Glad
where
that I
they
put
can
it back the
dream.
extra hour.
Dream of good health and a good income. In other words, a better lifestyle for their children, their friends, and their communities. And they're making their dreams come true. And these ordinary Australians are people just like you, who saw a presentation
Just like me?
like this and decided to make their
Like this?
dreams happen. So, what's
Just
your
like that.
dream?
He's got a Led
For
Zeppelin
some
t-shirt.
Australians, the dream is to
Hey.
win the lottery and buy a big house,
Scratch
a boat,
those
a big car,
scratchies.
and live happily
Where's
ever
the phone
after.
number you're ready to buy?
For some, it's just
Did
to
you
have a
see
little
that,
extra to
Just-
buy
just
a better
gift it all
pair
in
of
subs
shoes
to
for
my
the
channel,
children and pay
Colombo.
the power bill on time.
Did you see the ad for
For
Winfield
others of
cigarettes
us,
then?
the dream is
Have a
sponsoring
Winfield.
poor and orphan children in third
the
world
days
countries,
of when they could
or
advertise
making a larger
cigarettes.
commitment of either
Once upon a
time or
time.
money
That's how you know
to a
it's
church
old.
or a
Yeah.
charity. And we all want to live happy, healthy lives and to know
Do you
we're
have a year
doing
for
the
this?
best for our family.
Because I will say...
One of my goals was
It's
to
actually not
sponsor
that old.
orphan children and
It's
work with homeless children in
mid to late
Australia.
90s.
I was
But
going
I
to
didn't
say,
have the
this
time
looks...
It
or
looks
the
like
money
late
in which
80s,
to
right?
do this.
The quality
But
of
now
the footage
things have
looks
changed.
like
And
late
what a
90s.
fabulous
Oh yeah,
feeling it was
the quality
to
of
put
footage,
that first
absolutely. I feel
child's
like just a lot of
photograph on our
the...
But the
refrigerator.
production
Yeah.
looks
Yeah,
80s.
To
it's
do
done
what we
by
want to
people
do
who made stuff
with their
earlier
children,
than
because
this was made.
See, our children are the most important things in our lives.
I'd still be working full
He's from
time as a
Ballarat.
teacher, and I'd be spending time with other people's children instead of spending time with my children.
They're
We
from
just wanted to
Ballarat
pay the
too.
small bills. Neil and I were a single income family and we found that things were getting a little bit tight. And we got to a
Who's
point
Neil?
where I used
Where's
to
my
hope Mum and
context?
didn't stop at our place
Yeah,
in
we need
case there
some
was another bill
context
to
here.
pay.
You need some more children.
It's funny how after a while we came
Yeah,
across this system
can we buy
where could
children
work
with the
from
money we
home
make from this
and
system?
earn an income
Yeah.
without having to go out
Awesome.
to work.
I tell you
And
what,
now the bills
I'll
are
give
paid
you a
on time.
percentage of what I
These
get.
ordinary
If you
Australians
get your friends
are
to give
looking
you a
towards
percentage
their
of what you get.
dreams. Perhaps, like you, they looked at all the other alternatives but found each one had serious drawbacks.
Well, I work in a bank. I see people every day who are in financial difficulties. They just have to spend less in order to survive.
Yeah,
We were
that's
like that at one
what we all
stage.
do, right?
But now, we've had the opportunity
Oh my
to
God,
buy
that's
a
such a
car,
script.
build our own home,
It's not a
and give
pyramid scheme at
generously
all.
to our
No,
friends
no,
who might be in
absolutely
a tight
not.
spot.
In
This is
1987, due
absolutely
to a series of
100% not a
reversals in
pyramid
our
scheme.
business, we found ourselves in
It's
the
actually the
unenviable
reverse funnel
position of
system.
having our net worth
Reverse
decreasing
funnel
each
system.
year instead of increasing.
Yeah,
Not a
it's an
very
upside
comfortable
down
position
funnel.
to be in at
Don't
my
get it.
age. Now we've
It's a
completely
pyramid
turned that around. Our net worth is increasing at between 10 and 20% per annum, and I can see that
If I
continuing
try to use an
indefinitely.
upside down
And when we
funnel, I
found
just
that we
get
were
wet
going
hands.
backwards financially and had recovered
the
from
money's
the
gotta
shock
come
of
out
that,
some
which was
way,
quite
you know?
tremendous, we sat down together and we worked out a strict budget.
idea is a little bit
and
goes in
that
and a
was
lot comes
painful.
out.
And struggling along under that pressure was not
It's
something I want to do
scam.
again. However, now, after working our business as we are, we now have a good cash flow and we have money put aside and reserved for emergencies.
There isn't the financial risk. About the same time we became involved in this, some people we
So,
know
how
became
many of
involved in
these
traditional
people
business.
do you
They
think
had
are
to mortgage their
actors?
home and all
And
that
how
kind
many
of thing.
people are
And today
actually
they're
part of the
in
system?
quite some financial
I
difficulty.
don't know.
On the other hand, we're tens of thousands of dollars.
I think
better
there's
off.
always a chance
We were
that
using
none of them
several
are
of the
actors.
alternatives.
Because
We were working three
I mean,
jobs. I was teaching,
what about
Jerry
radio
was marketing
presenters?
manager at a regional shopping centre, and
Are
playing
you
3
saying,
nights
are
a
they
week in a
actors?
band. And I was having
Yeah.
to study part-time
I
to
would
improve
say
my
so, yeah.
qualifications.
Yeah, all in the aid of getting ahead, but I mean, we never had any time to do anything that we wanted to do. Remember, we had the boat in those
Look,
days,
it's
and
Jerry Crockford.
and like a
What's
trip
up,
out
Jerry?
the boat was to pull it forward 8 feet, mow the grass, and put it back again.
I like
A big
Jerry
deal.
Crockford.
But since we'd
Yeah,
used the
good old
system,
Jerry
I mean,
Crockford.
well, within 12 months of getting started, Sandy was able to give up her job as a teacher. We've now got a serious boat, a yacht, and we're able to have to go out when we want to and have the time to enjoy it, which
Sandy.
is great. Things really have changed.
How have these people effected such a change in their circumstances? The answer
Well,
is
they got hired
amazingly
to make
simple.
this video.
These
Ripping
people
off their
told
friends
their
and
friends
family.
about word-of-mouth marketing,
Oh, look at
a
those coffee
unique
mugs.
Australian system
They look
that
like
gives
they're
people
from the 70s.
full-time
I'm
so
advertising
confused
with,
powers
like,
without having
70s
to
stuff
time
sell
frame of
products to
everything.
others. There are two things that make our system work.
Here, I'll just sign you up
Duplication
for
of your
this
own
and...
effort
No, stop!
and direct purchasing from an Australian company, supplying everyday quality groceries and unique services to tens of thousands
help me
of
with my
families
egg problem?
throughout Australia.
Not yet.
We'll tell you more about the products in a
Hey,
moment.
a kite.
Let's look at how the duplication principle works first. It's a
See, I
matter
remember this
of good
tape having
news
a
travelling
studio audience.
fast. You'll want to tell
Am
your
I thinking
friends
of
about
something
what
else?
you're achieving, and they in turn will tell their friends. Duplicating
Yeah,
your
not this
own
tape.
enthusiasm and sharing what you've
The one in
discovered
the
with
series?
others is what
Series?
builds
We
into
had
a
more of these, didn't
substantial
we?
income, all by word
No.
of mouth.
This one
Let's
goes
say
for like
two of your
ages, but there is
friends
a break
catch the
that goes
vision
for
of building a
bit.
business and place an order with the company,
What am I
and
thinking
they
of
help
then?
2 of their friends
Oh,
to catch the vision
probably.
and place an order. When
Just
these
pay
4
attention.
people
We have to learn
introduce
how to
2
make
people
money.
each, and those 8 introduce 2 each,
How much money
at
could
that
I
time
earn
you will have
just
a
by
group of 30,
introducing
which
one
means the
person?
company will have 30 new customers, and
Well,
you
and all your
will have
personal
an
and business
income of
relationships,
around
exactly.
Yeah, and almost to hang out with
$300
the
a
Mary
month,
Kay ladies.
which the company pays
Even
you
if they
direct
do have a
based
pink
on the
car.
orders of you and your group.
Whoa,
Yet you
look at all
personally
these
only
statements and
introduce 2
checks.
people. How can the company pay you that $300?
How can
The
they?
company
Tell me.
saves money by not having shops, advertising, unnecessary
shops.
packaging, or middlemen like wholesalers
I
or
don't want
distributors.
packaging on my
Word
things.
of mouth means that these
Yeah.
savings are
Just hand
shared
me the-
among the
the
members
Vegemite
as
in my
bonuses.
Yes, please.
That's what builds your income and the income of your friends. Introduce 3 people at first and your group grows to 120 in the same
Oh,
time frame
so
as
if we
before,
introduce more,
and you will
then we
have an
get
income
more.
from the company of around $900
That's assuming that everything works out
The
perfectly.
thing about it was that it was an ongoing income. In our first year, we earned about $18,000, and that's what impressed us most, was that it was ongoing.
Sure, it did impress us
That's
very
what
much.
impresses
I mean, it took
us
a while to
most.
get to the $18,000 a year, but on top of our jobs, it was good money. And the thing about it is the ongoing
Yeah.
part. We went on that 3-week holiday, And while we're away, of course, we weren't doing anything with the business, and we came back to a cheque in the mail of $1,200. I mean,
Wow.
there's something very therapeutic about
Whoa.
a cheque in the mail. We come back from a holiday.
I want $1,200.
I mean, if we neglected it like any business, I mean, it wouldn't work. You've got to put the time in and follow the system. But the thing I like about it, if you can see where you want to go down the track to have an ongoing renewable income for life, well, it's a great way to go. It set us free.
That's right.
Noel
You're still
Whittaker
making
is
money
one of
from it,
Australia's
buddy?
most trusted financial advisors. We asked him what he thought of word-of-mouth marketing.
These days, small business is getting harder and harder. You've got a mesh of government controls.
No,
You've got
Whittaker.
enormous start-up costs, enormous ongoing
I love
costs.
how the Australian flag
The great
is
thing
just
about
behind
word-of-mouth
everything
marketing
to say
is
this
that you
is
can do
this
it while
is
you're at your own
Australian
job.
and
and
it's
you've got
close
no
to our
overseas-
hearts.
Yeah, we've got the
When you
Aussie
find
flag in the
something
back. These
good,
people must
like
be
a
millionaires
fun
by now,
movie,
surely, right? All
you
of
tell
them.
people about it.
Every single one of
When
them.
you're onto something really good, you tell a lot of people about it.
I wonder if
Look at
these
the
people
potential
agreed
when
to
you
have their
introduce 5 people.
likenesses filmed.
You will have a huge group.
God damn.
Hey,
You
look,
will be
5
building
people
a
this
business
time.
like you,
How much money
helping
could I
other
get if I
people
just
turn
get
their
5
dreams into
people?
realities.
Why don't I just
Their
get 30
incomes
people?
will be growing
Then I could
thanks
make
to
all
you.
the money.
Others in your group
Yeah,
will
I'll just get
be
1,000
enjoying
people,
the
right?
products.
Yeah.
They will
And just
all
think
be
of
ordering
the
from
benefits.
company, and
All right.
you will have a regular
Dental?
ongoing income of around $6,000 a month.
Wow, a month.
I've seen a lot of people get
That's
excited
like
about the mathematics on paper.
A little bit
And
more than
sometimes
what
it
I
can
get
just
from
become
YouTube.
matters of shuffling numbers on paper. However, as Janice and I discovered, you've got to get started. We wrote down a list of approximately 100 names, and interestingly enough, about 63 didn't really want to get involved. But the exciting thing for us was that
Interesting.
37 did. And of the
37?
5 took it very seriously. And for us, we watched over the 3 years, that grow to a very large group and an income of about $50,000 a year. And that's the real message. It's duplication, and we find it very exciting.
Let's look now at the direct purchasing part of the
I'm
system.
excited.
You
I'm
and the
not.
people with whom you share the
I want the
idea
direct
simply
purchasing
purchase
part.
many of your
I
major
don't care
household
about
items
trying to make
direct
other
from the
people doing
company
stuff.
using our
Doesn't work.
toll-free 008 number. Or post your order with a cheque, and the amount
So how
you
much
spend
money do you have to
will
spend
be
to make
comparable
money here?
with
Like,
what
am I
you
spending
spend at the supermarket
$1,000
now.
to make, $100?
Yeah, but that's $100.
They
for
buy
me.
their products
Sure.
from Advanced Life Foods, not from you.
Advanced life.
I guess that
Here
is
are
like
some
10%
things we
off.
do that the
10%
supermarket
cash back.
doesn't offer.
can go wrong.
We are proudly Australian,
Ooh,
and all
way
your
shit.
products are
Proudly.
manufactured right here in Australia.
No supermarkets.
You'll see the fabulous
No.
range of products in more detail on the second part
Yo
of this
lies.
tape. All
I
your
said
products
yo.
carry a 90-day, 100% money-back guarantee, so you can shop with confidence.
Is
All
there
your
a pineapple
products
there?
are
You can
environmentally
shop with
responsible.
koalas. I want
All
a
your
koala.
food products are prepared under
Environmentally
these stringent
responsible.
rules.
What does that
They
mean?
must be low
Aside
in
from the
fat,
fact that it's
low in
probably
lactose,
some
and
sort of a
cholesterol
trademark.
free. They must be
And
low
they
in
don't actually
sugar,
mean
low in
anything by
allergens,
it.
and high in
But, like,
fiber. There are no
Can you
animal
buy a real
fats, no
koala?
artificial
I do not
colours or
think so.
flavours,
No.
and no preservatives.
Especially not now. You can probably do that thing
to
where you
answer the
sponsor
question
them.
on
We're not
everyone's
well,
lips.
I sponsored a koala
Yes,
when I bought
because
it.
they
must taste great too. And they
after
do.
the fires last year.
All your products are
You know that
delivered
one
by
where our
Australia
Prime Minister
Post.
went on holiday?
Huge volumes are
Instead of
shipped
dealing with
daily.
it, instead
In
of
fact, our
sticking
shipping
around. Yeah, that one.
department
Those
is Australia
koalas
Post's
have gone
biggest
through
parcel post
rehabilitation and
customer
only
in
just got released
Queensland.
back into the wild this week.
All your products
It's crazy.
carry a
Yeah.
points
But so
value.
many of them died,
An
and so
order
many
as
of
small
like,
as
the
only
trees that they live
100
in
points, roughly
just are gone.
$130, means your products will be
You know,
delivered freight-free.
It was bad. Like,
you will even receive a bonus check on your
They're
own
Talking about keeping
legitimate
one in your
a
backyard,
business of your own
there was a
to
koala
build to
that
whatever
snuck
size
into
you want to
somebody's
make
house
it.
this
It
week
all depends on
and
your
hung out in
dream.
a Christmas tree.
Compare that with what
There's
the
video of it
supermarkets
and everything.
offer.
And everyone's
So you
thinking
can
that's going to
see
be cute
why we
because
say
it's
the
koala.
system
No.
is
But,
simple
but overseas,
and
they don't know
exciting.
that koalas go.
Share the idea with others and use the products yourself.
they
That's
sound
what
like
is
demons.
turning
They,
dreams into realities for people all
they're a
across
demonic
Australia.
creature.
Well, they're not demonic. They just have a cool sound that doesn't
They
look like
sound
their
demonic.
cute
need to carry
face.
on working.
And they all have
with the
chlamydia.
council
They
for the
do
next
all have
15
chlamydia.
years
And
or so.
their babies eat poop.
And then
And they're
a
always
little bit of
high all the
superannuation I
time.
get.
I don't know about that
and
one,
then go on the pension.
Close
Pretty much. They get they eat
and
that
just
like
gradually deteriorate from there.
what is it? They eat shit off the gum trees that
This is
just
a lot
makes
better
them
alternative
all relaxed
to
and
word-of-mouth
stoned.
marketing,
It's like poisonous
where we
to
can do a bit
humans.
of travelling, we can become financially independent, help other people, and generally have a wow of a time.
An old Australian
Wow,
saying
that's
goes like this: if you keep doing what you've been doing, mate, you'll get more of what you've
Mate.
got. Are you ready for something
Yeah, mate.
different? Here is what is ahead of you. As well as an ongoing
What's ahead of me?
renewable growing income, there are opportunities
Hey,
for
look,
you to
Douglas
use
Mawson. He's not on
bonuses.
100 anymore.
We've earned a lot of cash bonuses through this
changed
business,
it.
and probably the best one is $1,000
It
cash.
is, I guess, a real saying.
spend it.
I have
You
never
can take
actually heard it
overseas
used,
trips on
but
company
they wouldn't
conventions.
just make
Actually, it was
something up
something we
and
thought
put
we
it in
might
their
do
pyramid.
intentionally.
Not a
when the
real
children had
saying.
grown.
I've
To
never
earn that
heard it
fully paid
before
trip
in
to
my
Vanuatu
life.
really was exciting.
Maybe it's like
for
a
us.
Queensland
With all the
thing,
rest of the
or
Could be a
agents, there's no
Queensland
holding us
a
back.
Northern Territory
You'll
thing.
receive recognition for your achievements at many levels. There is even a plan where
In
you
the
can earn a
Advanced Life
luxury
News.
car.
That
And
guy
you'll
who was on the
develop
cover, he was
confidence as
speaking
you
in the
grow
video
personally.
before.
You don't need a special personality, special intelligence, or special skill. You don't need to have been born with the right
I don't
makeup.
have any special
All
skills.
you need
I should
is
really
the
get
word
some.
of mouth marketing business plan
Running
and the
skills,
willingness to
computer
work at
hacking
it
skills.
consistently.
Nunchuck
So
skills.
start now. Make out your first order. Make up
Look
a
at those
list of
flying
people and
windows.
share the vision with them.
Beautiful, man.
You'll find our head office staff in Brisbane will back you with great service all the way. This is our Managing Director, Neil Reid.
The thing that I like
All
about
you need
this
is a
company
gun and a
is that
mask.
it gives ordinary Australians a wonderful opportunity to achieve something in their lives. And it's not dependent on their abilities or their talent, but on their goals and their dreams and how they follow the plan. Look at Larry and Lee Hannigan, for example, an ordinary Australian
let's
couple
look at them.
I'm
who
looking
joined
at
the
them.
business
That's
in
a very yellow
1982,
dress.
That's not Larry,
shared
that's
the idea
Jerry.
with their friends, and within
That's
6
Larry.
months, they are earning $3,000 a month. And within 4
Don't get
years,
Jerry
they
mixed
bought
up.
the
He's in like
company.
every single
It's
part
a
of this
great
video.
Australian
Look at
company
him.
giving wonderful opportunity to
Or maybe
Australians.
that's not him. I don't know.
The remaining 2 segments on this tape have been designed to watch over and over to get
2
a clear
segments?
picture and a firm
Well,
grasp
gee, this first
of
one's
how
only 15
simple
minutes.
This business
Surely it's only
really
going to go
is.
for another half
Segment
hour.
2 will introduce you to
Yeah.
our exciting range of products. Segment 3 will explain
This is
in
what we're watching
detail
today.
what to do to get off to a
This is the
great
second time in a
start
row we've gone
to
with
build
just
your
a
own
single
business.
tape.
That's right.
and
Last week was
financial
all
freedom.
the stamping. Don't worry, we'll have some shorter ones next week. Surely.
In Australia, the lucky country, half our population
Lucky
dies of
country?
heart disease or stroke. 1 in 3
Half of them.
Australians dies of cancer. 50% of cancer deaths are from bowel cancer. 1 in 10
Oh.
Australians dies of a diabetic-related disease. Although it's true we
Okay.
will all die from something, too many people are either dying before their time or living miserably because of illness. And the primary reason? Wrong
Can I
attitudes
die?
to healthy living. In other words, not enough
Because we don't
exercise
eat.
and poor diet.
I'm
Most people know why we
jealous
should
of
exercise
all
regularly
of
and develop
them.
sound eating habits. But the challenge is to get started with healthy living. This presentation shows you the Advanced Life Foods
Eating the
range
food
of
that we
products
want to sell
and
you
gives you
is
an
healthy
overview
living.
of the benefits you'll
Yay.
receive from
Especially
using
the
them.
Bright Clean.
The Commonwealth Department of Health and the Dietitians Association of Australia have formulated these official dietary guidelines.
Apparently,
So, a good diet
mothers
should be
should
low in
breastfeed.
fat, low in sugar, low in salt, high in fibre, and high in complex carbohydrates. One of Australia's most
I like
popular
how
health and
science has
fitness
proved that wrong
consultants,
recently.
Dr. John Tickell, says we need to
Although it
act
was
now.
getting to the point where it's
People
like
say, hang on,
low in
living
everything.
longer.
In
Yeah.
fact,
So
just
we're
don't
getting
eat.
on, we're
Just
actually
don't
getting
eat.
sicker earlier. And the diseases we're bringing on are diseases of Western civilization. The cancers, the heart disease, the strokes, the blood pressure, the kidney troubles, the anxiety neuroses.
Oh my
These are
God.
things that we're
His
bringing
lips
on
are smacking
ourselves.
like he's
And once
really
again, we're
lubricated.
looking at the
Holy
intake
crap.
of food as a top priority. I mean,
He's
the
salivating just
Western
thinking
world
about
is
food
full
because he
of
doesn't eat any.
easy, fast
I
food.
do also wonder though
very
how many
high
of
fat
these like
content,
diseases
very
that
little
people would be
fibre.
dying from
This is
were
where we've
just
got to get the
unknown,
pendulum
and it was like,
back
oh, he's
towards
dead
the
now.
basic foods, the plant
Must have been
foods,
'cause
the
he wasn't
low-fat
eating
foods.
Wayland.
The foods we're talking about are foods that word of mouth marketing represent.
You know, next time at a funeral, I
And
might
as
bring
I've
some
said
flyers.
before, that's top side.
These are the foundations on which the Advanced Life Foods are based. For years, people have been buying products out of the supermarket just because a total stranger on the TV told them to, or just
to get on
because they were
Waylight.
cheap,
Just
with
use
no
this
regard
code when
for
you join
their
up.
health or the environment. Now, through word of mouth, you are being introduced to products that are being enjoyed by
Why has
tens
he
of
got a
thousands of
towel
people
over him
all
while
over
he's doing the
Australia.
barbecue?
In turn, your friends
Hope
and
he doesn't
family
set
will
fire to that
enjoy them
towel.
when you introduce them to their own word of mouth marketing business. Remember, none of our members needs to sell these
very
products.
loud t-shirt.
Everyone
Both
buys
of
them
them.
from the
Not
manufacturer
t-shirt, this
using
shirt.
the
I mean,
toll-free 008
I guess I'm
number.
wearing a Hawaiian
The
shirt as
products
well.
have
but
stood the test of time and
But
the
they're very
close
loud.
scrutiny of tens of thousands of satisfied
I need some
consumers.
loud clothing.
Most people don't need to know all the technical details about ingredients, but if you do, when you get your Healthy Living Manual, you can study the well-researched facts and figures for yourself. It makes
that's
interesting
what.
reading.
I mean, why didn't we get this at
The
school?
range of products is
We
extensive, so
needed to
we'll
get
talk
this
about them in
school.
groups
I mean, Harold
and
came and
highlight one or
visited
two
us, but he
from
didn't
each
give us a
group.
healthy living
The
manual.
best way
did
for
he?
you to become familiar with them
I don't
is to
remember.
become a
Neither do I.
100%
Should've
product
gone in
user.
my
Of
healthy
course, you'll have
Harold
your
library
favorites,
bag.
but in
Yeah.
time, all the products will become popular in your home. If you look at our
Yeah,
products,
let's
they
become a
divide into
100%
4
product
areas.
user. We don't
The 4
buy
groups
anything
are
unless
the
it's from
beverage
Wayland.
and dessert group, the fiber group,
Tell me a
the
bit
personal
more
care
about my
and
egg
supplement group,
situation, though.
and the home care group. Ask anyone
Probably
who
comes
knows
in
our
the home
products
care
which
group,
is their
right?
favourite, and you'll see a warm
It
smile
comes in
as
the
they
most
tell you
important
it's
group.
Waylite Malt Supreme, the star of the beverage and dessert group.
Before we started, our daughter was quite a severe
Poor
asthmatic,
Meryl,
actually
she put
requiring
some
her
wigs in
ventilator
her
puffers
coffee.
about 3 times a night. And since we've been using the products, within about 2 weeks of using
She
all
got
the
them mixed
products
up with the dried milk.
you know, and cutting out dairy
Whoops.
foods completely, we found that she
It might have tasted
didn't
good, who
require the
knows?
Ventolin puffer at all overnight.
Or the Bricanol and Becatol.
Are you telling me
the other
that
medication that she
the
was on.
Waylite will cure
So,
my
She just
asthma?
doesn't seem to
Bring
require
it
it
on.
any longer at all.
The company was founded on
Can I see
Waylite,
some sort
a
of
unique
scientific
low
research
lactose,
about this?
cholesterol-free alternative to dairy milk. It's from the
How
cheese
many people do
making
you think have
process
just
and is
quit
part
on
of
this
whole
on this
milk.
one?
When the fats and some
Everybody.
proteins have been removed, the
Nobody's
remaining
still
whey
here.
is rich
Oh
in
no, Best
nutrients.
Man's here, but he only just joined.
Exclusive formulation is
he's
rich in
gone.
calcium
He's
and
gone in
fortified
5
with
minutes.
essential
Everyone else
vitamins
has
and
left
minerals.
because they're like, nope,
It
nope,
is
this is
particularly
disgusting.
well tolerated by people unable to drink whole cow's milk.
Well tolerated.
Well, it's- yeah.
Love that phrasing.
Both my
'Cause
children
it's
and
dairy
myself
free,
noticed
right?
quite an improvement in their health. They inherited Dad's bad tendency to hay fever, runny nose and stuff, and it's almost non-existent now.
so
and,
Waylite
just
can
never go
cure
to the
your
doctor,
hay
so it's
fever
been
too.
fantastic.
And my asthma at the same
Waylite
time.
has
And
only
your
half the
cancer.
calories
And
of ordinary
it'll stop me
milk.
from getting cancer.
They
actually.
told
The
you
simple
that.
preparation is outlined on the pack.
Yeah, don't get
You
this
add
mixed up with
Waylite Malt
something else.
Supreme to cold water and
Because
mix
it's
it.
all
Put
dust.
it in the fridge overnight, and you'll never have
Wait,
to run to
why
the
didn't you
shop
mix
for
it
milk
in
before
that?
breakfast again.
Now
And
you got
anyone
more
who
washing.
has asthma or other allergies related to whole milk may well be able to enjoy a normal life with Waylite.
Do you get asthma when you drink whole milk?
No, actually, that is not one of the things that triggers my asthma.
Good. Well, you don't need Waylite then.
In fact,
I mean, you should get Waylite anyway, because then I get a cut of the profits.
in fact, I would say that whole milk does more good for me than it does bad, honestly, because it helps my heartburn.
Breads from
You don't want your
that we
heart
weren't
to burn.
using Waylite
No.
and Waylite, that he would develop his allergy
So I have
again. It
Waylite.
just seemed to be.
And it'll
we
get
just
rid of
didn't
it.
realise it until after we'd been using all the Waylite and Waylite.
She
for
looks
about
like
12
she's from
months
the
or more.
18.
Now when we go
I
away,
know, right? What is this?
I want to take off that frill and put it in the mud and step on it.
Besides the popular plain flavour, there are also vanilla,
The plain
strawberry
flavour.
and chocolate.
What does the plain taste like?
There are tasty
Milk.
drink concentrates that even diabetics can enjoy.
Concentrate
For a hot
real
drink,
hard
there's
on them.
Cafe
Even
Light, which is low in
diabetics.
caffeine, and Sarita, which is caffeine-free. Soyavite is excellent for people who are lactose intolerant and are therefore unable to drink milk-derived products.
What if I'm Waylite
You can see
intolerant?
many of the items from the fibre group ready to eat. The star of the show is the home-cooked Heitenbrock bread. It takes about
Heitenbrock.
5 minutes to mix straight
It
from
looks
the
like
pack.
the milk. What would you bet that cake mix is the same
You knead the
powder
dough for
as the
5
eggs?
minutes.
But it just costs a little bit more, right?
Yeah, they're just a different packet, but they're using the same crap in a whole bunch of different products.
Maybe it's all
It
the
would
same
be-
exact
After
thing.
3
It
or
just
4 minutes of
uses
other
like
preparation
they've just
and
got
40
different
minutes
flavorings.
proving time, the oven does the rest.
I wouldn't be
All
surprised.
the instructions are on the pack, so it's foolproof. There are several varieties,
It does look
all
pretty
high
good, that
in
bread,
fibre, low in
Yeah,
salt,
because it's
and low
fresh
in fat.
made.
That's
That's all.
She was suffering from
Not because
chronic
you're gonna
constipation,
like.
and she
It's
was also
better
an
from
asthmatic.
Waylite.
Chronic constipation.
Also, because this is one of
simply
those
she won't pass a bowel
advertisement
movement.
videos where we're being
We
sold
would have
on
to
it,
go to the
that's probably
hospital
not even the way
during the
like
morning on several occasions.
bread. That's probably a
for her to
better
have an
quality
enema.
bread.
The
that
change
they put
came when a
there
friend of
after
mine
they've
put forward
shown
to
They've
me
got a
business
baker to make
proposition.
some bread for
some
them.
proper bread.
Among the
Yeah.
literature
Just
it
to
showed
say
me, I
that
noticed
This is
a
what it
very
is.
important
Yours
word
might
to
not
me
turn
at
out like that
particular
because
time,
you're
which
not
was
quite as
fibre.
good at making bread as we are,
And
but
that's
Yeah, it's like those
It'll
Hungry Jack's
essentially be the
commercials
same.
where the
Months
burgers
to
look
make.
brilliant
The
and you get
fibre
them out of
was
the
in the
packet
white
and
bread
Hungry
mixture,
Jack's
which
taste
was
delicious,
far
but
When I
the
go to
burgers
Hungry
don't
Jack's,
look anything
after
like it.
1 month
I want
feeding
the
her bread,
greasiest,
lo and
grossest
behold, she
looking
started
burger.
I know,
I don't
but-
want the perfect,
It was a big
picturesque
shock.
burger.
I understand. I'm just saying that
Oh man, I want that
We were just-
gross cheese hanging out the
I think
side.
that Hungry
like-
Jack's is the
She's
worst
now
for the
taking no
commercials. So their
medication.
commercials
She
make
No,
their
McDonald's.
food look
Doctors for any of the
beautifully.
McDonald's are way
problems
worse than
seem
Hungry
to
Jack's.
have
Oh yeah.
completely disappeared.
I remember they used to do
And
the
it's
corn
just a
thing where they make the
miracle.
butter
Well, it
roll
really
down
is.
the
It's
corn,
fantastic.
and
That
like to
actually
do that
now
they have to
is
hair
out
dry the
delicious. It's
butter and
all
stuff
done.
because it's cold
There's a
corn.
high-fibre country grain loaf, a high-fibre white loaf, high-fibre wholemeal,
But it's the
high-fibre
same with all
oat bran
the
loaf,
giant
and
chickens in the
high-fibre
supermarket
light
ads
rye.
and stuff. They just
You saw the
they get
children
a
buying
heat gun,
these
they cook
delicious,
the bit
soft-textured,
inside the cut
spicy
they're about
buns.
to make, and that's
The
they don't
pack
actually
makes
cook the whole
24.
chicken.
Make muffins,
Yeah.
scones, pikelets, and biscuits with the
muffins.
muffin and biscuit mix. The flour is
What's on that
organically
plate? Is it
grown
a,
and
a
stone-ground.
rosella, a cockatiel?
Oh, excuse
I think
us.
it might be a
It's
rosella.
not time for dessert yet, but when
Get
it
your
is,
fingers
they'll
out of it,
definitely
you
use a
little
big
shit.
Don't you just put it back there? You...
Low in fat
Oh.
and cholesterol-free
He's gonna
Wazelite
get
is
it.
a delicious
The
ice
COVID?
confection
Clobber
you
him
make
time.
at home, which has half the
To the
kilojoules
moon.
of premium ice cream. Custard Delight, cheesecake, Yolite, and mousse are all delicious and all made with reduced calories,
I didn't know
reduced
you could
fat,
eat
and
this.
nothing
Wait,
artificial.
no, that's that thing.
This is healthy living at its best.
Muffins.
Now,
One of these
here's a
days,
surprise.
Andrew.
Instead of meat, we're having burger patties
Right in the
made from our
kisser.
wholesome alternative range of meatless small goods. Made from cholesterol-free and
Meatless small
fat-free
goods.
ingredients, they come in 4 flavors, ready for you to make into patties,
Cardboard.
sausage, or casseroles.
Cardboard.
John used to have a cholesterol problem. He loved eggs, but they were
Paper
taken
mache.
from his diet. Today, he's enjoying this quiche because of Wegs, the revolutionary cholesterol-free egg
Hey!
and your choice of
The
finely
answer to
chopped
all my
vegetables for
problems.
nourishing scrambled eggs.
My cholesterol was 6.9.
I love
and I
Wags.
tried everything I could
They
to get it
fixed
down.
my cholesterol.
And got tested again, it was 6.5. And when we started using the products, I tested again
Wags.
and dropped to
The
3.7.
products.
The
And I hadn't even done anything to
The
get it down,
goods.
just used the Advanced Life Food products.
As a healthy addition, you'll also enjoy the 4 soup bases, along with home-style savory rice
Soup
in 4
bases.
flavors. Easy to prepare,
6.9.
and super sauce is a butter-flavored dressing
Super
without the
sauce.
fat or cholesterol of butter. It can be used in a variety of ways, adding special flavor to vegetables and
puts butter
traditional
in a
dishes
gravy
where a
pot?
sauce is served.
Really, it's one of those
Our
things,
cookbook
right?
is full of great ideas
Where you,
using our products.
Oh, they
and
got a
so is the
cookbook?
monthly
You
magazine.
I
have
want
it.
one of them.
Now
You would
we'll
get
look
it, and
at
you'd be like, no,
products
I
in
really like this,
personal
and you
and
convince
household
yourself that you
groups.
like it. But then anytime you had
Since
anyone
the
over for
days of
dinner, they'd be like,
Cleopatra,
this
aloe
is
vera gel has
okay,
been
interesting.
healing
That's what
and
everyone says
soothing
about
when
my
applied to
cooking.
the
That's
skin
interesting.
and have
Yeah, but
relieved
no one
a
can eat your
multitude of
cooking 'cause
ailments
it's too
when
spicy.
taken as a drink.
or you put
All
lots and lots
aloe
of flavor
vera
in it.
is highly effective in relieving the sting of sunburn,
Sort
soothing
of
skin
tax their
rashes,
senses all at
insect
once
bites,
and like,
and skin allergies.
"Whoa,
Are you saying
I
that?
can see
aloe
space
rub
and
is a cream
time.
specially
Are you saying you
formulated
had
to
a
bring
seizure after you ate my
temporary relief from
lasagna last
arthritic and
week?
muscular
No, I
pain.
was fine.
That's right.
I'm used to your cooking.
BioVite is one of the most
What's a good
advanced
lasagna,
mineral
though?
and
It was
vitamin
tasty.
ranges available today. Supplement your diet
Maybe
and
pretty
ensure
fire,
the
though.
comprehensive vitamin and mineral intake your
Me
body
too,
needs.
and I had to do one of
You'll
those
be pleased
poop
to
tests
know
for
that they are
cancer.
also sugar and starch free.
So they're getting all them
These
spices in their
Esprit
testy
personal care
sticks.
products are all organic and have the correct
Okay,
pH
mate,
balance
don't
to harmonize
have
with
to
your
touch it.
skin and hair.
It would
Don't
burn
put
their
it-
Esprit
fingers.
body lotion is
No
a
cancer,
silky
but-
lotion
Ooh, hot!
that extracts of chamomile to soothe and care for your skin. Like Esprit hand cream, it gently soothes
It's
and
made of
repairs
wigs.
skin whilst imparting a
It's all
delicate
made of
fragrance.
wigs.
Herbal Fresh toothpaste,
Toothpaste?
made without artificial colors,
Made
sweeteners, or fluoride, and our Herbal Fresh roll-on personal deodorant are designed to give you personal personal freshness without
Made out of
stinging or
wigs.
skin irritation. In the laundry, the Clean Team is no-fuss stain remover in an economical roll-on applicator and Bright Clean, the highly concentrated
Did you see
washing
that kid
powder.
though?
No
He
fuss
was a
is
super
powerful, but free of
duper
bleaches and solvents.
brushing
Just half a
champion.
cup of Bright Clean in a normal wash load works equally well
Sorry,
in hot
I
or
can
cold
see that
water.
video right there.
It's ideal for heavy
Yes, it is
stains,
up
and
there.
yet it cares
That's
for
one that you
delicate
decided to
fabrics.
keep.
It's one, yeah, it was
Star
one of the
of
better
the
ones. I
household
keep the
group
good ones.
is Multi-Clean,
I
A
showed that.
super concentrated
Oh yeah,
household
Sophie
cleaner, which
commented on the
copes with
video that she
heavy-duty
did,
cleaning
like, the
swiftly
actual
and
pop
easily.
video. And she's
It's
like, I
very
remember that. I'm like,
economical
oh, no, we put
and
it there because of
environmentally
the rabbit.
responsible. One bottle of concentrate makes up to 21
The towel
litres
is
of
being held up
household
by
cleaner.
Wags.
Here's a
One
wag
made-up
towel.
litre
Wag towel.
costs only around 50 cents. It's so versatile it does a variety of cleaning jobs from dishes to jewellery, and yet it doesn't
Wags
contain
can
any
clean
harsh
pretty much
chemicals.
anything.
The uses go on.
Wag
Multi-clean
mug.
is especially good for spots in colour-fast carpets and upholstery.
No. Oh, come on. Not this shit.
Yeah. Wags can clean up those blue stains that your wife leaves from when her less than Wag brand
The extra strength
sanitary
mixture
pads
multi-clean
leak,
is
'cause
for
they're all
cleaning
blue,
heavy
right?
outdoor jobs.
Oh, heavy outdoor
Soft
job.
clean
Yeah.
is our biodegradable
That was a heavy job.
pH
Wags
See how
can
heavy
clean
that
the
job
mud
was?
off concrete.
soap as a
Get
cleanser
rid of your
for
zips
face,
too.
hands and
Yeah.
body.
Wags do
Use
everything.
this gentle personal
I love me
cleaner
some
to
Wags.
wash very delicate fabrics and hand-painted clothing.
Machine, were you here when we watched
Contains
this?
Why is she washing her
efficient
towel
and
in the
concentrated.
sink
It saves you
And
time
clean.
and money.
with Wags?
I just love
with
Soft
Wags.
Clean. It's a fabulous product.
Oh.
Cleaning my bathroom is
Yeah.
the
Machine, were
thing
you
of the
here when we
past.
watched this the first time,
The
like
mold
10 years
around
ago?
the shower, the ring around the
I seem
bath
to remember
is
there
gone
being someone
forever.
else there when we watched
The
it.
bathroom just about cleans itself.
It might have been Machine.
Every home needs a good disinfectant and antiseptic. Hygiene Clean controls bacteria in your kitchen, toilet and bathroom. A little dishwashing concentrate goes a long way and does a great job.
Don't eat
leaving
those
your
Wags.
sink grease-free and smelling
Broken
fresh.
brain. I have broken brain too.
We've only introduced you to some of the products. Our product range
Oh,
is being
well then,
adapted and developed
continue.
under constant
We've got an
research
hour
and
or so
market
left on
demand,
this video,
so
right?
it will continue to
At
grow.
least, right?
The best way for you to
think so,
appreciate
yeah.
the
It's at least 2
products
hours
is to
long, though.
become what
Yeah,
we call
really
a
half hour.
100%
Yeah.
product user. It is one of the keys to success in building a business. All
I
your
wanna be a
products come with a
100%
90-day,
product user. I want
100%
some of them
money-back
jammy dodger
guarantee,
wedges.
so you can shop with total confidence. You're buying Australian-made goods, made the environmentally responsible way, effective in their application and economical
It
in
really
their
is
use.
trying to use
So
that
if
whole
you
like,
haven't done it yet,
it's
now would be a
Australian,
good time
so
to
it's
make out
good.
your first order and then make up a
As
list
if,
of people
like-
and share the vision with them. Depending on where you live,
There's
your new
not
product will arrive in a
copious
few
amount
working
of
days
likely
after
cheaper
your order
options
is
out there
received.
anyway.
There is
Look at
one
this
more
lady
segment on
eating
this
these
tape.
Wags. She's got
It will
this
show you how
giant
to get a
house.
head start
It
in
must
your
be
new
doing good.
word-of-mouth
Time
business.
for segment 3.
It's time for some
Don't
Wags.
forget, there is another videotape, the training tape, which is for
There's a
those
what?
who are already members and who desire
Another
information and
tape?
training to build a solid business and a sound income.
Ah, this is only the first one.
Bugger.
We need that one too.
I hope we can get it.
This thing so out of print and like illegal that any copy would have been burnt by little shits like us, right?
The Day One book outlines the steps you'll take for a good, confident start in your word-of-mouth
This
business.
is the second
person
video
who
where they
shared
come in
this
like,
tape
alright,
with you
so
has
by now
one
you
of
figured
these
out it's a
books for you.
scam, but you want
If
it.
you don't have yours,
But you want it, and you want to know how to
call the person
scam
and
your
get your own copy.
friends.
Successful
Would you rather
business
just walk all
will
over
tell you
people?
they walk
Do you really
through all
need
these
friends
steps
in your
one
life?
by one,
Hey,
following
look,
the
it's Jerry
advice of
Cockford.
those
He's
who have
back.
been down the
Hey,
same proven path
Jerry!
before. What worked for them will work for you. We asked two of our leaders, Keith Jenke and Jerry Crockford,
I mean,
to share their
I wouldn't
best
say it's
ideas
kind
for
of
getting
racist,
started. Jerry
except in
says
the
it
way
all
that
starts
general
with goals.
Australian nationalism is.
Most people aim at nothing in particular in life and achieve it with amazing accuracy, you know, and that's
Look
what
at
I was doing.
Jerry's
I was aiming at
acid wash
nothing.
jeans.
And so you have to learn goal setting. You know, each
He's a
person,
cool
husband,
guy.
wife, single person, whatever, should take the time to write out some of the things they
Whatever.
want to achieve, their monetary value, and the date they want to achieve them by. And get specific. One of the first ones I wrote down, I remember, I'm not a gardener, and I thought, well, if I could afford to have someone else mow the grass, I could enjoy gardening then, you know, that would be great. And then you write down things like, you know, a new car, pay off the house.
How hard is it to
support a
mow the
child
frickin'
overseas.
lawn,
Whatever the
you
goals
lazy
are, and
piece
use
of
the system
Jerry?
to be able to get where you want to go. It's just great.
Actually, what happens, you know, when you talk to people about
This is
writing
what I
these
keep
things
saying.
down,
I don't
they
want
find
to
it a bit
earn too much
strange.
more money than I already get. Just a little bit. Because the more money I have, the more bullshit I buy. Like somebody to mow my lawn and all that sort of crap.
I would love more money.
Yeah, but then you just buy it. I always kind of think that maybe it's just me, right? I'm not you. You can have more money, sure. But with my brain, I would end up living the exact same, but with more bullshit.
I would too.
Yeah.
It would be like...
Yeah, that's right. A classic example.
We
Talk
would
about goals.
probably
Our
move
first
house
goal was
first,
for a Kenwood
honestly.
Mixmaster, and we thought that was pretty big at the time. But it's amazing how quickly.
But, you know,
business
it would be a
grows.
thing where
And
it's like,
before
well, now I
long,
can actually
we
have
bought
fun
our
things
new car
all the time.
And decided that we're
And
going to
then
build
you
our
just
own
end
home,
up
and we're
living
doing
the
that
same
now.
life, except for there's a
Yeah.
bunch of other bullshit.
No, there's not that bunch. What would you like?
That's me.
The thing is, though, like for me, it would be like, oh well, now I can afford to go and like
Actually, they do
these random
but
things.
a lot of people have
I can
this.
go and like
They're prejudging in their
see
mind.
3
thinking,
movies
oh,
in
no,
a
that one
day.
mentioned, that one, so
Yeah.
they don't put them down on the
Yeah,
list.
that's what I do.
So we just say
It would be a
some
little bit better
workmates,
quality of life, but like...
people you went to school
Oh, for me, it would be like
Yes,
for my
a list of
mental
who might
health.
be
It would be
interested. It's a list of
fantastic.
names, and we all know hundreds of people that we think we don't, as Keith said. So we need something to pull them out of
I
their
keep-
mind. Now,
I
a
keep
good
tool.
idea is
I keep think, like,
you
seeing
get
all
the
these,
index
like,
from the yellow
box
pages
subscriptions
and
and
just
shit
start at the
on-
top. You know, B Butcher. Who do I know who's
I
a
would
butcher? Oh,
probably
Greg
buy that
James. You know,
crap.
and write his
No,
name
I
down. That
wouldn't. That's
figures
not
you,
the
man.
kind
You know
of
who
crap
you
I'd buy
know.
into.
Actually, we've got one guy in our business, Dave Sherman, who's
I'm
very
not good with
successful
money.
with this, and he trains his group, and they go through it, and they, on average, find about 14 names per letter of the alphabet. So it's 26 letters in the alphabet.
Bathroom break while these guys are sitting on the grass having a chat, a chinwag.
It really makes you spit. I mean, I've done that. You go to write your list and you think, oh, I won't put him on the list because he wouldn't be interested, you know. And then you go to a word-of-mouth marketing function and there he is. And he's making all this money and he's thanking someone else for introducing him instead of me. So the thing is, I mean, you've got a story about your cousin.
Sure did. No, I've had several of my own personal rallies have been
Oh,
introduced
that's
to other
real
people.
nice.
And this is what we find, Dean.
Of course, then
People
you
sometimes
get
don't put
screwed
their
over
names
by
on the list
people that
because
wreck
they're
your house,
thinking,
though. But it's still
I'm not
nice.
too, like as if they're getting their friends involved in something and they're not quite sure about. Where the reality of it is, their friends will be contacting them, in 6 months, 12 months time, saying, thank you for putting my name on your list because you've helped them into a great opportunity.
Yeah, giving them the chance to make money because it's like it says on page 4, these people are your future business associates.
I think on page 5 there's a list of suggestions of how to make the initial contact, isn't there?
Exactly, and that's a great way to get started in the business. Obviously, the longer you're in the business, your own personality that comes through. But Jerry had a couple of points there on that.
Yeah,
one.
we were just talking earlier. It's like key is enthusiasm.
Yeah.
You know, it's you read what's in the day one, but would adapt it to suit your own personality. But be enthusiastic, and we're all enthusiastic to different levels. There's one fellow in my group, and he lives out in the bush somewhere, and he's a big man. You know, he probably wouldn't say 5 words in a day, and he rings people up and says, "G'day, it's Ron here. I've got to talk to you. I'm onto something good." And on the other end of the phone, they're saying, "Ron's
That's not
excited.
wrong,
We've got to
that's-
get around there."
that's
You know? So, but it's however whatever's in your heart. But the other
So
key
they're having
is
this
the
fake
purpose of the
conversation
call
while
isn't to ring
sitting on the
someone up
grass
to
about how they're
explain
going
it
to
works
call
and
up their
all that. All
friends
that's like
and trick them into
expression for me
buying
to say,
into
it's
this
like trying to give
shit.
them a haircut on the telephone.
It's the whole
I mean,
thing here.
The reason you
What
ring
about
them
this?
up.
How much stuff?
Nothing. They're just going to keep going on like this for ages, where they're just talking to each other about how they want to screw over their
It has
friends.
to come from your heart. That's the genuine enthusiasm.
Or
And how they
John's
have to
smart,
do it
actually.
like it has to be
He's one of
passionate.
those guys that
It has
really
to
does
come
speak
from
from
within.
When it comes to making telephone calls to your friends, it's really got to come from your heart. I've learnt the whole business is based on the law of
It's
attraction.
gotta come from
Make
your
the phone
heart.
call, speak from the heart, lower the drawbridge and whistle your friends across to this great opportunity.
We also asked John to comment on the fact that many new people think they should look for strong sales personalities.
Yeah, that's right. A lot of people think you tend to want to get folk that are in direct sales, sales type of person involved in the business. However, in my experience, that's not so. It's really the normal mum and dad with the normal working job excitingly sharing the concept with their friends who really make it into the big time in this company. Another thing folk often ask me after my 6 years is, well, what sort of technique do you use? Well, if you come to National Convention, you'll really find with 800 people, you'll get 800 different stories.
I always
So,
thought if I
the
was
message
like
there
hella
really
rich
is,
machine,
it's
I'd do
the
that too.
enthusiasm of the person.
I always had this
The
idea
influence
that
of the
like
people, it's the key. And it's their own personal
rent the
belief
houses out
and
really
word-of-mouth
cheap.
marketing system that really wins the
And
day.
all the rent, I would
In the
just
fourth
like,
step,
if I was
you
rich
set
enough,
up
if I was
2 or
like
3
dummy
dates
rich,
to share your
right?
enthusiasm with
Just
your
like
friends.
rent the houses out,
Plan this out with the people who
and
show
then
you
like
the business.
just all the rent that they're
Get
paying,
your
put it
support
aside,
people,
and when they go to move out, be
when
like,
they
oh,
assist
and
you
Merry
with
Christmas.
these first few
You own the house now.
presentations.
You don't got to move, you can have the
To
house.
book into a company-sponsored function.
That'd be one of
The person
those.
who showed you this tape will have those dates from the latest company magazine. Copy them
But yeah,
to your diary.
I'll
and
never be
make
that
sure
rich.
You attend. You can take other people who you
I'm
want
way too
involved in the
mentally ill.
business. Many people make it a special outing.
Oh, you really have to go to functions because, well, for me, functions are a lot of fun and I really have a good time. But you also learn a lot of information, and whether you've been in business for 5 years or a week, you can always pick up some snippet of information. It makes the business easy.
Is the food
because of the
free?
information that you receive.
Do I get a free lunch or dinner or something with it?
Take control of
Oh, we went to a whole bunch of those for betting places.
Oh my god, how good was that? Dude, I would hella go to more of those.
Yeah?
Just for the free food, yeah.
The
food was good.
Yeah, you just have to make sure that the people that you go with understand that you're going to eat and run and not feel bad about it.
I don't care what other people think.
No, but I mean, like, we went with some friends a couple of times that would hang back and, like, worry about what people think. And, like, they'd be, like, letting people talk them into, like, getting stuff and stuff. And we're like, no, we're just leaving. We're not buying anything. We don't care about other people's feelings. We're not buying this shit. We're just taking a free meal and running. We don't have to feel bad about it. But there were people that
That's why you go with Bogans, because the Bogans is like, oh, I have free food.
It was Beth's mum who was the one being held back.
If you order minimum 100
Like, I would have thought she would have been one of the ones who would be like, yeah, I'm leaving.
4% bonus.
But she wasn't.
On top of that, the company takes care of all
I
your handling
think
charges.
she fancied herself a bit richer
the
than
reality
she
of
was,
it is,
maybe.
a 200-point order
Most
is a
mothers
really
do.
better way because not only you're going to get a wide
The ones
selection
that
of
I've
products
known
to start
anyway.
with.
That
More
said, those
importantly,
mattresses
you get
did
what
look
we
pretty
call
damn
the
good.
bulk saving bonus, which is an extra 3%. So now you're looking at 7% just on your own order.
And it's really blows people away. Your audio
Oh, I've been seeking them out since then. You don't even know.
You know, just
If you want a real mattress,
I mean,
get a
there is
koala.
something therapeutic about getting
And that's
the
not
check
me
in the
trying
moment.
to tell you
No doubt
something I'm
about
going to
And
get
for the
into
keen
any
business builders, we recommend
extra
a
stuff.
minimum
With this code.
50-point order.
None of
The simple
that.
reason is
I'm just saying that I slept on it for a while and I really
you
like
get a
it.
9% bonus.
It's
and
one of
that
those
relates
things
to
where
around
it doesn't
$20.
feel like any other mattress, so you have to get used to it for a bit, but it's good.
Look, I got to.
Yeah,
I mean,
would like
I
it, 'cause
chuckle
we've got
about
this
it all the
stupid
time.
memory
You sit down
foam
to
thing
breakfast,
cover
it's
on
this
the
beautiful
mattress and I hate it.
muesli, it's delicious.
Yeah.
And I'm eating it thinking,
The,
and these blokes are
do not
paying me
like
for
it.
every mouthful.
The
It's
Tori loves
koala's
those,
made
like,
So that's the
I
real
deal
bonus.
with
The
it.
products are great.
The koala's
Well,
made out of
honest,
like this
Dean,
weird
we've got 3 children in our
sciencey
family.
plastic that
When we
doesn't
first
get
saw
too
it,
hot but
yeah,
acts like memory
is the
foam
value
anyway.
going to be in the
Yeah,
products
that's
compared
what I would
to other
like.
things? And I'm here to tell you it is. It's absolutely fantastic.
We're on page 10 now, where you apply to become a member
Oh,
by
where's
filling
our
in your
book?
personal
Page
details
10?
Let's be on
and
page
making
10.
out your
Shit.
check for
We
the
didn't get
magazine
any of the
subscription.
documentation,
You'll find the
unfortunately.
price on the current order form. By the way, you'll see on that same page a
They just
giveout
give these
coupon
tapes
for
away
the
to the
book
people
and
who
tape
like.
program, by which you'll
No,
receive
actually,
4
you'll hear
inspirational audio
in this
cassettes
or
each calendar
another
month.
one,
The leaders in this
or
business
wherever,
all
somewhere in
subscribe
here
to the
somewhere,
book and
they
tape
say,
program.
And we have
tell
the
them you
tapes
lend
on
them
the
the
kitchen all
tape,
day
but you
long.
want it back in 3
And
days, and
often
that'll
I'm
give them
standing
the
in the kitchen
ultimatum to
crying
watch
or
it within those 3
laughing
days
and
instead of it
it's
getting
just-
lost and
It's
forgotten
like
about.
having these special people
It's one
in
of
your own
those
home all day
tactics
long
to
to
deal with
stimulate
their
your
psychology
mind.
and shut.
And instead of being a person housebound,
Jesus
I'm a person
Yeah.
growing and
You
developing
get a
in my
koala
own
on
kitchen.
Afterpay.
Well, really, Keith, we've covered the lot now of the day one book on getting people started.
One of
You know,
these
the
days
first
we might
steps to take.
upgrade our
The other
mattress.
thing
The cool thing
day
about
one book,
koala
it's
that
full
I
of
liked is
baby to
information
take care of.
they
to tide
actually
you over
put a
until
lot of the
career
money that
comes
you spent
in
on
your
the
business.
mattress
Things
into
like,
sponsoring the
terminology,
koala
so
for
you can
you.
understand what everything means.
And we got a
the
free
fact
little
sheet,
koala
how
toy,
things
which I
actually
gave to
work,
Banshee and he
special
destroyed.
incentives and bonuses and things like that.
Oh, yeah, the 500 Club.
Oh, yes. Here we go. I knew you wouldn't get by without hearing the 500 Club. Go on, Keith. Tell him about it.
What's the 500 Club?
Tell
me about the 500 Club.
That's the basis of the business because it's teaching you about width plus depth. Basically, you introduce a few friends, help them to do
What?
the same thing, and you qualify for the 500 Club. And there's an extra $50 bonus. I mean, that's pretty good.
But where do the 500 people come into?
Is it?
500 people. Fair enough. No.
Ah!
You introduce a minimum of 5 new people who order 100 points each. So there's the 500 Club.
Oh, 500 points, not 500 people.
But all the details come in your welcome pack. There's a sheet that explains it in full detail, so it's not a problem.
Right, well, I know a number of
Wait,
people who live interstate.
So,
How can I
so
get
they're,
them
they're about to
started?
shingle this guy
tape
into
would be a
this
great
thing
way
as
to
well?
start, but you don't just sort of post it off to them. You give them a phone call first, and let them know it's
Yeah,
coming.
like I'd ring somebody up and say, I've gone into something exciting. If I send you a tape, can you watch it? They may want to go into details there, and then I say, well, no, it's all on the tape. Can you make sure, and it's really important, can you make sure you watch it in the next 2 to 3 days?
Why 2 to 3 days?
Well, if you don't do that, I mean, I've had things sent to me, and it's not important, so, they'll leave it on the fridge for the next 32 years. So it's important you put a deadline on it. And like I say, if I send it today, you'll have it by Wednesday. Can you watch it the next 2 days, and I'll talk to you Sunday night. Put a timeline on it so they know it's important and they need to get on.
The other thing that we find is very important is don't be tempted to think, oh, I'm posting up.
When they get this tape, they see this bit and they're like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, this is what they just did to me. Because this is the first tape that you're meant to be sending.
Yeah. They're a bit busy.
So
put the tape to the side.
They can see that you like swindled them.
And it's not.
Yeah.
Well, it's just not fair to people because they'll read in the literature and they'll say, "Oh, have I got to sell something here?" And word of mouth marketing is you don't sell any products. So that's one thing I've learned from Keith. Keep it simple. Just send the tape.
And the other thing is you must follow up once they get the tape, so you can get a feeling for what their thoughts are, and then you can answer their questions and that.
This poor guy.
After you've had
just
that
being
discussion, then you can post out the day one.
Yeah, they're doing that thing where they chum up to him and they sort of double team him.
Yeah, because they were just hanging out on the grass before, and now they've brought him back to their house, so he can't leave without like saying, "Oh no, I've got to. I need to go. Where's the front door?" And they've got him in the back of their house in a gazebo or something. So now he's like, "All right, I'll sign the stuff
If
with
you do
my
your share, this
my shoe
tried
phone."
and tested business plan will work for you, just as it is working right now for
He's got a shoe
hundreds of
phone.
others.
It's
You can
it's
have
a
a
Get
lot of
Smart
fun
reference.
because this is a very safe business to be in. It has long-term benefits, and it is within your grasp to reach out and take the opportunity and make your dreams come true. And now,
Sure it wasn't
a
as bad as the
final
bed that I
word
had
from
in
a
the
field
Sky's
director,
place.
John Smart.
You've
I
just
think
seen
we
the
could've
great
stole that bit
opportunities
from him.
available to
It
you
was
through our
terrible.
business. And you saw an overview of our fantastic range of products. And that walk in the park with Keith and Jerry, that gives you all the nuts and bolts on getting started.
We went for a walk in the
My
park
job
with
as
Keith
field
and
director
Jerry.
takes me into the homes of people just like
Thanks,
yourself
Jerry.
right across Australia.
I'd imagine that Jerry's
Knowing them
just
as
a
I do,
regular bloke who
I think
got
I know
onto
how
this
you're
and got
feeling
real rich.
right now.
Typical Aussie.
You're
Yeah.
probably saying, well, I've got dreams. I'm here to tell you that we can help you change those dreams into realities. Speak to the person who shared this tape with you and join us.
Sounds like a cult.
Another tape is available
It
for those who
is.
have become members and who
Another
require
tape is
more
available?
information and training. It's
Part
been designed to
two.
be watched in conjunction with the career kit.
A career kit. I want a career kit. They wish to thank all the members who appeared in this presentation. Like Jerry.
Thanks, Jerry.
That was fun, wasn't it?
That was a good tape. That was a good, not 2 hour long tape.
Oh, God. So, Jerry.
Jerry, what a guy.
So we saw him pop up at the start as somebody they were
That is
talking
the end,
to.
right? I can press stop.
Let it go. Let it go, why not? We got some fuzz. I love the fuzz. Alright, you can stop now. We saw Jerry pop up at the start as one of those guys they were interviewing that he made like a lot of money and stuff doing it, like one of those flying windows. But then later he was acting and doing that whole thing where he was chatting at this guy about how he should join the stuff. I don't believe him in a second, but I liked the look of his jib. Anyway, that's the guy I found. He is a online marketing help consultant.
Right.
So basically, he teaches you how to get your websites more better, more accessible, more nice looking, and where you should share them or how you should do them for whatever business that you're in. And I rang him up at his business, and his secretary picked up, and she was like, so basically lied to her and said, "Oh yeah, I need a business consultation with Jerry." And I thought maybe I could book in a time in the future or whatever. And she's like, "Please hold the line," and then just put me through. So this is my interview with Jerry from the Waylight. He has some.
Oh boy!
He has some very interesting things to say about this, by the way. Pay full attention.
I now have both sides of the earphones on. Both of the speakers are in my ear.
Oh yeah.
Press and play.
It should be queued up. If it's not, you've got to look for the right shirt. I changed shirts, so it's one after this. Deliberately changed shirts so I know where I'm up to.
Oh man, look at that fuzz. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Good morning, Croxford Carlisle. Sandy speaking.
Hi, Sandy. I was hoping to be able to talk with Jerry himself. Is there any way that I could like book in some sort of thing to do that?
Yeah, sure. Just one moment. Let me have a look. Where are you from?
I'm from Geelong, in Victoria.
Oh, yeah. And you have a business?
Yeah.
What's the name?
My name is Robert Marshall.
Thanks, Robert. Just one moment.
And you have a business?
Yeah. Ads.
Crockford Carlisle is where businesses go to grow. If you're serious about growth, but are frustrated that you've spent time, money and effort on your website with little result, you're in safe hands.
Your reaction to that was
Qualified
priceless.
leads you need to reach your sales targets. Simply hold the line and we'll get started.
Well, I didn't know I was going to be advertised to. I thought it was just waiting music. Oh, hi Jerry. How are you? I'm doing quite well today. I have a strange couple of questions for you, if you don't mind.
Yeah?
I just recently watched The Real Advantage for Australia, and I wanted to know if you could tell me about your experiences working on that.
Robert, I know nothing of The Real Advantage for Australia.
Okay, what it was they were the guys who were selling Waylight back in the 90s or something.
Goodness.
Yeah, so
that was a long time ago.
I picked up the videos in an op shop and gave them a watch and thought they were absolutely fascinating. Yeah, I just wanted to know if you'd be interested in, talking to me about the experiences you had working on that.
Wow.
Can I just ask, just hang on, just got somebody ask me a question. What's your name? No, it'll disconnect. Sorry, there was...
You're
Let me
okay.
just ask you why you're asking. Are you looking to get me involved in an MLM, or where are you coming from?
I have no idea what an MLM is, I'm sorry. I'm just a guy
you press
who
pause?
buys random videos at An MLM is a multi-level marketing. Basically, it's a pyramid scheme.
Yes, okay.
He's asking me if I want to get him involved in another bullshit pyramid scheme that he's just gotten out of.
He's about to ream you out, isn't he?
Yeah.
If you say yes, he's about to say, can you go fuck yourself and hang up?
Absolutely. He's absolutely got that about him. Go ahead. Are you a cop? Into them and yeah, especially things that are really strange and unusual like this.
Okay, well, yeah, sure. I worked with them for a few years. They're still going, I believe. Larry Hannigan is the owner.
Yeah, I saw Larry's website. It's a little out there for me, but
Yes, me too. That's right. He would probably be over in America with Trump, I imagine, on his pickup if he lived in America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not really interested in what he does with these.
Which means
Waylight,
redneck
but
bullshit.
The actual video production is where I'm
Sorry?
interested in. Like, how did you get involved in doing like the acting and stuff on that side of it? Because as far as I can see from looking into you, you're not an actor, but that was like kind of fantastic on that video.
Yeah. No. Well, I used to be a radio announcer before that.
Oh, nice.
So the man who produced it was Colin Pierce, who still produces videos. He's in Adelaide.
Okay.
Yeah, look, I'm happy to be helpful, and I'm happy to have a chat about it. But my problem is, I'm at work at the moment, and I don't have the liberty of taking a lot of time. That's my problem. That's why I'm sounding a little bit hesitant.
Oh, that's okay. I don't need to take up too much of your time. If you have one quick interesting thing to say about it, that's fine. I'll leave you alone. I'm just happy that I found you and that it reminded you that you did it once.
Yeah, so look, it was a successful company. It was bought. The company, what happened was that the owner then went into a partnership with a gentleman who turned out to be of perhaps dubious ethics.
Yep.
And that brought it to its knees. They started selling water filters. This was back in the days when water filters were only a new commodity and had to be sold rather than bought. People were going, "What's a water filter?"
Yeah.
So, on the promise of the good relationships that people like myself and other leaders in the company had, he had a whole lot of people spend money up front to buy these things and then disappeared.
Yeah, okay.
So it all came crashing down. I think it even ended up being on the TV and so on. So it was a very traumatic experience for all involved.
Oh.
And then Larry staggered along for a few years and then got himself going again, selling Waylight products to Woolies, I think. Woolies sell his products now.
Okay. One quick
Woolies
question
do?
before I let you get back to work. Did you ever try the Wegs?
Yeah. The Wegs?
Yeah.
Yeah, we used all the products.
Oh, nice. I'm fascinated by like the title of the Wegs. It just sounds fun. I kind of want it on a T-shirt.
Yeah, I got to say, some of the products I'm going to say were, what is it called? Product extension, is it? When you try to make more products from the one that you've got to be able to sell more?
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure the Wegs were probably the same as the cake batter, right?
Correct. So I would say it was probably the seriously passionate converted salespeople who would consume them and say they were great. But
yep.
Probably if you put some on a plate in front of you, you'd say, "Bugger that! I'm going to go and have some proper eggs."
All right. Thank you very much for taking some. Oh, I'm from Geelong.
No, that's right. Yeah, and you found them in a bloody op shop. That's amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
those videos would be, 20 years old?
20 years old. That's right. I did a quick search on some of the things. The property holder who owned the trademark for the Waylight before Larry was a lady who was a food scientist, and she is a deacon professor here in Geelong.
Val Weekly.
Yep, Val Weekly. Yeah. Well, she's a deacon professor here in Geelong, so the chances are I've got her copies. Yeah, I know. These things that you find out, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much for talking with me. I hope I've
No, that's all right.
poked your brain for a little bit and made you kind of nostalgic. Enjoy your day at work.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay,
you.
mate. Thank you.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
So what he was saying there
man.
at the start, he said Larry, if he was over in America, he'd be living out of the back of his pickup truck. Basically, that's him saying he's a racist redneck piece of crap.
Following Trump around, yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what he was saying, but in a nice
He's
way.
definitely one of those pieces of shit, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely right. But
He seemed like a cool guy, though.
He was. As soon as he realized that I wasn't trying to sue him,
You weren't trying to sue him. You weren't trying to like sign him up to anything that
to another one's like, hey, you've been in a pyramid.
Once
scheme
it was
before.
just this
Do
is
it
just
again.
a weird person who's interested in this for some stupid reason. All
He
right,
was
I'll
like,
humor this.
He would have like given me a half-hour interview if I had said, "Can I call you back later?" But I didn't really want that.
Yeah, that's fair.
But it was interesting to listen to him talk a little bit. He was a nice guy. But anyway, our next video. Get off of that subject. Our next video is
What? No way! It's almost like we had it the whole time.
The Australian.
I knew that was the second one.
Part 2.
I knew we had it.
Yeah.
I knew that we had to watch more than one video because we marathoned it.
Yeah, we've got the second one, which this is the one that you weren't meant to get. So the first one is the one that they give out to people if they want you to whatever. But this is the one that you only get after you've signed up, sold enough, and you're going to start getting people to sign up for you.
This is the scam. This is where the scam
This
really
is where
comes
the
into
scam
it.
comes. You want to read the back of that one?
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. While I change the tape over.
Designed for members of the world of mouth marketing. Use it with your career manual to qualify for the Advanced Way of Life degree. On the Lifestyle Show, you will meet the leading personalities in the business. You will not only learn how to grow your business, but you will learn how to understand and work with people. You will pick up dozens of tips and helpful hints on introducing people and using their products, plus your step-by-step plan for financial freedom. An easy-to-follow lifestyle planner presentation teaches you how to make your own presentation successfully and make your business happen.
Yeah, make
Woo! These go in the keep pile, by the way.
Oh, really? They're pretty damn
totally.
rare.
These go in the absolute.
I kind of want to.
This is history. I call us historians. This is the kind of shit that proves that we are. In that, like, this is the stuff that we value most, even though it has actual no societal value.
Yeah.
This
so
is
this is
history.
the one that you remember, by the way.
Of course it is.
Tonight's show, we're going to meet some of the stars and
Yeah.
experts in
Yes.
word-of-mouth marketing.
And there he is.
The
There's
ambassador
Jerry.
of enthusiasm,
Jerry's
John
here
Smarts,
too.
and product expert Val Weekly.
I fucking knew
we'll
I
see
wasn't
just
nuts.
how many items in your shopping trolley can be replaced by an advanced live foods order. We'll find out how the head office computer can earn you more money, and we'll talk to more
Yes,
experts
by
in
the way,
word-of-mouth
Chris, you're
marketing.
right. That is
Keith
quite
and
brave
Colin
talking
Jenkins,
to all these
and
random
Jerry and Sandy
people.
Crockford.
You never know what
All
kind of
this
response you're
and
going to
more
get.
on the
No, I'm not that
Lifestyle
brave,
Show.
because I
And
did
now
say I
your
didn't want to
host,
talk to
Colin
Larry.
Pierce.
No, that's not. See, the thing is, you did ask me whether like
I should poke
we
that
should go.
bag of
We
worms.
should yeah.
Whether I should poke that.
Poke the
bear's
anthill.
What is he handing out? He's handing out Waylight to everybody.
All
Oh,
I said
sorry, that
was-
one was Wegs. Don't drink that.
All I said was, do not give this guy a soapbox to stand on.
Yeah, I don't want to listen to this bullshit. Well, I did the same thing with the
That's
religious
not okay
guy.
with
I
me.
could have talked to him, but instead I recorded his Facebook page.
Yeah, this is the thing where it would be better off for us to not
Did you
give
hear
the
about
wrong
the
people
lady who didn't want to
the
be in our
chance to
business
speak.
anymore
So
because
the
her
difference
cat
is the
didn't
guy
like
we just talked
Waylight.
to.
And her group
He
director went
hated
around
what
to
he
her
did.
house to find out what the
That's not
problem
even
was.
necessarily
And
hate.
she
He
found
didn't
that
necessarily
poor
seem to hate the
nearsighted
whole
woman had been
concept. He was
feeding
just
the
like,
poor old
well,
cat
eventually it just
bread
went to
mix for
shit,
6
and the
months.
flaws really came to the forefront.
It was shameful.
So,
too.
but
I
his,
met a
it was
couple
more
of
just
people at
like,
a
yeah,
meeting
look,
the other night, and they'd
I'm
just
just
been
an
married,
average
and he
person,
didn't
more
know
or
much
less.
about cooking, and he discovered
I don't
that his
have any
wife
like
didn't
extreme
cook very
opinions,
well
and
either.
I
In fact,
don't
he had a few
like
problems. He said to me,
people
"We
who are
just
dangerous."
had tea
Yeah.
tonight.
That's the vibes
I think
I
I made
got
a bit
from
of a
him.
mistake at dessert because I told her the cheesecake she made was delicious, and she made me drink 4 more glassfuls." Poor guy. I know how he feels. Well, calm down. And you all heard about the man who didn't want to join our business because he didn't want to pay more tax, right? Oh, you've met him, have you?
Yeah.
Boy, he gets around. Well, he still hasn't joined the business. Well, I want you to stay right with us because tonight we're going to have a fabulous program. Jerry, you were great. Thank you.
Thanks. Can I go?
Was that a
You better stay
punchline?
there.
I don't know.
Something
I
got a
mean,
packet of
the
sandwiches.
drinking,
Stay.
Don't be cheeky. Thank you. Please stay with us. We'll be right back
Don't be
after this
cheeky.
short break.
I
And
can
interview all these
understand
good
the
people.
joke about drinking the cheesecake because everything is like mixed with water to make everything.
As you watch the Lifestyle
but I didn't
Show,
get that
find the personal advancement
Doesn't
section in
seem
your
like a
career
joke to
manual.
me. Like, I was
This has
actually
a
thinking that
questionnaire in
before.
it, and
I
you'll
was like,
find the
how
answers
much
to the
tax are you
questions
paying
as
on
the
that
show
money that you
progresses.
get? And how
Once
much
you've
tax are you
completed
paying
the
on the
questions,
product?
send your claim form to your
That's
group
not
director,
really something that's
and
been
you
touched
will be
on, right?
awarded your
It's a hobby.
advanced way of
There's no
life
tax.
degree.
That's not true though, because it's not a religion, so it's definitely taxed.
How many of you have got your advanced way of life degree? Look at them all. Millions of them.
I'm so
Great.
gonna
And I've
make.
got
I'm
mine, of
gonna
course, because I
freeze
wrote the
frame
script
and I'm
and
gonna
set
make
the
my
questions.
own
There
way
you
of
go.
life degrees.
And I've
It's
had
gonna
mine
be
made out of my
sublime,
own
for
personal
sure.
name. There it is.
Oh, we
Mr.
don't have to have exactly
Put it
what
on
this
the
is
back.
there.
I got it off the
We don't
office
have to
wall.
see
You
it.
happy
We
now?
can sell them.
I
You
want
can
you to
sell
think
your own
about
way of
it.
life degrees.
The man was a marketing manager in a shopping
$1
centre
plus
after a
postage.
Very good career in
Yeah.
radio. Somebody showed him the word-of-mouth marketing business, and after a year
But
or
they
so,
have
he
to,
became one of the company's
exhibit
business
a good
consultants.
word-of-mouth
His
marketing
wife calls herself a
stuff,
retired school teacher. I want you
Well,
to
yeah,
make
there's
welcome
people when they
Mr.
buy
and
stuff, they
Mrs.
have to put a
Jerry,
name in. So you
Sandy
recommended
Crockford.
it to them. When your name comes up 50 times, you get one.
Why on earth do you call yourself a retired school teacher?
Because I am, Cole. I always wanted to give up teaching while I
Ah!
still enjoyed it. And our business and
No,
You mean you're not lying to
The
me?
day she left work, it was sort of mixed emotions.
Yes, joy and happiness.
I'm going to ask you a question in a moment. I'll give you a couple of seconds think
Those
time.
are
I'm going to
mixed
ask the
emotions,
people in
I
the
guess.
audience, what is your favourite product? I'll be back. Now, what would you say if somebody
Wags.
asked you which is your favourite product in all
Wags.
our great range of
Wags.
products?
Wags.
There's your
It's
think
the
time.
Wags.
What
Wags.
is the answer?
Well, Cole, of all the things they send out from that building, I think the thing I look forward to most would be the monthly bonus cheque.
Figures.
Not the Wags.
That's
though.
not Wags.
You can say bugger that. I want some real ones.
Yes, and yours?
The cash for nice clothes and a nappy service for my baby.
So you don't actually like the product.
Somehow I'm not
No,
surprised to
because
hear
they're
them
all
say that.
shit, but we're going to get other
I
people
guess
to
everybody
sell them
would be
and
a
buy
little
them and be
trapped and
rich.
talk about Waylight
This is the
or
most
Untitled
capitalist
Chapter
thing
or
I've
whatever.
ever seen.
You've always felt
That's
that
why
way,
it's on the
haven't you, that
Christmas
the real
episode,
product
right?
of our business
Yeah.
isn't
I mean,
in
they've got a
the
tree in
bags.
the background.
we've always felt that way, but in the
I think
early
the stamping
days
video was
when we
much
started,
more
we didn't
Christmassy than this.
communicate that to
Yeah.
other people. We were excited. I remember when we first saw the idea, we thought, wow,
This
this
is
is a way
capitalism
we
and
can own our own
commercial, though,
home
so
and
this
get
is-
the yacht and have Sandy give up work. But we
Very
made the
Christmassy
mistake
in
then
that
of
way.
not sharing that excitement of the business possibility with other people. So we told other people about the products in the packet instead of sharing our excitement.
That's right. We wondered why they didn't get excited like we were, but we
Yeah.
weren't showing them the same thing.
That's right. And I think remember that couple we showed in Rockhampton that really brought it home to us. It was a real clear illustration of where we're how we
Yes, it
can
was
do
a
it.
young couple we were sharing the business with, and we explained about duplication and sharing and teaching others. And when he saw the products that we were using to create the turnover in our business, he said, "Oh, this is the stuff the lady over the back was trying to get me to taste, and come on over and taste this lovely stuff, you know." And he said I wasn't interested, but
This
now that I
lovely
can see how I
stuff.
can pay off my home with
Stuff
this,
is what it
I'll eat it
is.
till it
It
comes out of my
definitely is
ears.
stuff.
Is that what he said?
And it's interesting, you know, if you asked the lady over the back, she would be in surprise, say, well, he wasn't interested in the business when I showed it to him. But see, she didn't push the right button for him. He's 22, he's not interested in heart disease. All he's interested in is paying off his house. So we came along, and the question I ask is, who benefited him the most? Because we showed him the full story, he gets the healthy products, his lifestyle's improved, his family's health's improved, and he gets his house paid off as well, because we told him the whole story.
Well, let me stay with the person over the back fence for a moment. She probably feels that her mission is to help people change their eating habits, and that's really important, isn't it? And we've got healthful products, we have environmentally responsible products, family-building products. What's wrong with talking about the products like that?
Nothing at all, except you've got to look at what makes the products move. And
There's got to be an incentive.
yeah.
We found that from when we first started in the business, what we were doing with
But
sharing
they're
the
not that
products
great.
wasn't an incentive enough for them to keep going.
See, Cole, you'd think if you look at a country which has got 50% of all deaths from heart disease, 30% from cancer, we've got the
But think
second
about what
highest
makes
rate
the
of bowel
product move,
cancer in the whole
because-
world
because
right
they're not
here in
that
Australia. You would think, therefore, that there was a strong demand for healthy foods that could help people to get around that.
Yeah.
But looking at it, you know, in a hard-nosed way, I suppose, if you look on a building site at lunchtime, there'll be 50 hairy-legged blokes having lunch, and you know what they have.
They go down and have their high-fat food and their fizzy, sugary drinks.
And 4 cigarettes for dessert. Now, they all know the risks. They all know the
Of course
risks
I
of
want
that.
4 cigarettes for
But
dessert.
doesn't
I'm a
make
man,
difference.
I know.
If we can show those people a
I put them on
business
my
where they can pay off their
Your
home,
hamburger
have the
sandwich
children
with a
go to
side
the
of French
school of their
bacon,
choice,
yes.
have time to do what they want to do.
Yes.
Part of the job of being in that business is to have good quality products coming into their home. Well, you're on a winner both ways.
I guess you know, you probably do, I've heard you talk about it, the Ray Kroc story with the McDonald empire. There were the McDonald
Can you make
brothers
cheese out of Weggs?
making their popular hamburgers.
Yes, and there were lines of people coming to buy the hamburgers, so they were in there, make a burger, which is in a way what we were doing, which was tell about a product in a packet, tell about a product in a packet. But then someone with a bigger vision, this Ray Kroc, came along. He said, boy, those burgers are really popular. There's a good income there. If I could teach my friends how to have a similar income, that'd go really well. And that's what we do. Instead of telling people about the product in the packet, we say to our friends, would you like us to teach you,
You know
how to
McDonald's
drive
makes
the car
more
of your
money
choice?
out of real
Would you like us
estate
to
than they
teach
do
you how to be
burgers?
able to
I didn't know
do
that,
what you
no.
want to do?
Because every time
Then there's
someone wants to
another
open up a
example of
McDonald's,
two fellows that started
that
in
person
the
owns
States
that
in the same
particular
kind of
McDonald's
business.
franchise, but
One
they
of
have
them
to
was
pay
showing
rent.
people the
And the
products,
person who owns the
and
land and
the other fellow
building
was
is
teaching
McDonald's.
about the business and how it works. Now, they were in it for 9 years, and after 9
Just open
years,
your own
one
fucking
of them was
restaurant, make
earning
good food.
around $9,000 a month, which is a good income.
That's not bad, I wouldn't mind that, would you? That'd be all right. Mm-hmm.
But the other fellow was earning $40,000 a month.
Oh, I see.
That's right. You know, and that's being in the same business at the same time. Now, we've looked into that $40,000 a month kind of lifestyle, and we figure that will be called suffering at a reasonably high level.
Okay, from now on, we're all going to be suffering at a reasonably high level. Thank you very much. When somebody comes into your home, you're still tempted, aren't you, to talk about your products? Somebody comes
Suffering
by,
at
you're
a
about to make your bread, they
reasonably
drop
high
into your
level.
home, and you get excited and you
But
say,
that's
oh,
just
yes, this is
Western
this great
society,
bread, you've
right,
got to
for the
get
most
into
part.
it, don't you?
Like,
We don't. If they ask about the bread or
Unless
say,
you
oh,
are
do you make your own
literally
bread? We say,
homeless.
yes, it's just some stuff we buy.
or like
and then later on, there's another time when we shared the business
you
with him.
really
If
are
Uncle
doing
Fred, and I'm
okay.
teaching him how to be able to have an extra $500 a month to pay off his home quicker. I'll say, by the way, you know those yummy sandwiches you had the other day? Well, that's the product that we use in this business.
Give me some more examples of what you say to people. I know when you ring them up on the phone, or one of you does, probably you, cheeky.
Suck, can't buy my product.
Oh, one of you does. Not going to get your wife to do it, are you?
There was a neighbour that
Oh, that's good. You actually caught him
Yes,
quiet for a moment.
often ringing people up and going, oh, it's very good.
You go first.
Okay. What was I going to say? Oh, yes. There's, I've rung some friends up and said, hey, are you in the market for an extra $500 a month? Well, yeah, why? Put the jug on, I'm coming over.
Mm-hmm.
you know.
And then one of our neighbours was saying that she was having to work
but don't get
at
out the
night
milk
and she
because
didn't
we
really
have
want
a
to
product
make ends
that's
meet to
gonna
help pay
blow
the
your
mortgage. And they
mind.
had 3 little children. And I said, oh, look, Jerry and I have found a way that we've been able to pay off our house quicker without having to do
It
that.
could be milk in your
You know,
coffee.
we can
It
tell
could
you
be a
about
cheesecake.
it. When will
It
you
could
be
be
free?
your morning
Wednesday,
wags.
Friday night.
And then there's another couple that
Why not
resell
all
some furniture
three?
to make room for the nursery.
What if you
extension
could
of their
make all
family,
3
and this,
things at the same
couple came
time?
around
Brush your
and,
teeth with
while
it
we were
before you
putting
go
the
to
beds a
bed.
bit so I could put
Wash
it in his
the
car. I
stains
asked him
off
what he
of
did.
your
It's always
concrete
good to do that. I
outside.
said, what do you
I'm
do
not
for a
gonna
living?
lie,
He said,
that
"I'm an
sounds
electrician."
like
And,
retro-futuristic.
he said, what do you do? I said, oh, we're in word of mouth
Have
marketing.
you,
He
like,
said, "What's that?" I
every
said,
time
"Well,
you
it's
see
the
those sci-fi
system
movies,
people
like,
use, for
well,
example,
I
to pay
want
off their
this
home
or that,
costs.
and the
We own
machine
this
goes,
place.
Ding.
I
Gee,
will
how did you
make
get into
it,
that?
and
So
it
he did
sort of
well
puts
that
like
day, got
a
2 beds and a business all in
custody
one
type
day.
thing into a dictionary. It's like, oh, it tastes just like a bacon sandwich. It's like, you know, well,
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
Yeah,
Terrific
the bacon
examples.
flavouring
And
is always
that's
just
worth.
smoke.
Can I
just
interrupt?
smoke.
Oh, well, I don't know why you'd ask. Go right ahead.
I'd just
That's why,
like
like,
to
when Hungry
summarise
Jack's
the
did
way we
the,
see the relationship between the whole
the
thing is
vegan
that
burgers, the one
if
that
I
was
was getting
actually
together
the
with a
veggie
friend
patty
to look
was
at
way
buying, say, a
nicer.
travel
It was
agency,
curried
well,
chickpeas,
we're
but
talking
Yeah.
about how much
the
of
other
a
one was
profitable
smoked.
business it
It's
is.
just-
Now, the
I
side
would
benefit
rather
to that
just
is we get to
not
travel cheap.
with the smoked
Or if you
flavour.
had a
Like,
car sales yard, you'd get a nice
give me
car.
actually, give me
And that's the
something I
side
can
benefit.
taste
And the way we look at
outside
word
of
of mouth
that.
marketing is a very
If it
profitable
wasn't
business,
just
and
the
the
smoked
wonderful
flavour,
side
it might
benefit
be
is that
better.
by
But the
being in
fact
the
that that's
business,
pretty much
your
the only
family gets
taste
to
to
enjoy
it.
healthy food and a
Trying
better
not
lifestyle.
to get
That's
off
the
track,
summary of
but
it.
I don't know anybody who
There's
really
a,
has a better
curry
grasp of
packet
the
that you
real
can buy in
product of our
Coles
business
that is
better than
just
Jerry
curried
and Sandy. That's
chickpeas.
wonderful. Thank you. Appreciate your help.
And it's like 10 grand and really cheap. And like a one-serve meal and it's delicious.
That's a good difference.
We have
You
a
can
little
go
treat
get
for
that.
you. We're going
I'm
to
gonna go
ask the
have
people in the
curry in
audience
the
throughout
food
the
court. She
program
told me
for their
about that.
favourite tip on how to use one of the products. And we'll start with bread. And I think you've got a bread story. I'll get it out of you in a minute. There's a
Oh,
chap
no,
there
no,
who
no. We
wants
don't
to tell
need
us
bread
how to
stories. We'll
do
get
something. Yes?
banned on YouTube.
If you put oil on your hands and on the board so that it won't stick.
Okay, when sometimes the bread mix is a little stodgy and you get a trouble with that. Is that right? Okay. And the next one, please.
Yeah, it's got a soggy bottom.
It does help if you use the correct amount of water too.
Oh, I see. Follow the directions, in other words. Yes, thank you. And the people in the front.
We bought ourselves a bread maker.
Yep.
Pardon?
We bought ourselves a bread maker.
Yeah, that's cheating, isn't it?
No, not really. We eat that much bread. I need one.
Oh, fair enough.
No, it's
And the chap
not
next door.
cheating.
No.
It's not.
Much
I
better loaf
swear.
if you fold
I mean,
the
I had
ends
a
under
good,
before you put it in the
you
tin.
know, check from,
Oh, and it comes
from
up
our
square
company.
in
I
the
can
tin,
afford it,
instead of
right?
round edges with a little crust on the end.
A
You get a big
company?
fat crust that
This
way, don't you? And the person at the end. In the middle, sorry.
I got
Make sure you
again.
season your
What's it
bread
called?
tin in the oven before you bake it.
Advanced Life Foods.
Yes, otherwise you get a few
Advanced
problems with
whatever
that first loaf. Now,
bullshit.
Jerry, you've got a product too?
Cancel
Yeah,
it.
you've got to be careful. It's good to put the
Jeepers,
bread out somewhere
Pete.
warm while it proves, while it rises. And we heard of
one
one
standard
lady, she was
drink.
making
Yeah,
bread and
go
she put it
another
out in the
two
sun on
then.
the back stoop at
I don't
home.
need to keep up
And while
with
she's
you.
in the kitchen, the
Drink
puppy
faster
came
than
and
me.
ate the bread. And that was all very well, except of course it continued to roll. So she had to take the puppy into the vet, and I said she should have just turned the whole affair inside out and had a hot dog.
Is this a hot dog story or a shaggy dog story? Ah, wait. I don't get that. Hey, Joan Smart. Joan
The
Collins.
word is out. The most successful members
We
are
need
those
these
who
tapes.
subscribe to the book and tape program. Each month, you receive 4 audio
Somebody
cassettes
eBay.
filled with inspirational and
See if we can
motivational
find anything
ideas.
about this
There are
crap.
personal
Know some of
stories
these
where other
tapes.
members tell you in their own words how they reach their goals and they reveal their best success secrets. Tapes will not be repeated. So, enroll now so you don't miss out on this month's great ideas. The books, which are released 6 times a
But
year,
you know
are
what a
carefully
fixed in?
chosen to give you
What
sound
would a fixed
direction
in is
and
some,
encouragement.
daylight legs.
A variety of popular
Would it
authors is
cured
chosen
him
to give you a
right up.
broad range of positive
cured
reading
my asthma.
material. Enroll in the program today. There is a flyer in your welcome pack and a clip-out coupon in your Day 1 book with full details on how to join.
Lovely.
Imagine Imagine holding this much cash in your hand. Wouldn't it be nice to give some away to a friend who needed help?
Oh, not too much.
Wouldn't it be nice
It'll be
to buy
too heavy.
yourself some new
Oh,
clothes
God,
or
stop.
pay off a credit commitment early? It could be yours if you have the most new business in any calendar month. Just by introducing new
That's like
people
a hippie
personally,
cat.
helping
Or
them to
a
place
dark
orders,
crystal.
and helping them to introduce
Dark
others who do the
crystal
same,
for hippie cat
you
for
could be
people.
in the list of top producers for the
Oh,
month.
you're loading me up too
Cash
much.
awards
Hi.
range from $100 to $1,000 for the top producer. This bonus is paid
much
on top
money.
of your normal group bonus. Look in your career manual right away
Yeah, but
for
we don't
full
have Douglas
details
Mawson
about the
anymore
National
anyway.
Top Producer Award.
We didn't think he was as important as he used to be.
You do a much better job than the floor manager, take that. Nearly pushed him over. There is only one John Smart. When they made him, they threw away the mould. Many people might be grateful for that. He holds the world record for being able to talk under wet concrete with a mouthful of anything, usually food, and leave you wanting more. Not more food, that is. You get plenty of that while he's talking to you.
Stuff that had like the Pink Panther music in the
Look,
background.
he's a very enthusiastic eater. The other day I was talking to him and he leaned over and he took a bite right out of his own ear. It was an amazing feat.
Slightly off.
The slightly different one. Smart is well known to thousands of people across Australia in the word-of-mouth marketing business. He's somebody who's earned the title of Australia's Ambassador of Enthusiasm. He's loved by those thousands and he's earned both titles. Please welcome the most loved man in the business and the Ambassador of Enthusiasm, Mr. John Smart. There you go.
Yes, more
they like you,
needs
Johnny
to be done
Smart.
on it.
Running off pretty well
is
the mouth.
out of copyright. That's really good.
Well, taken from an expert, I can appreciate
I've
it.
trained you well. Yep.
If you wanted to say two things to us from the field, as you call it, where you go and you meet people and you stay in their homes and eat with them.
Honestly, if I find out I'm like terminally ill, I will just watch like whatever.
Well, two key things stick in my mind. The first one is to keep renewing the fire in your belly as to the personal why that you got into the business for.
Jerry and Sandy were saying
Exactly. And the other thing is probably the most important business building tip is to stay in touch with your line of support, your role model director.
Good. Okay. I want to move on to the wonderful work of Florence Latour and have you explain it to us. Florence is well known to many of our people because she's spoken at conferences and her books are in the book and tape program and you can buy them from the back of the order program. She's got a terrific way of looking at personalities. Tell us why it's important to understand her system.
Yeah, no one watches.
Well, it's become important, number one, to myself and many others because it helps you understand yourself better, your strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah, I'm looking forward
because
to
we're in a people business, by the law of attraction, you're getting people to come towards you.
To be
you can
fair,
understand
that one's going to be
them better,
simple.
and therefore you have a win.
We're going to get so
I'm interested. Tell us about the four personalities then.
Well, we first have the phlegmatic person
If we put
likes
it
to
under
do things
fitness,
pretty
they
easy,
might not even
no
notice.
hassle, just rocks along. The other person's the melancholy, the person who really wants to do it perfect, just to do it really, really right, you know?
Listen.
Then we have the sanguine person who basically leads by their mouth, talks along and just has a fair bit of fun.
I don't know anybody like that.
Why is that funny?
Why don't you laugh at that? Go on.
And then we have the choleric person, the person who likes to take control of things and really, lead from the front very strongly.
All right, then.
The
Now,
laugh
Florence
light.
has some different
Yeah, the
names
laugh
from
light,
those old Greek terms. What does she call them?
Well, the phlegmatic person we'd call peaceful. Very peaceful, harmonious type person.
Which one am
The
I?
melancholy, we'd call them perfect. Or they'd like
No, I'm
to
not
be.
perfect
They like
though,
to do
that's the
things
problem.
that way.
Do they think
No,
they're
they can't
perfect?
really have any.
Well, interestingly enough,
No, I
no. They
didn't
tend to,
think so.
because they can't
Why
quite
are they
match up to
putting
that
those-
level, they tend to run themselves down a bit, interestingly enough.
Now,
Sanguine
these are
means to
unique blends.
drink
I've heard
blood,
you say
right?
that word before. Let's just pause
Or
for a
to
moment in the
extinguish
naming
blood.
of them and explain a unique
Something
blend.
to do
I think
with
it's
blood.
really
That's why
crucial to
some
realise
red.
we were born with a temperament blend. We're all unique, and we do have a blend, maybe half and half of the different temperaments are 80-20.
So
and
we
are
used to just
So a person who's
buy and sell
a melancholy who would like to be perfect and a
Perfectionist
choleric
rather
at
than
the same
perfect.
time is likely
Thing is,
to
I'm not a
think they are
perfectionist.
perfect,
I'm just depressed.
That's not
Over
bad. That's
nothing.
not bad. Yeah, pretty close.
right? Okay, so that takes us to the choleric person.
No, the sanguine
Right.
talker.
Here's
We go to
that
the
a lot.
sanguine after melancholy.
need,
So the sanguine
close
person
up?
is really leading by the mouth, popular, fun-loving. So the key word
Quick
Florence
question,
uses
though.
for them
Yeah,
is
go
be
on.
popular. Real easygoing life of the
The
party.
sanguine
And the
is
last one, the
popular.
choleric.
The choleric person is the one, choleric person. They're the person.
choleric.
Choleric. Yes, you're being very choleric, Cole. Yeah. They're powerful. The key word for them is powerful.
Powerful.
Okay.
So I'm none of those.
There is
I
a
like
different way
at
they like to
best
do
would be
things,
peaceful.
isn't there? The
Which
phlegmatic
French
person or the
rebellion
peaceful
you
person?
lead?
Yeah, take
There
it
we go.
easy.
There's an
Just
interesting topic of
do it the
conversation.
simplest way. Avoid the stress. Do it the simplest way they possibly
Or the easy way.
The easy way.
Yeah, you should probably avoid that
Well, they've just got to do
discussion,
it right.
especially at this time.
Get it right. Like you're in a
right
wallpaper
stuff
room,
will
you start
happen
inside
all
the
time.
cupboard. You know what I mean? So no one can
That's
see
happening,
this.
right? They're having all those
Then you
like
move out onto the wall.
really violent protests.
We've seen.
I don't know if they're over.
And the popular
Because I'm not
person.
Well,
really.
a popular person, the sanguine
But you
person
should
would ask
listen
a few
carefully,
mates
because
around
I
to
was
get round to the
saying this
wallpaper
only
about 9
once.
o'clock at night. You know, and so
What did they say?
Where
do
did
it
you hide
anyway.
the Madonna
well,
with
they
the
just
big
get it done
boobies?
somehow.
The fun way.
The fun way, yes, with heaps of friends.
Okay.
And
choleric person. Well, if they're going to do the wallpapering, they say it's okay as long as
That's
you do
the
it
only French
my
rebellions
way.
that I know.
You know, and so they just go and do it. They don't need help. They'll get it done by themselves.
Fair enough. Could you take us through a few examples of
Well,
each
we
one of
used
them?
to
Because I think it's fun to
take out
recognise
the
them
motors
when you're
to
watching
the little
TV
tanks.
or meeting people in the street. You say, "Oh yeah, I got you pegged."
Yeah.
And
Oh, my little
why do you
tank is
peg them?
broken.
Just so you can be a smarty? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
You'll get on. No, I just think it helps illustrate. It helps us sort of just put the flag to the mast, and it brings understanding. You know, it helps you play that little game, and you tend to understand people.
Well, what I was saying,
you
like,
don't
this
go
has
around
gone
lording it
from,
over them, saying, "Oh, you're a phlegmatic." You keep it to yourself and say, "I know how to relate to this person now."
It's a real personal, intimate, quiet sort of thing. And the classic phlegmatic to me
trying to make your
would be a
friends
late
buy
night
and sell this stuff so
newsreader
that you
Clive
get extra
Robertson.
money.
You know, he'd sort of say,
bullshit.
"Oh,
And now we're
the
like
camera's
doing
on.
this
Perhaps
shit
we should
with like
start the show."
putting people
You know,
into
just
categories.
nothing hassles him. And
shit.
if
This
you're
is
going to take
weird.
a tennis
This is
player
less helpful in
beyond
previous
board,
days.
you know,
Gone
this cool Swede.
That's
the
why I
man from
love
the Wimbledon
this
Championship
video.
in the past.
This is why
Just
I remember
keep
this.
going. Never
Because
missed
it
a beat.
just
Never
went down
argued
the
with the lines.
sinkhole
And
of
just keep
stupid.
going.
Like it started off being stupid because we didn't want
melancholy
to do it,
example,
and
would you
it
like one of
shouldn't
those,
be
Cole?
like legal because idiots get in stuck
Melancholy
in
example.
that. Then it sunk down into this where like now
why- honestly,
now we're going to
this
start putting crystals to people's birthdays.
This should have just been given
how
out
they
with
greet you?
part
Yes,
one,
either at
because
work
this is
or
the
in
kind
the
of thing
home.
you
What
show
would they
people when
do?
they're
They'd
like,
probably say,
I don't know, this seems kind of weird to me. You show that this is like, see,
the day's
they're all
started.
into it. They're all loving it. They're all having a good time.
Yeah,
that's
everybody's
the extreme,
laughing.
that's the extreme,
Also, Jane
okay.
and
We're obviously a
Broadcasting, what is
blend,
up,
but
dude?
that's
I
pushing
should
hard
probably
into
say
the
that.
one square.
I should probably say,
So
what
I
up,
have a
dude?
wife like that.
Hope all
and I
is
say
well.
good morning. She says,
Why should you say that?
Because it's been a minute.
A minute?
Choleric
Since
people
I've
normally
said
need a
hello
phlegmatic
to
wife.
Jane
I'll
and
just out of
Broadcasting.
interest.
It's 12:30.
"Okie doke." Now the
Yeah.
second person, melancholy.
Well, a real classic example of the melancholy taking a tennis player again would be Ivan Lendl. You know, didn't
Why do
quite
they
get
keep
that
talking
shot
about tennis
right.
players?
You know what I mean? Analyse it all, practice it 1,000 times.
I don't know
didn't quite
anything
get it
about
right.
tennis.
Especially
If you
not
wanted
tennis in the
an
90s.
older person,
It's a bit of a
Einstein,
back
they're
and forth
facts and
game to
figures
me.
people. You like to analyse facts and figures, measure things.
They get their equations right, their theorems,
I
they
guess
memorise
that's
the
kind
things.
of
First
neat.
kids at school to know all their tables, that sort of thing.
Absolutely, quite boring from my perspective, but we
Sure,
have to have
but
them. They've got to be
Einstein
around, you
didn't
know,
pass
because they're
mathematics in
goal
school.
setters and they analyse. And another person, someone well known in the political scene,
You know,
would be a treasurer.
I would
Mr. Paul Keating's probably
thrive in a
melancholy, you know.
society
He'd
where I
probably
could
have a little bit of
pretend to be
choleric as
smart
well
and get away
because
with
he
it.
aspired leadership.
Everyone's so
That's right,
smart
very
these days that I'm
convincing
dumb.
he goes for it.
Mind
But
you,
if
you
I
don't,
existed like
have to
200
think that
years ago,
only the choleric people
with my
are the
current
leaders,
brain,
because I believe
I would be the
in
smartest
Florence's
person around.
book, she
Yeah,
talks
you
about
get your
George
ladder
Bush
and be
being
like, ooh,
a
fire.
phlegmatic, a peaceful.
And also,
Yes,
200
they
years
call
ago
him
would
Mr.
be like the
Peaceful, even though he
medieval
organised
ages,
the
and for
winning
some
of that
reason,
great
even
war.
though
No,
you're in
it's the
Australia,
colonial
it would
ages.
have.
All right.
But even though it's
And how does
Australia,
a
it still have
melancholy?
all
I
the
know how
castles
melancholy
and
greets you in the
the
morning.
knights
That's one of
do
these.
you have a
because
melancholy
that's
person
how
in your
every
house?
time
Comes
travel
and he says
movie
it's
happens.
7:16, you're supposed to be out of the shower because my turns at
the
7:15.
TV's here, so I can put Jackson down on the floor here and he can watch stuff.
Yeah.
I've had
And straight on
the
top of it, it says it's going to be
Ghostbusters
23
cartoon
today,
on.
so you won't need your
And
coat.
my
And
favourite
I've
thing
programmed
that
my
happens
calculator to be
on
able
the
to tell me
first
the
disc of the
temperature in any
first
country in Australia,
collection
provided I
is
work
they
in
go
the
back to
state
King
of
Arthur's castle.
And I dare say that
And they're
if you
like,
went into
we're
a
from the
room, you should
future.
all
We're
line
here to
up
save the
and
past.
any
And he's
book
like,
that
oh,
you
cool.
know,
Great.
so
I'm
many
glad you're
things.
here from the future. Not give us all your
Tim,
technology
you're a
so
great
we can get
melancholy.
stronger and conquer the French.
Next one is
They watched
a key
the first
example of a
episode
saying,
of Found
a
Footage the other
popular
day.
person right here.
They missed
and who's been
everything.
homegrown would be
That first
Jackie
episode
McDonald,
gives
you
you
know,
fuck all.
starting
I
likes
hated
to
the
use
first.
the
I
hand,
watched it and
real
I went, that doesn't even have
flamboyant,
the
colourful
transformation
talk,
scene.
lead
It doesn't have
coming.
anything.
And,
It doesn't even have the part where
well, I
they.
know the person
The
very well,
best
and if you want to
line
pick
in
up a
the
tennis
entirety of
player,
the show is.
you know, the coloured
No,
white pants
I'm
and
pretty sure that
coloured
might be in
shirts
there.
and just real
But
flamboyant
no,
type
the
of
best
person.
line for the whole
And,
show is just
another
my
tennis
favourite
player
thing
would be
that
Jimmy
negates
Connors. I mean,
everything
if
that they
he
do
really
is
expressed it,
it'll
when's
send
the
him
point?
to
He goes,
another
"Wow,
dimension did for a little while.
For a little while.
You've got him down well.
One of my favourite things from that show is the bone.
How do you find
He kept answering.
They're not here right now.
Shut up, Ghost. Give me that goddamn.
We're totally. Oh, he hung up.
Like, why do they keep that?
I've seen it 1,000
Why don't they
times.
send that to its other dimension
now let's
for a
think
little
about
while?
the choleric person.
Just get a
The
phone.
choleric person, if you're going to take
Like,
a
if
good
they
example, I
can
can't think of a
harness
better one
the
that just
power
first
of the
comes to
ghost
mind
realm
is
to
that great
transform
statement from
them,
Winston
why can't
Churchill.
they make the other ghosts
all the
disappear for
problems
longer
that the
than a
wars
little
on
while?
which the
Just a
world,
little
we're never
while.
going to give up.
No, I think the logic behind it is, right, because they all work for Primeval, right? Primeval has this little piano thing, his grand piano that he can use to travel through time and stuff.
Control of the game a bit and speak to the umpire if it's not right.
But he loves it all.
Would be our good friend Johnny
But he has this thing, so basically it's like, they can be in another dimension for 1,000 years, for a million years,
a
right?
lady actor. Well, she
He can just go forward to that time, a million years in the future, and then bring them back.
That's why they're all robots.
Dispense with her men and get the men and get them out of the way. Joan Collins, would that make sense to you?
It does.
They've all got robotic.
Yes, that shot of her, she's so rigid about it all.
Likes to take control.
Fantastic.
What
So
I found
how does
interesting when I actually watched
a choleric
on
person
Saturday morning
greet
was,
you in the morning?
I didn't know
A
this.
choleric person,
Apparently,
I reckon, would greet you in the
Ghostbusters
morning by
cartoon
saying,
came out after
"Go
Ghostbusters
ahead."
the
Yes.
movie
Money
because
that
the
I
property was like, no, we don't
So
want to make an actual
the way that
Ghostbusters
happened
thing.
was they did the original series. I have it on DVD. And then Bill Murray and those guys all went and were like, we want to make a movie. We want to use. No, they didn't buy it. They rented it. They rented the name Ghostbusters to use for the movie that everybody knows and loves, which I think is subpar. I do not actually enjoy it that much. But anyway, so then you have those two
well,
movies.
if we take the career manual, and let's even if you started with the phlegmatic person, dear quiet, by the way,
But anyway, and then when those movies were that successful, the original series, the people who made that original series were like, well, we're going to jump on this success because we still own it. No, that's what happened.
There's a little bit you missed out. The Ghostbusters movies guys wanted to rent the property a little more to do a cartoon series.
Oh yeah, well that's
then the original guys went, oh, no, we're going to do it first.
Well,
So
yeah,
you
basically
need to be
that's kind of what happened. Yeah, they were just like, we're making
the
series,
details
we're
of
going to
the
make a cartoon
order
series,
form
we'll
and
use the
wanna know
name
what
again.
the
They're like, no, you're not, we're going to use it.
Yeah,
That's why
na-na-na.
the Ghostbusters movies cartoon is called The Real Ghostbusters because it has a different title because that way it's being able to differentiate from the franchise that actually owns the rights to the name.
who wants it the easy way.
Exactly, otherwise you can chase them away from the
And
business.
honestly,
It's
yeah,
the
I
law of
think
attraction. And you can
I
learn the
prefer
techniques and
the
learn
old
not to
style
push
one
people away
anyway.
to work their strengths. You don't know what a
I haven't
Singh would
watched
do with
much
the
of
cream
the
manual?
Slimer Ghostbusters
Well, basically, if you said, oh, Mr. Singh, what do you do about with the cream manual? He said, oh,
Yeah.
is there a cream
They're more
manual?
along that sort of like Ninja Turtles-y kind of line,
Because
where
they
it's
just like
like
to know when the
a
next
little bit
function
more
meeting and
quick-moving.
where the fun stuff is. You know?
I brought something up and I did it
Still
again.
have
I
to buckle
derailed
And
it.
the
So watching the movies
Choleric
anyway.
person. They sort of have it under the arm. And so
Got it your way, now. You notice I'm saying choleric.
Yeah,
It's very persuasively popular, aren't
Doing
you?
it well, you're doing well.
We need another show, right?
It's
Well, we've
choleric.
got
I can do
two.
this business by myself, thank you. I've got the manual under my arm, it's
I
okay.
have 3. I need 2 more to fill a
necessarily
5-day
read
thing,
it
but
either,
eventually
do
I do
they?
want to work on that.
No,
that
but I'll
game.
just go and do it their own way and
Once
run
I
over a few
figure
people in
my
the
life
process.
out.
However,
that in the folder?
all jokes aside, they make
Wegs?
great leaders. They really do. They make
Is there Wegs in the folder?
No, it's the patent folder.
Open the fucking folder and show me the Wegs!
I've heard that you
What's
can
that?
judge what sort of person
He just-
they are by
He's not
their
enjoying the
faces.
pyramid scheme. You
No,
don't like
no,
pyramid schemes?
he's not
Well,
enjoying
I've got a
us
deal.
going off topic.
I've got a deal for
We should
you,
pay
Jane, at
attention.
broadcasting, right?
it's
If you
interesting,
sell
see this
these
person
Wegs,
here.
I just
we both make money.
Obvious.
Oh.
It's obvious.
And then you get other people to sell those Wegs. We both make money.
Absolutely born
How
to
do
be
we lose?
successful at the absolute top of the tree.
Pay for babies.
Wait a minute. It says
Oh,
in the
there's a
back of this
baby.
photograph, this is a picture of John Smith.
Oh, sorry.
Babies are roughed.
Okay, next, please.
Well, this photo here, just looking at it, can tell you many, many things. This person is born to be the little Aussie achiever, right? Absolute marketing manager type.
The great
He's just
Aussie
gonna go out
battler.
with a deal. He's going to attract a lady with sort of black hair and man. They're going to drive Mazdas and going to take the world by storm.
Thank you, Jerry Crockford. Next.
Okay.
Actually, screenshot that
Oh,
picture.
have a
and
look at
send
this.
it
He
to
still looks the
Jerry's
same.
email.
I've never seen him without a tie, though. This is.
What does he look like now? Is there a picture of him
Obvious
anywhere?
to
Yeah,
that
it's on his
person's
website. He
obviously
looks the same,
destined to
but
manage a
kinda
company.
grey.
You can tell by their aggressive business dress they've got there.
This is Mr. Managing Director Neil Reid. Look at him.
Have a look at that one. Now I can tell just by looking at that photo that person's born to organise the flamboyant conventions and keep all our emotions running very, very high at our functions.
So that's got to be a choleric and the
sanguine in him as well.
A bit of
So
sanguine.
now they're doing in-jokes.
Daryl Lloyd, obviously.
There he is. And
They're also
You can
doing
tell
this
he's
thing where
choleric
apparently
because,
this guy can tell from looking at babies what version of
just look at this.
person
You
in
can tell
that
he's choleric because
4-person
he's got
thing
the
they
head of the
fit.
kid next door in his
No,
hand.
that's what I mean. It's an in-joke. It's a thing where they're like, oh, this is this guy who does this. And that's what I mean by it. They should have given this out. Where it's like, see, you may not be on board after the first video, but see the second video? We're all friends here. We all know each other. That's...
No, I agree with that.
If you're running,
if you're
running a, so okay, I can explain it. I can explain what this is.
Fantastic.
Highly recommend
Because
you get them in the back of your order.
my brain is interpreting this a certain way. So let's just say someone says to you, "Let's go and
let's give him a big round of applause."
You know, let's go to this dealer. He's got a bunch of heroin for a good price. Let's go do it. $3 million fuck that. I don't want to touch heroin. But then what happens when you go into a room and there's about 50 people in there and they're all the best of friends and are like, huh, now it's time for the heroin, and they all just do the heroin. That's going to make it look a little bit more appealing. Whether you end up doing it or not, it's going to be that thing that may make you think like, oh, all those people having a good time.
Yeah, maybe I should buy Dunlop shoes.
You need to have the jug absolutely clean, particularly around the top.
If everyone has Dunlop shoes and they're all friends,
I like Kool-Aid.
You might buy Dunlop shoes.
Great stuff.
You know, it was Flavor Aid, by the way. So Kool-Aid gets a rap for nothing.
With a hand mixer, you just mix it up and then fill the jug with water.
What do you mean for nothing? These people, they ascended to heaven's
if you like to
gate.
get it out of the cupboard, this is much quicker.
You want to do it the easy way.
Take it easy. Good stuff.
I'm learning. I got this.
Worse.
Next, please.
I always find the flavours improved
but he
if
used
you
to
make
cut
it up the
people's
night
hair.
before you want to use it.
The way she says I was and I find it's a
You
choleric
skipped
kind of
being
way
a
of saying
baby.
it, isn't it? Do it my way.
Do it my way. That's right.
Can't even eat by itself. Do this.
And the quiet little gentleman next door.
Boy.
Weather, be sure to keep it refrigerated.
Okay, because that's important.
Yeah, but it can't feed
to leave it
itself.
out as well.
So you like,
Next,
it's the
please.
thing where it's like, meh, whatever.
It's always better to shake the
There.
waylight before you pour it into a
You
glass.
never know what the
especially
goddamn
flavours.
thing wants, and you
Well,
have to
otherwise
just
the
like,
chocolate all stays in
it's
the
like,
bottom.
oh,
Thank
the
you very
baby's
much.
crying.
We'll give
What
them
does
a
it
round of
want? Does it want this? Does it want that? You have to like gradually do stuff to figure out what it wants. Clean me up, Scotty.
You'll find Florence Latau's personality books on your order
you
form
don't-
where
you
you
don't
can
want all
get the
the
information
chocolate
in
that goes
plain English.
to the bottom.
We recommend you read Personality Plus first.
Although if we
All the
unfold
charts
and
and
fold again, it
diagrams
might
are
reset.
explained in easy-to-read terms. You can take the tests yourself and work out your own unique personality blend along with those of your family and friends. It's
You know that
fun,
James
it's
is probably one of
practical.
the people
It gives you
following
a
me.
sound basis on which to
Probably. I
build
think he
better
might be my
relationships.
one of like in
Your
my top 10
personality
longest
tree
followers.
takes you further
Sure,
into
but
the subject
unfortunately doing
and
the
helps
stuff
you to
later in
put
the day
the
to
concepts
get
to
more
work
people
on a
to
day-to-day
alienate
basis.
him 'cause he
Order them
deserves
both today.
I know, I'm sorry,
Hundreds
James.
of our members spend most of the year preparing for the great overseas breakaway, and why not? The stories and
Sure, return in
excitement from
50 years.
Vanuatu spurred
Well,
many more
in
enthusiastic
50 years,
members
I'll
onto
be nearly
Singapore
80.
and beyond. If you pay your
think
own
by
way,
then I'll be
you
dead.
will
Look
have
at
a
that
great
picture.
time. But when you qualify for
A
the
great
overseas
time.
breakaway, all expenses paid by the company, even part
What?
paid, it will be
All right,
the
I'm in.
trip of your life.
They get a holiday
Plans
for
and
free.
steps are laid out in the brochures and the monthly
Keep
magazine.
going up way right.
Circle the dates in your diary,
Even
get your
up the legs.
passport ready, arrange to have the children stay with grandma, and dust off your luggage. You're breaking away overseas
off your
with one of
luggage.
Daz's exciting adventures.
Thanks, Daz.
Wonderful. We're having a great time here, and I hope you're enjoying this as well. The
Oh,
next
I'm
segment,
having
we're
a
crossing
blast.
live via satellite to 24
Finger
Devlin Street,
blast.
where we're going to meet Scott McClintock. Scott, there is he? Scott,
It's a pre-recording, isn't
Hey,
it?
you're looking
Yes.
wonderful. Doesn't he look fantastic?
that
The only man I know with a
computer.
100 megabyte
No, he
brain
looks
and
like a guy who
64
uses a
kilobyte body.
computer.
He doesn't.
From the
Oh, I'm
90s.
sorry.
4
You got
kilobyte
it.
body.
We're going to ask Scott a couple of questions about the
That's
order
only,
form,
like,
and I think we should start by getting Scott to explain to us.
4,000 bits.
Scott, what do the letters PV stand
All
for?
right, goodbye, Jane, and cheers
PV
to
stands
you.
for point value. When each product is released, it is assigned a point value. For
Oh
example,
my god, that looks
a packet of Waylite Malt Supreme
Yeah, that's
has
it.
8
They're not
points.
talking.
A packet of country grain bread mix has 7 points. You add your point values up in order to determine your bonus. 100 points is 4%,
I like how they put,
250 points 6%,
Tippy
500
tappy
points
beep
8%,
beeps
and so
in the
on.
back.
And Scott, a lot of people add up their points value and then calculate their 4%
Adding
or
machines.
8% or whatever on their points value. Say there was an order of $120,
Is it
and
just
the
me or
points
does
value
Jane
of that would
come
be
in
about
like every
100. They
week
add that
and
up
then
and
just
say,
not
good, I'm
say
going to get
anything
4% of
I mean,
$120, about
sometimes we
$4,
need
something or other.
distraction,
But that's not
and
quite right,
Jane
is
is here
it?
to produce the
Well,
distraction.
you have
Does
to
he
take
like
into
load
account
up
CV.
without the...
I don't
stands
think
for
he fully
compensation
gets what we
value.
do, and I think that's
It's
a
a
problem
measure
for a
which
lot
is
of people
calculated
who might, in
when
the
we have
comments,
taken
they
into
might be
account the
like,
expenses and
I
overheads
think
involved
more
in
so
running a
he
business.
loads this up without the
That
visuals.
$120
Doesn't he?
order
Doesn't
that we
not
were
just
talking
doesn't
about
get it.
before,
Just
it has
doesn't even
approximately
watch.
90
it's possible,
CV on it.
but no, I legitimately
So you
did
take
see your
4%
mustache.
of the 90
Yeah,
CV, which
I
comes
guess.
out at around
So
about
I just think it's one of those things
Got that?
where
You
it's like
calculate
those
your
who get it get
CV,
it, those who
not
don't
your
are
PV.
just never
Righto,
going to
Scott,
do it.
how do you get more
I'm
money?
never going to get it.
Well, you could place bigger orders,
Never gonna
but
get it.
there's a limit to what you can eat, obviously. So, you can
You're
introduce
not
other people
gonna
to the
get
business.
it.
And as they place orders, those orders go together with your orders, and so the company pays you a bigger bonus.
Good. Scott's doing a great job, isn't he? For a melancholy, wouldn't you think?
Hey, good Scott.
For a melancholy. He's totally a
I'm glad you're in charge
melancholic.
of it, Scott. We really need somebody like you
I'm
there.
glad I'm
Perfect
a sanguine.
person.
Damn Aries.
We're going to talk about group bonuses more ourselves in a second, but you
see,
can
we're
explain to
friends.
us how you've
Yeah,
programmed the
because I'm
company computer
Pisces.
to be
No,
able to
I'm
help
a-
us earn more
I'm a
money.
Cancer.
Talk about
I
the first
am
one.
an Aquarian.
Firstly, you can ring up the
I am an
company,
Aquarian.
and the operators
I
can
am
tell
an
you how many points you
Aquarian.
and your group
You're
have
a
so
what?
far this month. That way, you can see if
Aquarian?
you're close to
What are you?
250 points. If you can place a small order, you can go from 4% to 6%.
I need to look at
Perhaps
the
you
dates
have a
though. I
bigger
actually
group.
Don't remember the
A small
cancer
order
song.
can take you
Sorry.
from
Probably
16%
bad.
to
I can do
20%,
most of them.
and hence earn more money.
Well, that's an important service. How many of you use that?
Talk about the Taurus. Talk about the bully boo
Did I
boo.
hear
It's
someone
important
not
to
getting
know
my
that
jokes?
that's
Yeah, you
best
probably
available
did.
or only available between 9
I'm also
and 5
drinking,
office hours
principally.
in Queensland. The after-hours service.
Me,
is
I
there
never
for
get
placing
your
orders,
jokes. You
but
come in here
that's
every
taken to
frickin' week.
another
You tell jokes, and I'm like, what the hell's
Yes,
going on?
detail your joke.
You need to explain it to me.
So,
it goes
you
right
will
over
only
my
get that
hat.
level of service between 9
Also,
and 5 office hours
what
out of
star
the
sign are
company's
you?
telephone answering system. Scott, there's another couple
Yeah,
of
what
ways that you
star
do
sign
help
are
us,
you?
and
Pisces?
I'd like you to talk about the one on the
I wish I was
printout, please.
Pisces.
Now, the group printout is a mine of information. We've designed it for the members so that they can see how they and their group are going. For example, it shows how many points each person in their group has ordered personally.
Someone in the crowd yell at a question
how each
for
of
him.
their
Yes, it
subgroups
is.
Call him a loser, make
how
him
many
cry.
members they've
Waiter!
using the book and tape program, and also how they can contact these people, perhaps if they don't know them, when they're interstate, etc.
Thank you, Scott. You've done a tremendous job. Do all of you
Maybe
get the
they're
company printout?
loving Leo
Well, some of you, all of you,
Lion.
good on you. We're going to interview Keith
Good on
Janke in a
you.
moment, so don't go
Yeah.
away. Stay right with
That was
us.
not
We'll reorganise
condescending at
ourselves
all.
here a little bit.
This guy,
Please,
I hate
thank
this guy.
Scott before he goes away.
Finger guns. Next up, we have Keith
When you
James.
introduce people
Could you
into our
imagine if
business,
this show had more
all
than
of the
one
points
episode?
value of all of the
Like,
orders
what would they do
of
on the
all of
second
the
episode?
people in your group
I think we're
are
now showing
all
like
attributed
what,
to you.
No, I
by
mean,
the office
this
computer.
live studio
As the
audience
size of the
bullshit.
orders grows, so
I
does your
just
bonus.
imagine, like, by the last
Your
episode,
group,
by episode 10,
including
they've
you,
been
orders
sitting there for
100
so
to
many hours, they're like,
249 points.
stop!
You
Let's go!
Why did you have to film it all in one go? Let's keep it that way. We'll give you some free wags. I can't eat any more wags. I drank enough glasses of the cheesecake already.
That
was the wags!
Bonus. So the way it works is, the more group volume, the higher the bonus percentage. 1,250
Every single
points
man
to
in this whole video is
2,499 points
thinning hair
earns you a
wise.
10% bonus. 2,500 points to
Maybe they should invent a works product for
3,499
that.
points, you get a 12%
Just rub some
bonus.
Rub some wags in the top.
3,500 points to
Yeah.
4,999 points, you earn a 16%
We'll get Shane
bonus.
Warne in it.
And now for the
Oh,
big
yeah, I
one.
reckon.
When your group,
Yeah.
including you, orders
Now for the big
5,000
one.
points or
If
more,
you put more
you
shine
earn a
into it, you get more
20%
shine
bonus.
out of it.
So
Ah.
how does it work?
20%
Well, firstly,
bonus.
you earn the full bonus on your own order. For example,
Wow.
when you're at 20%, that means you receive a 20%
Yeah.
bonus
You want the
back
purple
on
wags,
your
or
own
do you want
product
the,
order.
the green
and
eggs?
then you earn the
Green
difference between
wags
your
and-
bonus amount and the
ham.
bonus amount to which the
And
first
slam
generation
dunks,
people in
because you're going to
your
make a
group
lot of
entitled.
money on this.
The good news is the computer works it all out
I don't know
for you
about that.
and pays
Oh yeah,
everyone
dude,
their
they're
right
telling
amount.
you right now.
When someone
Computer
in
does
your
all the
group
work
reaches
for
the
you.
20%
Free
level
money.
with you have
Wow.
your first breakaway,
That's like working
and the
on
company
YouTube.
pays you a
The
5%
computer
career
does all
bonus.
the work for you.
Watch the show
No, it
for
doesn't,
more
'cause you just
details
have to play the
on how the
goddamn
bonus
game.
system works.
Upload the videos.
You know, I thought about. I realised that yes,
Said it would be
you
a very
make
quick change.
more
We
money
just
than
made
I
it.
do
Thank you, fellas. You
on
worked
your
well.
YouTube. You know you do.
I want you to listen closely to the
But the
next
amount of
guest,
work
and I
you
think
put
you
in
will.
compared to
This
the
is a
work
man
I
who
put
joined
in.
the business in
Yeah.
1986
I agree.
and in less than 5
Yeah,
years
and then I
achieved
go
the
and do your
tremendous
work as
status
well. That's
of
great.
Diamond Director. We're very proud to know him. We're glad that he knows so much about the business and can make it clear to us. Please welcome one of the experts in word-of-mouth marketing, Mr. Keith Janke.
I love it.
Yeah, me too.
What mix gets that in though?
I think it's the...
That's enough. Let's keep you calm.
The old
Did you
music
get that
lost
group
in
printed
town.
out, by the way?
No,
It's
just lost in
80s.
town. One is what I would
I
like.
thought it was
Well, yeah,
80s
how big was your first one?
skeleton page.
Maybe.
And
Yeah,
now
you
he
might be
brings
right.
it in with
Yeah.
a forklift from
Cultural
the front
There'll be a
driveway,
skeleton.
right?
Not quite.
Regardless
It's
of
way
whether
over
it's that
100
specific
pages.
one.
Is it?
Because I just
Yeah.
recently watched every
How does the
single
group
Lost and
printout help you?
Found because
enormously, Cole,
people
because
I
we're able to look
I
through
make
that and
Kato watch
identify
every
the
single
people
Lost
that
and Found.
are keen about building a business.
Yeah. And the thing is, now that I've
I want
rewatched
to talk to you
it,
about
I
that
know
in
where
a
a lot
moment,
of
but
those
first,
videos
how about
are
briefing
from.
us on the bonuses?
And I
Did you get
didn't
them
when
down
we
off
first
pat?
watched
I
them.
think the first
Most of them
couple are a
structure
bit
runs
more
from 4%
interesting
right
than
through to
the later
21%.
ones.
And as you
The
achieve
later
those
ones are a lot
different
of,
levels, you know, you get paid
Stairway to
accordingly.
Stardom.
Green wigs and when. That's the
Around
best.
16 or 20%, people start
It's
having
the best.
doubts. Well, I suppose after they've been in the
Did you
business
see
for a
that
while,
on
they
the
don't.
video?
But at the early levels, they say, oh,
No,
what will
Shane.
happen to me if I
No,
introduce
I was-
somebody and
I was
they reach a
referencing
higher level than
Andrew,
I do?
not-
I was too
They
busy
get
laughing
close.
at
They worry
everything
that they'll
going
lose
on.
the benefit of having done it.
Yeah, sometimes that
Yeah,
happens.
but most
People
of
get
the,
this
the
feeling
latest
that
stuff
because
in
we have a
Lost and
term we
Found
talk
is,
about breakaway.
Yes, and it makes you feel as though the person's going to break out of your group or
community
something
TV
and you
show
lose the joy of it.
called
Well,
Stairway to
their
Stardom.
points
Kinda like-
I know what it
does
is.
tend not to be counted
That's where
in your
most of
group
it
points.
came
That
from.
part's true. But what we got to
Really?
consider is
Yeah.
this: when someone's at the 16%
so
level,
many clips from
you're at the
there,
20%
Stairway to
level because
Stardom.
you always get paid the difference. see?
Yes.
You're obtaining a 4%
Do they have
override
that
on their
awkward
volume.
comedian?
Yes.
And when they go to
Which one?
20%,
The guy who just
obviously there's no
I
difference
guess
left.
With the
There's a lot.
mustache
So
and
then you move
the
up to the
big
next
bloomer
bonus
jacket,
structure. We
or
call
the
that the career bonuses.
the Italian one.
And when you
with
get
the
there,
Italian
Sushi
one,
raviolis.
5%
that guy.
entire
That
of
guy.
that breakaway person. So
Yeah,
Oh, he was
they had
the
loads
worst
of
5% or
funny
4%.
comedian
Okay, you win. That's wonderful.
of all time.
Yeah, but
And I've
the
seen a
other
lot
guy
of
with the
Australian
mustache,
comedians.
That's not
he
the
was
main
like,
reason, though, why we
yeah, I
encourage
like
people to
a
become
lot
group
of
director
comedians.
as
I
quickly
like
as
Steve
possible.
Martin because
There's
he's
a
a
more
great
important one because when a
guy.
person reaches
I'm
group
like,
director,
yeah, I'm done.
that's kind of like it's
You
a
can
pretty good
stop
achievement.
now.
It is.
And they feel
Is
more
that 'cause
important,
people used
and
to
then
call you the
they
crazy
become
guy?
more independent in their own right.
So annoying.
And then you can get
You
busy.
don't know
about
what he's
helping
gonna
Never
do
know
next.
what's
through
going to
the same
happen
level.
next.
Okay, that's good. Take us through a couple of the other
The
bonuses.
Frenchmen are always
Yeah, let's
pictured
get
either
right down to
facial hair
basics. The
and
first
you
one's
could quite
100
literally
points. If you order a minimum of 100
ceramic
points,
level of strength of
that's
the French
the level where the
political
company
system.
pays all the
There was many
handling
revolts.
charges.
When are we talking
And it's
about?
also with a
Like just
bonus to
after
start, of
Revs,
course.
just after
Okay, I can do this one. I
the
know where you're heading.
Napoleonic
Then
Revolution.
you need to get the group, the bulk savings bonus at 200 points, where you get a 3% extra bonus that takes you to 7% on your own order. Is that right?
That's right. Obviously,
you do it in one order.
yeah, if you do it, that 200 points in a
Thank you for
single
the
order, that's what
explanation.
happens. It's obviously
You also
more
have a record of
economical
telling
for the
people their
company, isn't it?
mustache is
They do
nice,
it
only to
a
follow up
larger order
on
rather than several
the
little orders during the
assassination of
month.
Franz
I worked that out
Ferdinand.
very quickly, and we
Well,
started
didn't the
placing
guy who
250
assassinated
point
Franz
orders so we
Ferdinand
can
have a
get
really
9% bonus.
pissy
That-
mustache?
don't
Like,
take
wasn't
a
he
long
like
to
one of
work
those
that one,
guys who
does
had
it?
like
You're a good man.
like
Cole,
almost a
you're right on that
pedo-ish
money real
mustache?
quick.
I seem to recall
There
that
was
being
another
his
one
name.
That Keith Jenkins said, "I'm a good man."
I know a lot of
Franz Ferdinand
French,
was-
what they do is, I tried it for
You
a
were
while.
too quick. You
is
beat me, and there was
kinda
another one on
shave
the 100
top
points I
here,
wanted to tell you
under
about.
the nose.
And this is one
So
the
there's
company's
kind of
put in
like
there
a
as an
pencil mustache
encouragement
that
to
goes
for new
around,
people when
and
they're
I just
starting
felt
off in
lazy,
particular.
so I didn't.
And they'll pay you an extra
And also
4%
they're
again.
No, I
This
get
lovely
the whole
bonus
French
savings
Revolution thing. I
situation.
totally
Or
got
if you order a minimum 100
because I
points,
studied the
every
French
new
Revolution.
person you
But
introduce,
it's more
they'll
just, are
pay
you actually
4%
talking
on
about the
their
political
personal
system
orders
after the revolt
for
or
their
after the
first 6
Napoleonic
months in the
Wars
business.
or what?
I like that
where
because a lot
are
of
we
people
going
say,
with this?
"Oh yeah, you got to get into these things really early
Kinda
for it to
learn
be any
about
good." And this
legs.
company looks
Mustache
after
names guy,
the
this is
latecomers
Batford.
just as well as the
No,
early
no,
comers.
no,
doesn't
no,
it?
Look him
no,
up
no,
That's what
on
they're doing in the
on
daycare company because
YouTube.
they
Don't.
pay,
Do
pay
it.
special
Give him
attention
some
to
ad
looking
revenue.
after
Just
people
put his
just
videos on
starting
in the
off.
background
Because it
and
can make
walk
quite a
away.
difference in the early stages, whether your
So it
bonus is going
pays
to
for
be
your
$20
beers.
or $40, that extra 4%.
So there are no late
I
comers.
get more
are there?
beer
That's
the more
great.
money
You
he
really
makes.
are
fair
working
enough.
with people
It's
that
the
have an
only
equal
place I get
opportunity.
beers from
Sure.
these days.
Fantastic.
Sure.
Okay, more bonuses?
Yeah, I guess another one would be the book and tape program.
He managed to really
Often
take
people
me out
see
like
a book
9
on
years
tape, and that's
after he
going to
died.
cost me
I know,
money.
right?
Well,
He
it
recorded
does in
that.
the sense you're investing
He recorded
in
that
the business
the
or
day
investing in
before he was
yourself because
assassinated
it gives you ideas.
in
But the
1914.
thing about it,
No,
the company actually
you don't
pays
know.
you points.
See that one?
Well, counts
Yeah, he
points and
recorded that
pays
in
your CV
1913.
for just
And
using
the
the book
tape
and tape
was only
program
found.
yourself.
The recording
And
was
more
only
importantly, of
found.
course, you'll get the benefits from it and encourage your
What's
members
about
to be on it.
topic now?
Oh, I see. It could
About
conceivably
90-something
get to
years
the point
later.
where the number of people in your group using the book and tape
just Wegs,
actually pays for your own
Wegs,
book and tape
Wegs.
program.
Fuck over your friends, Wegs.
That's very achievable. But the big dollars, I see that little glint in your eye. There's a thing called
It's catchy.
There's a thing called the top producer bonus.
Right.
Now, the company actually calculate this one for you. Every month they award, each calendar month this is, they award whoever has created
the Australian
most business
Hungarians
for them, Australia-wide. So you might introduce Sam here in this state, for example. He introduces his mate in another state.
Already.
And all the business that accumulates in that month, they keep track of that. And you can actually phone towards the end of the month and even just check and see if you're in the rating, you know, in the top 10. And it's worth $1,000 if you happen to pull off first spot.
Fantastic. All right. And then I know what he's going to... Yeah, you like that, don't you?
You like the $1,000?
Oh yeah, I like $1,000.
I want to get in first. I want to remind you to
No, don't be greedy.
Damn it!
Not unless you
This
sell
whole
more
thing
eggs.
is about greed.
It's funny
Sell
you
more
know that,
eggs.
so I've got the sheet here.
Sell more eggs, so you get a 500 club bonus.
That one.
But where did the 500 people
the
come in?
sanguine.
As I
The
was explaining
sanguine was
on
one of
the segment we did
when
the
they
other
split the
day.
screen into
The
four.
500 Club
It's
is
the
geared
different
to
personality
encourage
types.
both
There was
width
the
and depth in your
sanguine, there was
business.
the
Right.
And they've got a few qualifications. You need to have a minimum of 3 first-generation members.
And I said
sanguine
instead.
See?
Wait.
Number 3, first people. There's you, and there's the 3 first-generation members.
Now, somewhere in there, you need to have at least 1 second-generation member.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you work that out,
$50
each of those
extra,
have ordered a minimum of 100 points.
Good.
So that comes to 400. So that's the 500
Oh,
Club.
come
So
to
there
the
has
end
to
of
be
our
a fifth
conversation.
person there somewhere. Now, here's an example where that person number 4, they're introduced the fifth person.
about
Right?
the
Okay, let's go through them all. This is number 1. He's introduced
We'll
3
file.
first-generation
Stick
people
file
by
right
the
in
rule,
viewer's face.
and his first person has got on with the business and introduced 2, so he's got 1 at second generation and an extra 1 at second generation. There's his 5. He qualifies
All
for
of
the
those are
500 club bonus.
And number 2 example is very similar, isn't it?
Yes, the first person introduced 1, second
very
person introduced 1, and the third.
This one down here, see?
I
this is number
understand
3.
this
Yeah, we
chart.
covered this. I thought you knew about numbers. Oh, I see. He's going ahead, right? I've been told, haven't I? Number 4 is a bit of. I don't
Person
like
in
that
my
organisation
earphone
much. It's a
says
bit
just
too
get on with
wide
it.
and not deep enough, isn't it?
Oh, well, we need a bit of both.
That's
Yes.
not
But
deep
that's
enough.
the other way you can do
That's
it
a little
by
too
putting in
wide.
some little bit more width yourself.
Okay, terrific.
Much
Now,
like
there's a
my
few
ex-wife.
conditions. They need to order a minimum of 100 points each. For leadership purposes, you need to have attained a minimum of 200 points yourself in that same period. Now, the important thing, this one isn't on a calendar month. This is based on a 4 consecutive week period. So a person starting right away now can start whether it's the middle of the month, the end of the month, the first of the month.
Excellent. How long would it take a person to
first of
qualify
the
for
month.
that, do you think?
That's a good question. Certainly don't look at it as being a 4-week project. To give you an example, we've just, about a week and a half ago, got a person going down south. And within 2 days, I spent some time working with this person, doing some meetings and things, and they got that within a
5
2-day
minutes.
period to achieve that.
Wow,
So you
2
don't have
days.
to, yeah, that's right. But that's only part of the story, because see, you've already created.
Oh, when he creates a winner, he does a good job, doesn't he?
No, why not? You create some momentum. And I left him a target. I said, now before the 4 weeks is out, I expect you to have done that 4 times. Now, so far, within the next 7 days, he had doubled it and done it a second time.
Go on.
So that was pretty good. But the most important part of the
it's
whole
only
lot
a
is
clock in
one of
5
the first
minutes.
members we helped him introduce, that person has also done the same thing. They've got the same qualification.
Well done. That's good.
Not to get controversial or anything, but Hitler from Australia.
Oh, I did.
I guess I should tell you about
the Cronulla
riots.
riots.
Them too.
Oh
Yes.
boy.
A fun bonus?
Oh,
okay.
Okay. Cronulla riots.
The company
I
have
don't
this
know if I should
program
say this,
where each
but
I want to
year
learn
you
about the
receive
fun
breakaway.
bonus, not the Kelowna
And
riots.
sometimes people can
The
look at
guy
that and say,
who
well,
got
I
the
couldn't
people
qualify for that
responsible
one.
for the
And
Cronulla
all
riots
the,
off.
sort of the Jerry
I
Crofters or
know
the
that
goers in
guy.
the business might get that. But we've had people who have actually
Yeah?
joined the business
Yeah,
and in
the
that
guy
same
who, like,
year have
put like
achieved
millions
that
of
overseas
dollars into their
breakaway,
lawyers and stuff.
trip.
I have spoken
And
to
it's
that
do a
guy.
not like
photo
a
with
thing
it?
you win, it's a
Can we
thing you
watch
earn.
it?
Everyone
could.
has the
Is
same
it on
target
VHS?
to
I
shoot
could
for.
easily.
So we'd encourage
Don't
every
want to.
new person to
He's
go
kind of
for
a
that
dick.
incentive.
In fact, he's a
the other great
gigantic
thing about
piece
it,
of
there are
shit.
some.
Bigger than
There is a
Larry?
situation if you don't quite make
Oh,
the
yeah.
full qualification
No,
that
I
year,
have no
new
doubt,
directors
yeah.
that come on as a
He is
result of
an
that
absolute
effort can be counted
scumbag
into the
piece
next
of trash.
period.
Oh, okay, that's marvellous. Look, he's only just started. He's barely wound up. Give him an encouragement. We'll talk to him again in a second about the ambassador plan. Good on you. This is good. That's good value.
Ambassador plan? Ooh, here we go.
One of the
Yeah,
extra bonuses of
that's where
ordering 100 points
you
yourself
fuck over
is
your
the
friends
sponsor
for money
bonus plan.
again.
To encourage you to develop good habits of sponsoring and caring for the people you introduce, the company pays you an extra 4% on the orders of the people you introduce
Ooh, that's a
personally
lot of
for their
percent.
first
So many
6 months.
percents.
This can mean anything from a few dollars a month to hundreds of
Like
dollars a
handjobs?
month,
I mean,
provided
no,
you
because he
order
would
that
probably be more
100
likely to
points
pay
a
them
month
to give
yourself.
handjobs.
Remember, it
He
is
tried
for
to pay
the
me
first
for
6
similar
months of new
services,
members you
I will
personally
say.
introduce. So take advantage
And
of
I
the
was not
sponsor bonus
interested.
today by finding someone with a dream. Help them
He's
to place
a
regular
very
orders and help
strange
them to
person.
share the idea with
Very
their
rich.
friends.
When someone in your organisation has a group volume of
Very drug
5,000
addicted.
points, they are at the
5,000.
20% bonus level as well as yourself. At this point, they become a
And he
breakaway,
offered me
and
something
this
like-
is where you earn
I
the
think it was
first
like
of
$1,000
the
at
career
one of the
bonuses.
Smash Bombs, so I went
As
to-
long as
Wait,
you
what's
have
a
the
breakaway?
required group volume of 3,000
They
points,
probably covered that
separate
while
from
we
your
were talking about
breakaways,
stuff.
you are paid the career bonus based on
Or
the
maybe
turnover of the
breakaways are when,
breakaways
like-
in your
Is that when you
organisation.
reset all your stats
Full
and
details
start
are in
again?
your career manual.
Isn't that like prestiging or something?
Yeah, prestiging.
No, I think that might be when
too
like
much. He's far
you know,
enough ahead as it is.
I guess
talk
like
to us about
someone
the
that you've
ambassador
brought
plan,
in
please,
brings
because
in
I know
enough people, sort of
you're
deal,
able
like,
to do it
Yeah,
in a
they get
succinct
the
way and
prestige.
think about it succinctly.
Yeah,
but for
they
many
get
people
prestige
thinking
too.
about being an ambassador, 20 directors, that'd never happen to me.
Well, I guess, Colin's a bit like eating an elephant. How do you do that?
With difficulty.
Yeah, but you do it one
yes,
bite
there
at
we
a
go.
time. See?
Breakaway
I
is
fell in for that.
the level below the pyramid that you get a
Well,
cover.
that's what we've basically done with this ambassador plan.
a
We
bit
said,
like
well, look,
eating an
that's the
elephant.
ultimate goal. And how do we get there? We just do it step by step.
That's the ultimate goal,
And
eating the elephant.
think about it this
They just
way.
said that.
20 directors, 2 new directors a year, 10 years' time you're there.
10 times 2 is 20. You're right.
Yeah.
Spot on.
Whoa!
Well, the group printout comes into play here again, Cole, because, see, we get that thing every month.
See, the thing
And
is,
I
though,
start looking at it for people that
if we
believe
were
I can
involved in a
identify that
scheme
could
like
be
this,
potential
we
business
live in the
builders.
perfect
And they're the
neighbourhood
things
to
that
be able to make
Scott
it kill.
talked about. They're the people who might
Yeah,
be on the
because
book and
the
tape
police don't
program,
bother to look here at the
and who are
bodies very
sponsoring other
often.
people.
Yeah, I look for the number of new
Except for
members
that one
they've
time when they got
introduced.
it in the house
And the
behind
third
my
one is
house.
actually
It didn't
their own
happen.
personal
It
product
did.
usage.
It was
Was that the shooting or was it the stabbing? I
Because
can't
we see
remember.
they're ordering the products well.
They just
That's
found
a
a sleeping
point.
bag.
Because
Ah,
you
okay.
don't necessarily
house
know
where I
these
used to
people,
live.
do you? They could be 2, 3 states
no.
away.
Don't
And it
know
wasn't
them
me.
all in
And
many
I had to
cases.
prove
It's
it.
quite exciting
I
actually
had
give
to
them a
prove
phone
to
call and
Sam's
they're
parents
quite
that it wasn't.
impressed to be getting a phone call from someone.
I didn't kill
a long way
anyone.
away, and they don't even know who it is.
But they found bodies. Yeah.
must be
In my comment, I used to live there. Yeah, behind
when
me.
you became
back
Diamond,
when I was living somewhere that
you hadn't
direction,
sponsored all
there was
the
a
10
court.
directors, had you?
I remember
personally?
the court.
We sponsored
And
3 of
in
them.
that court,
And the
one
other
of
7
houses, they found a
were
sleeping
down
bag
other
up
leg somewhere,
amongst
down
a
near the
bunch
knee
of
or
rubble
something,
with
were
a
they?
dead body. And it was sitting
Couple
there for
around on
about
the
a
tip of
year.
the
So
little
it was like
toe.
all
Were they really? How far
it was
away?
just
Was,
Well, we call it like
Yeah.
working a gold mine, really, and I
And-
do. I
and yeah,
treat that our group
Sam's
like a little
parents
gold
and my
mine, but it'll only
grandparents are like,
yield
you know,
to
you
the extent that you
lived
dig in
there.
the thing.
Because
And
we
we
had
have a
moved
little
by
saying
then,
called the
but like-
80-20 rule.
But like they
And it's
found
very
a
easy
body where
sometimes
you
to get
lived.
taken
and we're
up
like,
with
oh.
trying to help people
Okay.
that really aren't the gems you're looking
Glad
for.
we got
People
out of
don't
that
want to be
house.
helped. So what we do, we look for the active
but really, I should
people.
have
Now,
hidden it
regardless of where they're placed within your group. I've actually drawn out a little
I mean, not
chart to
really,
give you an
'cause, I mean,
example.
you've avoided
You see, our
suspicion all
company's
these
very
years.
unique in the fact that we don't have retail customers as such.
Yes.
See, I might show the business to someone, they're not interested in the business, but they say, I would like to use the products. And we call
particularly
that
for a health reason or something like that.
yeah, whatever,
I'd like to
right?
use
That's
the
dual
product.
for example. Well, they just might really like the
Because you can
washing
just buy
powder
the
or
one
the
product
shampoo,
and use it for
anything.
everything.
Jill, in turn, has got a friend
You can use
called
it for
Bob,
washing
who
powder
also
or
is
shampoo.
very interested in the products. However, Bob stubs his toe or introduces his brother, who's really keen on the business side.
Yep.
Now, obviously, this fellow
Beebe.
here called Ron.
Excuse me, you have to stub your
Take
toe
me,
to get
Ron
interested
Beebe.
in the business?
That's right.
'Cause, you know,
Yeah,
I'd
apparently.
gladly break a leg. No, well, that's a silly thing to say,
That's a
isn't it?
painful
Yeah,
way to
go
do
on.
it, yeah. So that's Ron there. Now, obviously, Bob can't give Ron a lot of help
can cut
as far
that
as
out
building a
and
business is
finalise it.
concerned.
Yeah.
So when I get my group printout, if I'm on the ball, I can identify Ron has a need there. So I zoom right down there and deal directly with him.
Okay.
Now, when I say deal directly, I ring him up, tell him when
Okay.
seminars are on, and
I've
those
been
kind
sitting
of
here
things,
for like
and maybe arrange
3
to have
hours
a business
filming this
building
and I'm
meeting.
done.
And you can see how that can go further, Susie.
I'm not
Ron
buying
might
your
introduce
wigs.
Sue, and then she might have a couple of
I've just been
product
hired
users
as a
in there.
presenter, for Christ's sake.
And
Can
then
I
we
go
come
home
right down
yet?
into Jeff. Now, Jeff could be 10 or 11
No,
generations away.
Colin,
from
we've
us.
got
where you
10 more
found some of
It
episodes to
says
film.
gear.
Some of
It
those
says gear.
other 7 directors, were they a few
Jeff is
generations?
my favourite.
Certainly. I've actually
Gear.
did a meeting with someone not so long ago, and they were 17 generations away from us.
17?
That's right.
Right down under the toenail.
Yeah, well, Well, put it this way, you do whatever's necessary to become successful, isn't it? There's no such thing as a hard and fast rule, so look, you go...
You will fuck
some people look at the
anybody
career
to get
bonus
that
chart,
extra
and because it
$3
stops at 5 generations, I think,
50.
well, what's the point of
50
helping
was
someone down there?
That's
a
getting
pretty
points.
You mean,
selfish sort of attitude. That's the way I see it.
6%.
Fair enough.
But
The extra
you
6%.
don't want
Whatever
to
it
be
is,
caught up here.
right?
See, there's
Pay
depth and
attention.
width in our business.
Yes.
We need
Now,
to learn
we've
so
seen
that we
other
can
people
become
get caught up,
rich.
get so
We can
excited
scam
about this
our friends.
growth
In
happening
Milsheen, we
in
have
one
this
leg
perfect
at the expense
opportunity
of not
you
having
could buy
enough
into.
width.
You need to buy into anything. You just need
No, he does. He needs, because if you don't buy the product, we don't get any money.
The thing is, back in these days, they used to have to send people videos and say, "Get them back to us in 3 days."
Not just the first.
We've already roped everybody.
You notice something? You can never
That's
outsay
4 people.
Keith Jenkins.
Yeah, that have watched the video and may be interested in what we're selling. We've
It's the
already
same thing with Whitcol.
taken the
Sometimes
ball
people
forward.
They don't even believe
Street people,
COVID's
and
real,
they'll just
so
sort of-
I'm not signing my name onto this.
You need 3 active leagues.
Damn
so you
it.
might have to
I was
produce
really
15,
hoping that I
20
could get a
people.
couple more sales.
I encourage our members to keep working.
That's
with
why
the
you
person until they
picked
get to
this.
about that 12%.
Christmas is
level.
coming.
That's if they want to be
I
working
need
with
that
us.
money to buy those
And,
giant rubber ducks,
See,
man.
occasionally we've had members fall in this situation where someone's
He doesn't
just
want a
about to go
giant rubber
direct, and all of a
duck.
sudden there's a big
They're like
flurry
this
of someone
big.
about to go 20%. There's a big flurry because they're
But you want
struggling to
rubber
get
duck,
this
rubber duck this
3,000
big?
points.
Does it come with a
And the
hat?
mentality is they're thinking on the 3,000
It's
points.
just
If
a
they would have
rubber
been
duck. Really,
working on building a business with some width, that wouldn't have
rubber duck,
happened.
yeah.
Because you
Hat
hate
would
that,
be
don't
more
you?
interesting than
You've
just a
I've heard you on this before.
Exactly.
Somebody says, "Oh, it's 5,000 points for three consecutive months to be
yeah.
20%." And then after that, it's easy because you only need 3,000.
That's terrible.
Why is it terrible then?
Well, in our own particular situation, we had our first 2 20% legs both broke away in the same month. But it was nice because we had 14,660 points still outside of those 2 things.
Wow.
What are you
Only
watching?
because we've been
Did you hear
building...
that? 14,600 points outside. Isn't that great?
I know.
And
You
60.
got a sore neck on one side. Is that what's going on?
I just like to be
Because we've
moving
been working that
outside
width, and I
ADHD.
still
I move
apply that
around.
principle today.
Don't blame
Fine.
you.
The ambassador
your
plan
things. I just
has
wanna
got
know
a
what's
fairly
going on.
exciting
I'm watching
little package in it. The
VHS.
$200,000
You like it with
Mercedes,
the
at
wooden
least for 2
stock
years.
instead
When you
of
group
the
a million
silver stock?
points, the 100,000
I mean, I like
cash
both.
bonus. That's pretty
I can look
fantastic.
between the
Is that
two.
what drives
I can
everybody?
watch it really big or
No,
really
I
small.
wouldn't believe so.
That's okay.
But,
I do
I
a similar
gotta
sort of
admit,
thing
it was very
sometimes when
exciting
I'm watching
when
TV
we
with
achieved the
Sam, I
first
watch
car.
it in the reflection of the
But
mirror.
I guess it's like flying
It's
a
because
plane.
it's there. It's stuff moving off
I'm
in the
not a
corner of your
pilot
eye.
as
You
such,
wanna
but
look
I
at it.
understand for a plane to take off, they go at full throttle.
Yes.
And they keep that throttle
Well,
in
I have to
until
see
they
like
get the
this,
altitude
not to see
they
it.
specifically want.
Right.
And then they can afford to ease off.
I think Sophie
And I
commented
guess that's
on it
what happens in
once.
this. People
Nice.
pick the level
You
they
seem
want
to
to
get
shoot for. It
distracted.
might be
I'm
the
like,
silver
no, I'm just watching
level,
from the
for
other
example,
screen.
or the gold.
And I guess
Yeah.
I can hear John Smart saying, look, don't force people to a level they don't want to go to. Set a level for yourself. And if people want to stay at 4, 6, 8%, then that's fine.
They
It's the
set
law of
this up
attraction
like
lets
it's
them come
bullshit,
up
and
true.
it's
So I tell you what we have
bullshit.
observed.
The thing
though,
is,
people's
I'm
belief
not that-
Implying talk shows aren't bullshit.
increases depending on the size of their bonus.
I'm not
They get
that
their first
surprised
bonus at
because I have
6%. I
been
think,
watching
maybe 10% will be all right.
while going
They
to
get to 12
hospitals
and
and doctors'
I've
offices and
experienced
stuff.
that,
All
have
those
we?
morning shows.
The
It's
products
nothing
even
but
work better.
ads surrounded by ads.
But it
They're
happens
not
in
paying
the,
It annoys
the,
me. You know, this
career
is
bonus
kind of
structure
my
too, when people
morning
do get to
show
that
or
director
my
level,
daily
bronze
show
seems,
kind of
hey, yeah, let's go for
shit
this, and then
talk
silver
thing.
and so on.
I hate
because we
how
we
Ellen
had those
DeGeneres
other
got away
bonuses,
with
for
treating
example,
people as shitty as
silvers
she
and
did.
above.
I never
there's
watched
an
Spider-Man.
annual bonus.
I just heard the
dividend they
controversy
can
of
qualify
her
for.
apparently treating her
And,
crew
we talked about the car and
so
that. But I
poorly
guess
to where
the other
like
thing
it was
over and above all this is the
borderline
fact that
abuse.
this is something you're building for the
And
future.
she's welcome to just
for
keep
your
making a
family,
show
for your
now.
children.
She didn't get cancelled.
A particular organisation, because the income is willable.
Maybe
There's
she
there's
wants
career
to be friends
bonuses
with
once you've
Roseanne.
established that.
She did that whole thing where
It's
she
there for all time.
cried
I
and
read that
said,
in the
"I'm
legalese
sorry,"
in the career
and that's meant to
manual,
make it
how they
okay
work. It's very
suddenly.
simple
Like,
and
no,
very
everyone else
straightforward,
gets
very
cancelled
generous,
for that
really.
shit.
I
You
think
get
the way this
cancelled
has
for that
worked
shit.
out,
Fuck
the whole
off.
system and the
Cancel
ambassador
culture.
plan,
Bring it
it's
on.
extremely
Well,
generous and
we either get,
very
you know,
Australian.
I feel like
very
you shouldn't
fundamental
have
to
it
growth,
both
isn't it?
ways.
Must be
You either
so
get it one way or the other.
inspiring
Either we
to be
cancel
well
people or
into
we
it,
don't.
knowing that so many other
I
people are
wouldn't know
willing to
what
it
it
behind
shows
you.
about,
You find that
so
satisfying at a personal
It's
level?
literally just
Sure.
her making memes
And in
with
our
celebrities.
particular
That's all it is.
situation, having
I
achieved the
guess
level
that's
we
better
have
than that
is
shit that I
great.
deal with in
But
Australia.
I feel a bigger
because that is
fulfillment
just,
now out of helping
hey, I have this
other
new
people
thing that makes
through to those levels
pasta out
too.
of vegetables.
It is, and we're going to
And
talk
then
to you
I
in a
look
little
at it
while
and I go,
about
"That's a little bit
managing your
interesting, but
time,
I don't
because I
give a
think we'd
shit,
all
stop
like to
selling
know
me
how he
shit."
fits
And
it
then,
all in, wouldn't we?
like people in right.
We'll see if we can get Auntie Colleen in here to tell us a few home truths. Would that be all right? And we'll be back in a moment. Please stay with us. There's some more exciting things to come even yet.
They're not the sort of people who are going to go out.
One of the exciting features of the career bonus plan is that a first-generation breakaway doesn't necessarily have to be personally sponsored by you. Here we see there are several members of this league who are using the products, but for one reason or another are not actively building their business. On the fourth generation, however, there is someone who builds a 5,000-point business and breaks away. Because you have the minimum 3,000 points group volume required, you are paid the 5% of that breakaway's turnover by the company. This means that your first, second, third, fourth generation breakaways and so on could be 20 or more generations away from you, and you would still get paid the career bonus. It's big, it's exciting, and the possibilities for a large, secure income are huge. Check your career
When I say as
for
in
more details
we
on
can't
how to
watch it,
develop
I mean
your
like it
career
is
income.
literally not.
Can you cut out the best picture and do
There is no
having
best
fun.
bit. It's destroyed.
Good. Now, Dan, if Marcus
I've
is on
actually
again, I want you to
contacted
catch
somebody
that,
I
all right?
know
We'll have you
asking
out on
for
your ear,
their
Mr.
copy
Wayshake,
of
with your
it
jug in his
because of
lid.
the fact that it's destroyed.
They say behind every powerful man there is an
Well, in the
even
future,
more
then.
powerful
Yes,
woman
hopefully.
pushing him forward. Is that true in your case? Mrs. Colleen
I'm trying to
Jenke,
get
please
one.
welcome Colleen.
Oh, and yay!
She should have one somewhere.
What's that?
Dan should have one somewhere as well.
Just catch
I've
a
heard
shot
her
of
in
these
California
lovebirds
since
holding
she was
hands.
young.
Look at that. Isn't
I
that
keep telling
cute?
her to try and find it. It's in the house somewhere, not my house, the parents'
Now,
house.
is it true, Colleen? Are you the
They're
powerful
going-
one?
she's-
You
pushing
should go to
this
the
man forward?
parents.
No, she's slowly cleaning the parents' house and looking
Aren't
for
I
shit.
surprised to
so
hear that
she'll
either?
find it
That's
one
good.
day, and she
Colleen,
said
I feel like
yes.
her parents might be the
see
kind
your
of people
business is
who,
very much
like,
a
if you
family
said,
business,
hey,
don't
did you
you?
know that we
I've
can
changed
back up
brands, by the way.
VHS
I'm on the
tapes?
pink
I have
now.
said that. I
I've
said
drank
that
the
on
white one.
Father's
That's
Day.
good.
When for Father's Day, no
you
one
said it's a
got
family
father a
business, don't
present
you?
because it was
Yes, we
like
like to
deep
have our
COVID
family
and we had
involved
to
with the
Zoom in the
business.
meeting.
And one of your boys
But
helped
my
you
present
with
during that
parts of your
Zoom
seminars and
meeting
so on?
was I
Yes, Andrew
played
likes to be involved
the
with the
parachute
audiovisual
video
part of our seminar.
over
He's a
Zoom,
great
so
help to us.
everybody had to sit and
Girls
watch
get
the whole
involved as
thing.
well.
And I sat there just gladly
You have 3
watching it.
children,
I
don't
love
you?
that video. I do. I think
keep
it's
it
great.
It's in the opening credits, by the way. So
It
you know
is.
it's a sequence.
So we sat and we watched the whole thing, and I'm like, yay! And
I
like,
was
everyone else is like,
responsible for that.
we didn't really want to
find
watch
that
that.
very
And I'm like, yay!
I was responsible for an awkward family moment.
You were. The
This
thing
is my
is, the
favorite
sisters,
thing.
the sisters hated it because they didn't do it. They just assumed that
Couple
no
of
one
days,
was
you sit
doing
down
anything. And
over
I'm like,
the
guess what
Christmas
I got?
holidays or
We're all watching this.
They actually had a wall.
And so I was the best person in the world for it.
It's especially bad because it's you. Like,
always the holidays. I'd rather sort of one big line.
But yeah, I
so we
mentioned,
try to
like,
have
hey
some breaks
guys,
during the
I've
year as well as a couple of weeks over
you know,
Christmas or
started
whatever.
backing stuff up, and now it's
You
all
say that's
good.
the
And I
first
gave
thing you
them
put
the
in the
link
diary,
to
not
the
the
YouTube, and I
meetings
lied
and
to them
that.
and said
No, time
only
off.
people with
First
this
family
link
time first.
can
Because
view
you
it. No one
see
else
the
can view it.
business
But
as a
no,
servant
it's
to your
public.
family.
It's public. And I gave it to Dad,
Okay,
and
and
he's like,
what
"Oh,
about,
thank you."
what about
So
when
yeah, and I
Keith
said
says
I'm
you're
backing
children?
everything
Well,
up.
I
If you
ring
find
images all over the
anything,
place.
I
He's
would
in
love to
Perth
back
one
it
week,
up.
he's in
Whether it's
Wagga the
just an
next.
old
Sorry, can't find Keith. He's on the way to Brisbane
stuff
again
you've
for a
recorded
meeting.
off the TV or
How do you
some
find
old
him?
pornos you don't want to watch. Anything, I'm good with it. So they know to give it to me.
I know.
But Sam is
Delightful.
actively
Yeah,
looking
well,
for
that's
a
her
calisthenics
problem.
videos every time she cleans up.
I guess
It's just so funny to me.
We do. We take Sunday off. That's our
Yeah,
family day.
we zoomed in that.
That's amazing.
That day
It was
off,
great.
Family commitments.
Righto, and
Alright, we need a
what
break.
about eating
How
together?
long does this one go for?
You try to set
Probably a
meal
while.
times, you have
Stay on the
to
back,
be seated by
probably.
fire or anything like that?
Doesn't say shit on any of them.
No, it really doesn't give you any information as to what you're
even
going to
knows
No, but
what
what there is, I'm going to bring this up
that.
to the screen. Hold on.
And
I'm interested now.
What we do get for free in a tape.
For free.
Well,
we always sit
Oh,
down.
is
for
there a
breakfast
bug?
together.
This is a dead spider just sitting there.
you need some tools to accomplish all of this. The career manual has a couple, doesn't it?
He's just sitting there. He's just hanging
It's a
out.
good starting point. In fact, when I first became involved, I wasn't right into diaries and that kind of thing so much at all, really.
Weren't you really? I would have
See,
thought you would be that,
like,
somebody saw you
people
and said,
may
"Oh,
think
he'll
we
be
sit
good,
here
he's a good
and we
guy, so
just
I'll get
watch
him
these
involved."
tapes and we do no good. We give nothing back to the world.
See me tempting to do some of my first
Eat it.
meetings in shorts and long socks. And
Milsheen,
things.
if
I
you
really didn't know
donate
about
20 subs, I
I'd
will,
like to
I
see
will eat
somebody
it.
roll up to one of his meetings in
20
socks
subs.
and shorts, wouldn't you? That'd be good.
that. I'd only do it once.
He stands at the door
Gotta
with
make
a
it
razor
worth
and
it.
says, "You get that beard off. You're not coming into my meeting."
Did you hear that story too?
What's this?
20 subs
This
and make
chart
a
is one that
spider.
actually-
Right
can I
now.
hold
Go.
it? We'll just get the
Make
ghost
it
over
happen.
there.
Yeah, I guess you could. We use this one quite a bit.
No, I'm
I
holding.
eat the who knows how long
You
it's
talk
been
all
dead for spider.
You take all the fun out of it. Colin.
Probably over a
But
decade.
what we do, but Sunday, for example, we block that out as our day off.
Yes.
And the next thing that
that goes in
No,
is
that's a
any
lie. I'm not
regular
gonna do
family
it. Don't do
commitments.
it.
You might have like music with the children or some sports
I
commitment.
don't
So
wanna
we
get
block
sick.
in regular family time.
I can't afford to
You're
get
not
sick.
prepared to sacrifice at this point in time.
I am astounded the number of people that really don't think about
I'm
their
afraid
time.
it
They
would
say
make
they
me,
never have
like,
enough time, yet they have just as
violently
much as you and I, 168 hours a week.
Yeah, well, 23 hours
So
a day.
how much do you think these tapes cost us?
You've really only got to work this thing about 23
Each.
hours a day.
They both cost the same each. How much do you think we paid?
But Cole, what happens
Take a
after that?
guess.
Obviously, you've got to put in your regular work commitments. You have a job. The boss's time is important. You need to be faithful to him in that area, so you put those times
Take
in.
a guess.
Then there might be regular business
I jokingly
activities, like
said
there might be
that
a
if
function
someone
on your
donated
town or a
boss,
product
I mean,
note.
if you're a
20
part-time
subs, I
person,
would
we
eat
haven't
the
gone
spider.
into this full-time yet.
Yeah, sure.
So you put down
I'm
your own
not
9
gonna
to
eat
5
the
hours
spider.
with the boss.
10 years,
And then
I'm not eating the spider.
commitments
That
that
was
are advanced life foods commitments or word of mouth marketing
250,
commitments.
you're wrong, it was 99 cents per
Product
take.
night on or
Oh,
a function
yeah,
on. See? So you jot
We
those
have to
times
pay
in, and
for
then you
both
look
of
at
them.
the spare times.
Okay,
So
That's
not that far.
less than $2 though.
Your household?
As
You
much
know,
as we
2
want to make
cents
Colin.
less than $2.
It really is our choice. We've got goals we've set even further, and surely it's worth it. We say a 2 to 5 year commitment.
Surely.
That's the sort of commitment we've put into the business, and then we believe then we might be at that cruising level we're talking about where we can
He time
take a
traveled
bit
his
more
wife in from
at our own
colonial
pace.
times
One of the
too.
things we have done, though, I've
There's
invested
been
in
a couple of
a
those.
page and a
Yeah,
mobile
maybe
phone.
that's the
So
thing with this
That's how she
company.
keeps track of him.
So what they really do is they go
That's
back
very
in
great. I
time,
can
make money,
call him
put it
up
in a
and
bank
know just
account,
where he
and
is.
live off the internet.
Checking. Tea's on the table. You get home from Brisbane right now. You got
No, but they
5
get
minutes.
more
That's right.
because they're from like 50 years in the future now.
And you share
I see.
the home duties
see.
too.
So
cost
they've
more
gone
than
back
keep-
to the
keep
90s.
So all they're trying to do,
Unless it goes back down, and they
Next
know that
question.
eventually
We
it's
have-
back.
yeah.
Where prices go back
You're
down,
really
and
good
having
at
more
eating
money
food.
just
good
immediately
on
makes
it.
you
My
rich.
strength isn't
So
in the
they're
kitchen
from
side
that
of
crash period.
In planning a year ahead, you also
They're
plan
just
to
trying to
involve the
keep up with
children in
inflation so
future
they can buy
programs,
a
don't you?
couple
In
of slices of
trips and
bread.
things.
Well, the overseas
Which in
trips
that
are a very
case,
good
you
example
just
of
want
that.
to live
And
now.
join us
Just
on the
not
overseas
deal
trip.
with it.
Yeah, no, just stay in the 80s or 90s or whatever.
Really looking
Like,
forward to that. That's counting the days
come
down.
on.
Colin, do you find that's an incentive for them to
She talks at that
put up
volume
with a
that
little
makes
bit
me
of
wonder if
jiggery
you could
pokery
say
in
they're
their
actors.
own schedules to help get to that level?
They're
I guess so,
probably
but
actors,
they don't
Mushi.
really have to jiggle too
Probably.
much. We find that the business fits in around them because we work from home.
And
Excellent.
I love what he
One
does
other
for me, and he
little
looks
point
after
I'd
me
make
because he
there,
does all the
Cole,
work.
is the fact that we
And I
also
make
reward
sure that
ourselves
he's
some
got
odd times.
dinner.
We might just go and have a night away or a weekend away.
Do you?
Yeah, it mightn't even be totally planned when you think, oh,
Do
look,
you?
there's nothing really heavily booked in
Where are you
here.
from?
And just go and have that quick little zip away just to sort of recharge the batteries, if you like.
Quick little zip
Okay,
away.
fantastic to talk to you. Thank you, Colleen. And we're glad that
Thank
not
you,
only in the
Colleen.
business you set as a great example, but you do that as a family as well. People can look and say, well, the family's still together. You see so many
We rip
people
our
have a lot
friends
of money
off
and
as
they
a
have hassles and
family.
their family falls
As
apart.
a
You're
family.
really a great example of bonding the family together. We're proud of you. Thank you. Please thank them. We'll take some product tips in a minute, but give them a
We're
nice
proud
warm
of you.
COVID's not real.
We're going to look at some
Viva la
people
Trump.
who in the front row over here have a tip
No,
about soft
don't
clean.
say
I think that
things
gentleman
like
there with the
that.
smiling face.
That's what the guy who's
Yes.
responsible for all this
Soft
shit
serve
would
because it's,
say.
We have a choice.
Soft serve, I didn't know we're into soft serve these days. Poor lad's a bit nervous. Go and hit us with the soft clean.
You read
I think
his
we're trying to
lines
figure out.
wrong.
We like
Yeah,
using
read
the
the
soft
lines
clean
wrong.
because we can mix it to the strength that we like. That's very good.
Okay, so you can have it in the bathroom or the shower or whatever.
He's
The next
more
one,
just
please.
been there so
If
long
you
and
use it in
thinking
the
about
shower,
ice
you
cream.
get no mold.
Yeah.
It's like when I leave, I'm
When you
in
use
the
it in the
Mac and
shower, I
getting
find
me a
that it
soft
runs
serve
between
for
my
30
fingers before I
cents.
get it to my face.
No, you put it on a sponge.
You know, sometimes on hot days I put
Sponge, I
bench in the
never
back
thought of that. Okay.
and I get him the soft
Next one,
stuff.
please.
It's really
Well, here
terrific
you go.
for hand washing smalls.
And it's gone in
Uh-oh.
3
Right, next, please. Where are we? Next, up the top. Thank you.
It's great as a bubble
Do we need
bath
more
for
beer?
children. Why should they have all the fun?
Oh,
we
I
used it in the
guess.
spa
I
on
don't know
New
how long
Year's
this is
Eve.
gonna
I think it's
be.
time we go
I'll
to a
probably
commercial
grab
break
another
and got
one
out of
for
this
these,
before we got any deeper into it. Thank you. We'll be back.
Well, there's still next shove that trolley. So I'm going to go wee and get the rest of the booze.
Bigger than
Okay,
Banner.
the rest
Wilder
of
than
we've
a
gone through the whole
Queensland
slab.
Yeah, there's a
cyclone.
full
As full of goodness as a bag of height.
You've gone through the whole slab.
More
You're missing the
fun
best
than a
bit.
circus.
Look at that Brighton bread
National
mix.
Convention in
Oh,
Queensland.
look at that
With
spinning
3
window.
days of
Convention.
seminars, workshops, great speakers.
Oh, I'm kind of happy because I know Reese hasn't got a hold of these flying windows yet, because he hasn't got these videos.
The date is in the latest magazine, so lock it into your diary to be at the Conrad Hilton on the Gold Coast. Plan to be there with your partner, with your friends. Make that lots of friends.
Commercial breaks in in a 1.5 hour commercial video that's a part 2 of 2 commercial videos that we've been watching. Yes.
I'm glad you're not here.
This is commercial Christmas. That is the theme of the show.
Shopping and
Christmas commercial
Christmas. We'll look
we
at some
really should have got some
supermarket.
ads. Some
we asked somebody to take $200 and go to the supermarket
really
for us.
Found the time to go
she found that it
ads
wasn't
that
exactly the
ones that I
enjoyable
have
experience
found,
that it's made out to be. First job you do in the supermarket, of course, is try to find a park.
So we'll be watching those later. Oh, they're trying to find a car park. Oh, it's so wacky.
No, not that one. Oh, I think we'll try one more time. 1, 2, 3. No, can't get in there. Let's go round again. Here she comes. She's found a little spot next to that man there.
I hate trying to find a car park. It's so relatable. Tell me all your ways.
Now we've found ourselves a nice little park there, and right by a trolley too. What
Oh, who left the frickin' trolley there? Don't they have trolley boys to pick it up? Oh, they're gonna take it.
Around the corner, there's always danger.
Oh, there's the trolley boy. Ah, what a
transport. Yes, you tell him, Mike, that's exactly what I do. Oh, look, there's a break. We finally found ourselves a nice trolley, and Junior's hopping on. No, he's running away.
There's one at the door. Just steal the... the kid!
Put him in that seat. Well, I guess you've had an experience like that once or twice in your life, have you? Yeah. Well, our good shopper has found herself, this time, a trolley with a mind of its own and a passenger
it's got a mind of its own.
There you go. I knew there was a reason why I bought that ball. I wish I could think of it right now, though. Here we are in the car park. Now, four-wheel drive suspension trolley has got trouble with its front fluid drive. She's finally finding the keys and getting this job over and done with. Oh, ice cream from both ends. That's the best way to take it, isn't it?
There's the soft serve we were thinking about before.
Practicing for the shot put in the Olympic Games. That's the way. I've finished with this ice cream thing. I'll chuck it at Mum. There we go.
Yeah,
now get it into the car. Get this trolley and shove it.
Yay! That was hilarious, and Pete wasn't here.
Oh no, I missed the bunny.
I reckon you should rewind that, honestly. Can I rewind it? You're not recording it. It doesn't matter, right?
You already backed it up.
Yeah, cool. So where's the rewind? There it is. Now we need... Go on, put your headphones on, pour me a beer. I'll rewind it, because that was the best bit. That was Benny Hill style, like, funds and
That was
stuff.
the money shot?
That was the money shot. Like, seriously. All the way back. We're going to watch that bit again. I kind of like the idea of rewatching stuff, to be honest. You know, milk these videos for all they're worth.
Well, you know, if you're going to back them up beforehand, we can do this.
I know, and it makes it a little bit more interesting. Like, instead of just talking over stuff and going, what was that? Alright, you got your headphones on?
I do.
Not here because you'd only make it worse. We're
Thank
going to
you.
have
Thank you.
at shopping
Too much.
and comparative
Too much
with
pour.
our products. We'll look at some products from the supermarket. We asked somebody to take $200 and go to the supermarket for us, and she found that it wasn't exactly the enjoyable experience that it's made out to be.
No, it wouldn't be.
First job you do in the
because it's only
supermarket, of course, is try to
$200,
find a park.
Just try and find a park.
It's a worry. Now, I think I'll try to park in this spot. No, not that one. Oh,
No.
One more time. 1, 2, 3. No, I can't get in there. Let's go round again. Here she comes. She's found a little spot next to that man there. No, the man's in there.
Watch out for that.
How come every time I come around this block, there's somebody else coming the other way? Now we've found ourselves a nice
That
little
trolley
park
just
there,
sitting
and
there is
right by a
annoying
trolley
me.
too. What good news. We'll take out the bag, put it in there. Now bend in to get the little fella. But around the corner, there's always danger.
trolley guy! I thought you were done.
Means of transport. Yes, you tell him, love. That's exactly what I do. Oh, look, there's a break. We finally found ourselves a nice trolley, and Junior's hopping on. No, he's running away. He's hiding.
He's going to get hit. You got to look forward to that.
Well, I guess you've had an experience
Right.
once or twice in your life, have you?
Because I'm the kind of guy who's like, you run down that road, I'm chasing you.
This time
It's on.
a trolley with a mind of its own and a
time to
passenger
race.
with no mind at all.
I'll race
And
you.
off they go. I knew there was a reason why I bought them that ball.
Oh, there goes the ball. That's what we get for giving them to the kids.
Here we are.
got a
in the
giant
trolley.
ball in the freaking thing anyway.
Dummy.
Got trouble with its front fluid drive.
Just give him an ice
She's
cream
finally
instead.
finding the keys and get this job over and done with. Oh, ice cream from both
Hello.
ends. That's the best way to take it, isn't it?
He's
Yes,
bitten
little
the bottom
Mumsy doing
off
a
first.
weightlifting, practicing for the shot put in the Olympic Games. That's the way. I've finished with this ice cream thing. I'll
chuck it
chuck
in.
it at Mum. There we go. Now get him into the car. Get this trolley and shove it.
Did the Sainsbury push? Fuck off. I always think about doing that. I never
It's a lot
have
of
done
fun.
it.
Well,
Never in my
there are
life
some
have I ever
women
done
here
it.
who can help us understand the shopping experience a
I
little
just-
bit better.
I
and make
worry
it easier
about
for us.
other
I want you to
people's
welcome
cars. I know
three
other
women,
people
the
work
first
Well, not only that,
product and development
but, you
manager
know,
extraordinaire,
I have to
Val
put it
Weekly,
away
along with Sandy
back to where it
Crockford, whom you met before,
belongs in
and
the
Janice Smart,
collection
looking rather
baby thing.
tranquil
Oh, I
without the
leave
boyfriend
things by
around.
the
Or else
That's
I
it.
get in
Good on
trouble.
you.
I like to park the trolley right up against the wall. You know how those walls like trolleys, they've got those bits that come out? You can kind of put
Thank
a
you.
trolley in
Val,
there. It
just
doesn't
explain
interfere
to
with
us what the
anyone's
objective here
walkway.
with goodies
That's
is.
what I do.
Well,
And you see a
Colin,
lot
we
of people.
brought these in to show you that what you buy in the
Sometimes they even take
supermarket you
trolleys
can
from there.
replace with advanced
Which
life
apparently is
foods
bad in
products.
COVID now, but-
Very often you only have to buy one advanced life food products to
COVID's not even real,
3 or
you
4
know.
of the ones that you buy in the
Stop!
supermarket, and that's the purpose of showing you today.
And I know why
If
Sandy
he
wants to be
watches and
included
like
in this
skips
segment
forward to a
because
bit where you
it's
say
about
that,
business,
he's
isn't
going to
it?
contact us.
The more of these
and he's going to
products
think that
we
we're on his
consume,
side.
Yeah, and then I'm going to send him a message saying, "Go fuck yourself,
And,
you
we
piece
need
of
to
shit.
start. I
Skip to
can
this
start
part,
straight
you
away.
fucking scum of society."
2 of these,
You know, I hope you
fellas,
fucking get COVID and
10
die,
of their
you
brothers
piece of
and
shit. And I hope
sisters
your family
are
piss on your
replaced.
grave.
12
Fuck you.
cartons are replaced.
Yeah.
How's that?
by
Is
just
that
one
good?
bag
Is that
Yeah, that's
what we
good.
need?
of Waylight.
That's the guy who's
Now, that's
still got the
environmentally
Waylight.
satisfying.
Yeah, the guy who
stuff.
still owns the rights
Yes,
to all
you
this
can
bullshit.
replace your ordinary everyday milk or your modified milks with Waylight. So that's
Skip to
very
that piece.
Okay, and this, of course, is just a direct substitution.
She
It's,
styles her hair with wags.
bright, clean substitutes for the ordinary
style my hair with wags.
detergent. It's fine. And here's another obvious one. This is a direct substitution of ice cream and whey delight.
That's right.
This is the 2-litre box.
Hey,
That's
delight.
right, except
So
that
wags.
that one
It's
is
just
equal to
wags.
3 of these.
It's all
6
wags.
litres in the one packet. So again,
6
they like
litres
that.
of
They like
wags.
Can I have some wags, please?
But you do have to start with at least one
Why
of
they
these,
got
so
all
you
the
can
girls
order-
on now?
so you've got something to freeze.
Because
It's like the
they
end of
know
Avengers.
home stuff.
No, no, no.
Containers that are in
Yeah.
the kitchen.
Oh man,
you're
someone was
nasty,
telling
aren't you?
me
Not
about
going to let
that.
anybody buy anything.
And the good thing is
How
it doesn't
like
melt on the way home from
the whole
supermarket either.
feminism
Point.
movement
All right.
has just
Okay.
like superhero movies have missed the mark on that.
Wonderful. We've got a lot of
completely.
fans here.
And they
You've-
kind of
it's
have
wonderful.
portrayed it in a way
Now, I'd
where
like
it's
to
just
offer you a
like,
challenge,
see,
the 3 of you,
women
really.
can do it too. Us girls have
Looking
girl
at a
power.
packet of
That's-
wigs
And it's like,
and a dozen
no,
eggs.
that's not the
We're
point.
not
The
having
point
a
is
direct
you should probably just
substitution
have them
here,
featured. Never mind.
because
You just
price-wise, we've got
you just
That's
keep
the,
doing
that's the
it.
thing that I said a long time
And
ago. Feminists don't
that's
believe in
3.5
equality
dozen
because
roughly.
equality
What's
is
the price
just
of a
not
carton of eggs,
being a
Sandy?
dick to
I
people.
don't know, I haven't bought eggs
No,
for
because
ages.
feminists
That'd be right. Why
do.
don't we even
It's
ask
just
her?
this is vocal
Janice,
minority
what's the
of
price of a carton of
idiots.
eggs? Do you know?
But
Well, I
the
think
Yeah,
point
well, it
is
shouldn't
like
be called
whoever's
feminism
supermarket
because it
was
just
around
means
about
not being a
$2 a
dick to
dozen.
people.
Okay,
But
so
anyway,
yes, but it's
That's
feminism is
something
fighting
goes
for
for
women's
years.
rights and
Should
equality
do,
rights,
absolutely.
and that's
As
what
we
it
make
mostly
this show,
is.
Yeah, not being a
But the
dick.
problem is,
Now,
Marvel
just
movies
quite
and shit
a
are just
radical
like,
difference.
yeah, see, the
Well,
men are the
where's
heroes,
the
and then we
cholesterol
have
free,
this
see?
like thing
And
where it's
they're
like, oh,
egg
girl power.
replacement, whereas whole eggs
Yeah, the
have
girl
got
power
cholesterol.
part of
It
that
misses
movie
the
sucked.
point.
It was so
Instead,
bad.
what you should
cholesterol
have
level,
is you
if
should
you
have
think
your
it's gonna cut
Avengers
down
be
cholesterol,
there are
then it
women
brings
in
us
here
into
and
this
they are
choice.
just there because
Just
they
as
belong
powerful.
to
feeling.
Exactly.
A business point of view,
It shouldn't be, oh, also, girls can do it too. It should be,
our turnover,
They just are.
they're just
and
there.
hence our group will do the same and
Because
use it
they
in their
belong
homes,
there.
and it's very
Yeah.
important for general
I
turnover
think
in our
there's
business.
no
And all the people
I
said
really
yes, yes,
enjoyed
yes.
that
reason
you
why
said to
one
movies
agenda.
because I'm
Tell
a
us a bit about
superhero
Weds, how
guy.
you see
You're
the
not.
value.
I really enjoyed those
Well, I
two
find them
movies,
very versatile.
but that
There's so
scene
many
made me
things that you can do
physically
with them. You
cringe.
can make your
Oh, and
quiches,
they
your
didn't need
scrambled
to do
eggs,
this.
your,
I actually think it's
baked custards,
more of a
your cakes
hit
and
against
biscuits,
equality
and they're always
for
there in the
women when they
cupboard.
do that sort of shit than it is
And
for
there's one
It's
other
condescending.
thing about
It's
the
saying-
eggs and
it's
eggs.
way
It's
condescending.
saying,
There's
see,
nothing much you can do with
you women
3.5
can do
dozen
it
eggs
too.
after you do
You're
that way.
okay. That's what that is. It's not you're featured. It's here you go. You can have your little moment in our Avengers movie.
I guess that's why I kind of
Smile
like,
the
I
round.
guess that's kind of why I like X-Men
luncheon,
better than most
wholesome
Avengers
alternative.
stuff
With the
because
wholesome
it's just a
alternative,
group of
it
people.
replaces a whole lot of the small
That's
groups
it.
range, and you can make your own
It's
sausages,
also Logan was the best movie, so
hamburgers.
X-Men wins
You can
anyway.
use it
but,
instead
you
of
know,
breadcrumbs.
Logan
for,
was
say,
the best
with
movie,
the chicken
and he's
chicken wings in it.
what
you can
were
add
they
it
called?
to
The New Mutants, the
gravies,
kids.
and it
They
makes
were
a
like
nice
girls and
thick
guys as well.
gravy.
It doesn't matter.
Logan was the best movie.
That's certainly versatile again.
It's a meat extender too. You can add it to your rissoles to bind your rissoles.
Quality and wanting spirit treatment. Yeah, it is condescending.
Now, I noticed on the back
but I mean, that's
of
not
this
even
packet,
it.
a whole
Like,
lot of ingredients, chemicals,
it's not even wanting
other
superior
natural
treatment
products as well.
With the condescending part. The condescending part is more. It's just saying we know that you want quality,
sausage
so
that there
here you
aren't in
go.
our products.
Have this
Yes,
moment.
very definitely.
Have this beautiful moment in the Avengers.
For
You know what I
instance,
mean? Like
we're very careful
that's
to
not even
choose
like wanting superior treatment. That's just being like
that are free
it's
of
okay. Have a head
allergens.
pat. You know what I mean?
People
We
with food
got
sensitivities
a
don't
distraction on Marvel movies because
So
I
that
made a
particular
reference,
product
damn you,
is
and now they're talking
geared
about
that way.
sausage, and I
Whereas
want to
you'll
know
find
about
with
their
products
sausage.
like this, it might have
Look at
nitrates
his
in it, it's a
sausage.
preservative,
He's
and
got
that
a
sort
nice
of thing
sausage in his
for
hand.
food-sensitive people is
And I
really
know for certain that you
All right,
like that type of sausage because I got
People are
fed
a
it
bit
once
nervy
before.
about the listings on the backs of packets
it's a
because they've been
chicken
told
roll.
to watch out for them. There are all sorts of nasty
I love
rubies
chicken rolls.
floating
Well,
around
it's like
in
one of the
packets that we don't want to
cheapest
get
sausage
involved
meats you
with.
can get,
And
but it's so
did you
fucking
write the Healthy
delicious.
Living Manual?
Oh yeah,
Yes, I do.
I agree.
I like the way you tackle
get
that
it
head on
more.
by
It's
explaining
cool.
what all the ingredients of our
I'll buy
products
you a
are,
chicken
word for word.
sausage.
It's a great
Get this
description, isn't it, in the manual.
Oh, by the way,
Val,
when you come
I
over
like
for Christmas
particularly
dinner,
Because people get a bit
I'm making
oversensitive.
your
They'll look at the back of one of ours and say, it's got a lot of chemicals in it and that, it can't be that good for you. It's all processed in that. You've met that man, have you?
Stripping it down and putting that in it as well. It's going to be
and his cross little wife. I know, the both of them. But
before I put the pasta in, I'm putting the bowl aside for myself so I can...
I like the way you describe a particularly nasty thing that people are addicted to, full of awful chemicals, and it turns out, like you said, an apple. So you've got to be careful about looking at lists and saying not all lists are full of nasties.
That's right.
Okay.
And for that very reason, that's one of the reasons why we choose the particular type of ingredients we do. We're very careful about it so that we have really naturally
Do you think she's wild in bed?
ingredients.
Excellent.
No.
All right. Janice,
I think she's
would you say something else, Sandy?
plain.
No, just Janice, all right. Janice, tell us about the basket. Going to do the whole lot?
Yes,
Right,
yes.
now,
I'm
what
done.
I'm going to show you is just our soup bases.
Oh, yes, yes.
And
Oh,
there's so
please.
many things that you can
Keep
do
going.
with them because they replace things like your
don't stop.
gravy
Oh,
and your
thank you.
soup
I'm going
and
to
your
bed.
casserole
Thank you.
bases. And there's just so
Oh
many
my
things
God.
that you can do.
Don't say thank you after sex.
And there's 4 different varieties, so that gives you heaps of ideas of what you can do with it. And again,
She
it's
sees
always
this,
in
we're
the cupboard.
sued.
How much of the things in that basket from the store
Slander,
are
right?
replaced
I
by
guess.
the soup bases?
All of them.
Oh, really? That
And
big shopping
you-
basket full of things?
All
You
of
can
them.
replace with
Eating
the soup
Uber
base.
Eats.
4 little packets.
And another good thing is that you don't just use
Soup
the products by
bases.
themselves, you
Do you use
combine
soup
them with other
bases?
products as well.
Probably.
And quite
I
often
mean, it's
I'm
Wegs,
using 3 or
right?
4 of
It's
them
all
products
Wegs.
together
Oh, Wegs.
in different combinations to make all sorts of interesting meals.
I see, though, to be fair, some of
Good
that, I see
job.
that packet as a beef stroganoff and something else is a chunky soup. Of course, you need to add the
You add your
potatoes
own
or the
fresh
pumpkin or whatever.
ingredients to go with them. Yes.
You need to add
Sandy,
potatoes.
what about the bread, please?
You do. You just need to add
Well, with the
potatoes.
bread mixes,
No. Wait.
The Wegs. The Weg taters.
the range of bread
Positive
mixes
we made
replace
these
all kinds of
exact
things like
same
sliced
comments.
bread
Oh,
buns, but a lot
when
of
we first
things.
watched
One
it.
thing.
Oh yeah,
people
as soon
don't
as we
think
heard
of
the word
quite
Wegs,
often
everything was
is
suddenly made out of
done,
bread.
right?
You can't get out of there.
Because
Somebody
on
locked you in.
rewatching both of these
did.
silently as I
There
was
it
doing other work,
Peter
as I
Bread's-
do
what
when
do
I
you say,
back
Peter
these
Bread's
up,
pizza bases?
I noticed that the idea of
Fine,
Wegs
you can make
wasn't
all those
in
with the
it
bread
as
mix.
much as I remember.
There's 2
It was
whole
just
loaves
us.
of bread in there.
We made a
Yes, of course.
meal.
All right, the bathroom
Out of
products,
Wegs.
please. Bathroom, kitchen, household
No pun
laundry.
intended there.
Right. What often happens when you open
Yes,
your
there
cupboard
was.
at home, you've got
There actually
a whole
wasn't.
heap of products
I
to
realised
clean all
as
the
I was
different
saying
things
it,
in
and I was
your
like,
house.
oh,
And yet we can
okay.
replace that with just 3 products:
I'm doing
our
something.
multi-clean, our hygiene clean, and our soft clean.
Hygiene
Multi.
clean.
Hygiene,
Pass off.
soft clean. Go on, tell us some of the uses that we can, or some of the replacements we can
So
make.
the soft clean
Well,
Wegs
your
have a bit
spray
of a
and wipe,
conditioner
your
in them.
Jif, your bathroom cleaner, all the different
here's
things,
the
your
thing,
carpet
right?
Multi-clean
cleaners,
Wegs
anything
This is
like
the
that
part that
has
the
to do
women
with
are
cleaning
supposed
in the
to
house,
watch
you can
and know
replace
what's
with one
going
of those
on.
products.
Us men, we don't
Excellent. Yes,
deal
that's a whole
with-
basket full of things replaced by some little spray
I do
bottles
the
or pump
cleaning
bottles.
most of the time.
That's right.
Excellent. Soap. So we mentioned
The
soap.
everyday
You replace
cleaning.
hard soap.
The only time Sam
Yes,
does
with
the
our
cleaning
soft
is she
clean, you
gets
just
down on
mix
her
it up
hands
to
and
the
knees and scrubs
concentrate
things.
recommended on the side.
Because I can't
We have
do that
dispenser
bit.
bottles that they're used
But
with.
if
And you
we
just
had
mix it
left
up
the
as
cleaning for
recommended,
every
and
time
you can
Sam
use it in
gets
the
in one
shower,
of her
as we've
cleaning
already
moods,
heard.
the cleaning wouldn't
Excellent.
get done
And
for months on
I
end.
wanted to mention on the fair
I
side
really
of all of
appreciate
this,
when she does a
we,
good deep
we
clean. You just
brought up
have
the
one.
price
I do.
comparison
But
with
like
eggs
I'm
and
the daily
Wegs and
cleaner.
decided that it wasn't a fair comparison
But
because
it
we're
is
comparing
weird.
eagles with
Eggs and
ostriches.
Wegs.
Eggs
They're
and
just
Wegs.
different things. Same family, but they're
Wegs?
different.
Is there H in
But in
in
the case of
Wegs?
multi-clean,
Yes, WH.
if people
Is it
really
really?
wanted to be
Yeah, because
I didn't even
worried
notice.
about pricing,
It's
well, multi-clean
way
has to be
like
an absolute
eggs.
bargain
Damn it.
because
It's
it
reduced
replaces
down to
Damn it, I
Wegs.
thought it
lots
was
of
just
things.
But
W.
the thing
Egg
about
itself
way
made up
like
is what,
eggs
40, 50
Wegs
cents for
is the
one of the
food
squeeze
scientist
bottles.
who held the
Very
original
economical.
thing.
So
Her
really, if you
name
bought Wegs and multi-clean,
was
you'd match
Jill
yourself out quite
Annette
nicely, wouldn't you?
Whalen.
Okay, that's how it
So
goes.
the trademark
So
is
just,
that
reinforce for us,
Whalen made Whey
what
Light.
the products
Wegs.
mean to you in
And
terms
then
of business.
Whey
So
Light
each one
Whey
has
are
some
Light
Whey
products.
Light
Wegs.
eggs called
Well, they're so
Wegs.
consumable.
Whalen
Beautiful
Whey
without
White
these are all
Wegs.
Australian.
That's right. That's the 3 words you need to remember. I thought I tried to tell you this at the start of the 2 videos.
It just maybe didn't click. It
Maybe
maybe
you
didn't
get the
click.
biggest applause. What's your point, Janice?
And as I said,
It's just so versatile.
Joanna
and so
Whalen.
convenient 'cause they're
Whalen.
I'm gonna go on my
So
phone
that
and
makes
tweet.
the
You
whole
could probably
system
tweet
of
her.
economics and
She's been on the
very
news
important to
lately
you
for
too,
being
hasn't
like real healthy and
being quite a bit of
things.
phlegmatic
I'm just
in me.
gonna
I like
tweet.
things to
But
be
tweet
nice
it at
and easy.
Jillian Jill Whalen and say, what about your
And Val, do you want to make a
Whalen
for us on the products
it's
in this segment? You made it very clear. I appreciate it
WHELAN, I
immensely.
think.
Well, I find
What,
with them that
Waylen?
it's because they're good for you,
L-A-N.
and because they're low sugar, low salt, and
Yeah.
high in fibre,
And then
that we like them. And they're great to eat.
Good on. That's probably the best recommendation. Well, I can't declare a winner, so I'll declare it a tie, all right? The three-way tie. You're obviously very valued by these people. We're going to take a couple of tips on how to use and get the most out of Wadelite. I'll come to a comment from you and Janice, please, Val, after this. Can we have the first one?
Try and
I
find
use fresh fruit in my Wadelite.
Jill,
The kids
Annette,
really love
or
it.
Wayland.
What sort of fresh fruit? Banana, passion fruit?
Whatever you've got in the fridge at the time.
That's fine. And another one, please. Fresh fruit. It's sort of make a cassata, I guess, that sort of thing, is it?
Is she on Twitter?
Okay. Next.
A tablespoon of soy bite in the mixture will make it creamy and really yummy.
How much? A tablespoon?
A tablespoon.
Good. And another comment, please.
Yes, if you put a little bit of soup sauce in the mixture, it makes it really creamy too.
How much is a little bit?
Oh, anything from a teaspoon to a dessert spoon.
So, you happy with that, Val?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, gives a lovely flavour.
Got to check the measurements because people do all sorts of wonderful things out there that Auntie Val doesn't always like. Here we go. That's wonderful.
Doesn't matter.
Lemon makes it fluffy, and it's so easy to make.
How much lemon?
Half a lemon.
Juice of half a lemon, I dare say.
Half
Rather
a
than
lemon?
in.
No, just a whole half a lemon.
What are we cooking here? All right, Janice, can we have your tip, please?
You weren't
It's
paying
very
attention. You
important
have
to get it just
rewind.
at the right consistency before you beat it the second time, and that comes with practice. But if it has got a little bit firm, just allow it to soften a little bit, and then get into it with your electric beater.
We're talking
thank you.
about hand jobs
Val,
again.
your best tip?
No, okay, no.
My best one is follow
You've
the
got beat it a
instructions.
second time, wait for it to
look
get a
at
little
her, she
soft.
says
Damn it, if
Half
I
suck
suck
it.
Instructions, she says, yes.
Tell ya.
Why?
Well, as Janice said, there
you
is a
what.
little bit of a trick to knowing exactly when to beat it up. And
Oh,
the
I
way to
tell you
remember
what.
this little trick is that you can't beat air into water. So when you put it in the
So you beat
fridge
waves
for the
into
second
water.
beating,
Yeah.
it has to be in a semi-frozen
Although you
condition.
can
And if
make
it's
bread out of
watery or
nothing but air.
icy, you
It does
can't beat
feel
air into it.
like
So if it's sort of
they
soft and
are
plasticky, you can. And
like
that's my best tip,
overcomplicating
and that's what we
cooking
describe
with a
in the
powder.
instructions.
Yeah,
Right,
just
thank
add
you.
water.
Now, everybody,
You know, a lot
we
of
will
the
thank them all, as we
cake
all
mixes,
say, as Val
it
always
says,
says,
you know, add an egg, add butter, add water. But
So it's
Good on you.
basically
Please thank
flat.
them.
no, it actually does have dehydrated oil stuff in it, and you can make it without the egg. You can make it
But
without...
like what? What's in
When you
it? I
place
want
a
to know what's in
single
it.
order of
Cake
100
mix.
points,
It's got
your
dehydrated
products
milk,
are delivered
dehydrated
free, and you receive
eggs,
a
a little bit
4%
of
bonus.
sugars,
Normally,
vanilla
you would receive a
flavouring
4%
in,
bonus of
you know,
orders of
dry
100 to
foam.
249
Well, the
Basically
point is
everything.
you don't have to get a
6%
cake
on
mix to
orders
make a
of
cake, though,
250
right?
to
The point is it's supposed to make
499
it easier
points.
for you.
Yeah, you can make...
So if you have no idea what you're doing
changes
when you go to
all
make a
that.
cake cake
Because
mix will
you've
help
saved
you
the company
Yeah.
time and
make a
money
better
by
cake. But
ordering
And
if
it's
you
got
know what you're
instructions.
doing,
You don't need to. No,
the company
will
passes
absolutely
the
not need
savings
I can
back to
make
you.
a cake without it.
You receive
That's just
an
me.
extra
I probably couldn't, but I could
3%
try.
on
But,
your
You know what I mean? Like
bonus.
I know how to do it.
But
I'll
the
just do it.
interesting
200
thing
to
I'm trying to say about
249 points
the
at one
cake
time, and
mixes
instead
is
of
it does have
4%,
most things in
you
it.
will receive
And you actually don't need a
7%.
lot of the ingredients that
Order
they're trying to offer you.
250 to 499 points, and instead
You
of
can
6%,
actually
you will
make a cake
receive
with
a
a cake mix by just
9%
adding water. It
bonus.
doesn't
Tell
rise
all
as
your
much
friends
as
it pays
if you
to
add
order in
egg
bulk.
Right.
or butter and stuff. It doesn't taste as good, but it's still a cake.
I don't like cake, so
Well, neither do
it
I.
has to be as delicious as possible
Okay.
for me to want to eat it.
Sure, but the one that you just add water to, it's kind of a little denser. It's a little crispier. And if you want to chuck like a bit of ice cream on it, it's more like pudding. You want to watch more of this? But pay attention for the song.
They have a song.
He's waiting for it.
You drink it in the morning and daylight. It's never too soon to drink it at noon. A drink for you and me. So you drink it again for tea. You drink it again for tea. You drink it again for tea.
Oh, you're so sincere about it.
Not a cult. Not a cult.
We were not supposed to have
When
this
that
tape.
becomes a
clearly.
smash
I
hit
know,
number
right?
one, I want all the royalties, and that's that.
Oh,
Our next guest
you
needs no other
capitalist
introduction than the simple words, please welcome Managing Director of our company, Mr. Neil Reid.
I like this idea of backing up beforehand so you can rewind and rewatch bits. Makes it more interesting.
From now on, that's what you do then. If you're willing to do it,
yeah.
There you go, sir.
Yeah.
You're treated with
Put it
all
in
the
my
respect a
Google Drive
man
and
of
I'll back up.
18.5 stone
Sure.
and 6'4"
I just
deserves.
like giving you the ability to pay attention with the remote control.
Neil, you enjoying the program?
Well, I mean,
yes, I am. It's great.
He literally has my
Nice to
Gmail
have all these
password
people
now.
and lovely to have the audience here too. Neil, just
I literally
trace for us,
sent him my
tell us
Gmail
where our
password.
company is.
He has access to my account.
I mean,
When
who
I
would have
look
thought
back
your
5
password was
years ago,
password
there were
1, 2,
5 of
3?
us.
But hey.
Is that all?
That's all. We used to take the orders, we used to write out the orders, then we'd pack the
not-
orders, then we'd
no,
unload
definitely
the truck.
not
We
changing
used to
it
spend
while-
3 days a month writing out the bonus checks and folding the statement.
Mr. Neil.
He was not capital, so don't even try with the capital P.
We've got
Fuck you
half a
guys.
dozen girls answering the phone,
What the
taking
hell is
orders.
that?
You in trouble.
We've got our own packaging plant.
Answer.
We've got
You want me to
On
answer?
speaker, on speaker.
Oh, alright.
We've come
What
a
is
long way.
it? What is it? How
And
do I answer?
would you say
How
the
do I answer
company's
my
strong
phone?
I think
asset-wise?
they might have
Yes,
stopped.
it is. If you talk in terms of
Call back.
buildings and
You
computers,
want me to call back?
networks, and
Alright.
you talk in
Let me
terms
call
of
back on
packaging
my
plant. But the
watch.
real assets that we treasure are our people, our loyal staff,
Call back.
and our loyal members.
Now, on speaker,
Absolutely.
you reckon?
Well,
Alright.
I guess that really
It's an
brings us
op
to the
shop.
whole mission of the thing, because I've seen the staff, I've
It
met
is
the
an op
members, and I know
shop.
that
They might have some
provides
fucking
you
tapes
to
for
work
us.
each
Holy
day.
shit!
Yeah,
the
that's
mission
perfect for
statement
this
is the
show.
thing.
What?
Just tell
Why
us
would that
what
happen
to do.
now?
That's so good. And there's a voice message. You want to
We've
listen to the
got
voice
a
message
goal.
Yes.
instead?
And
Alright,
that
we'll
is to
listen to
give
the voice
ordinary
message.
It was an op shop. They got our card.
extraordinary opportunity. We want to do something for
Where
Australia.
do I have to go tomorrow?
That's great.
3. New voice messages. New message. 1:37
I promised you
p.m.
this.
Hello, this is Mark from the Vines Road Op Shop, Vines Options. I have your card here, and I have some VHS tapes, Elvis, John Farnham, and another music tape. So come in and see us. We'll save them for you. Bye.
We got some tapes.
Nice. Nice. Should I ring him back and say thank you, or should I?
Yes, totally ring him back and say thank you.
Alright, I'll ring him back and say thank you.
Please.
Because I would just go in and get them, but, you know.
Saying thank you is great because we're live on air.
Yeah, because we're live on air. And we
That's
got
the first
applause.
time.
That's the first time it's happened so far.
Our
recent-
card has...
this one. These guys.
Op shop, yeah. This might be a long episode.
I don't mind.
I'm cool with it.
Good afternoon, Vines Road Op Shop. Marion speaking.
Oh, hi, Marion. I just got a call from you guys telling me that you've got some VHS in stock for me.
Oh, yes. We've got 3 of them in at the moment, so you're more than welcome to come and have a look at them and see if it's what you want.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. I just wanted... I heard your voicemail message. I just wanted to ring you back and say thank you, and I will be in there within the next couple of days to have a look.
Okay, no worries. Sorry, your name was?
Robert Marshall?
Robert. Well, it's just that we can put a name to the VHS to say that you'll be in the next few days.
Yep. Sounds good.
Okay, thanks, Robert.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. It's relevant.
Made by John Smart.
It was a
when
business
Managing
call
Director
live
Neil
on the
Reid
air.
came
You
into
know
his
we're
office
legit.
and said, you
We should
tidy
watch
up this
Elvis and
mess
John
or I'll throw
Farnham.
you and it out the window.
We'll do a special episode. I think we should.
All right, you ready for this?
I want to do a Discord episode.
Yeah, we'll do this
We'll do our
episodes
first
and put it up in
Discord
somewhere.
episode.
These are the top 7 comments.
see
starting
how-
That way
with
Chris
number
can
7.
join.
Yeah.
That way Nosheen can join.
I'd love it.
He
After
said,
Dark specials, that isn't
Maybe
just
we can get
sex,
Kratom
it's just
Poops to join.
music and stuff. I should have grabbed the
Well,
Tina
that
Turner
was-
ones that were at the front of your house.
That was the
The
point of
sixth most
After
popular
Dark.
comment that was made by
After
John
Dark
Smart
is
when,
meant to
Neil Reid told
be.
him several times
You
to clean out
should
his
ask
office.
him call you
Why do you
Bobby.
want me to... I mean, I should use a fake name.
I'm
I
here
should.
to
you should,
tell
but-
you.
Bobby is a reference.
I had to tell you.
And I know the Bobby reference, and it's my fault that Bobby is a
When Neil Reid
reference.
told him to clean it all up, or he'd be thrown
His
out
name
the
is
window
Bobby
and-
Sanders. And he caused
Hey,
quite a stir.
more Indian racism.
And the fourth
We
most
had that
popular comment
Turkey
ever
Day
made by
special.
John Smart when
That
Neil
was the
Reid
most
told him to clean up
racist
his
video I
desk
think
when
I've
he was
ever
doing
seen.
it.
That's
Yeah.
in the best of.
No, it's going on
Just hit me
Christmas.
as I
We're
was
watching it
at
on
work
Christmas
this
because
morning.
that's part of the
Good. We've got a lot of those, by the way.
Yeah, but that's going in there because that is
Third
totally
was-
a home video type deal that belongs
put
in
me
that
under
list.
a lot of pressure here, mate, and this is a real challenge to me. I can tell you that. As that was John Smart's the third,
that's
and the
how he
second was. Oh, you're a very dear man. I know he was very lucky to have such a very dear hubby as you yourself, but I can tell you it's just not going to happen. And the
Number one.
first most popular comment ever made by John Smart when Neil Reed told him to throw his stuff out the window or he'd go along, you know what I mean,
We're all friends
was,
here, so bye.
oh, mate, look, I was just, you don't know what sort of night I had. I've been out, up 3 o'clock in the morning, having a couple of Diet Cokes and waited a lot with a few people. And,
Loving psychobabble. That's got to be a quote. Loving psychobabble.
Oh, look, and another thing I said to the guy was,
You don't need to. Just say loving psychobabble.
I like
you
the
cannot
suffering
finish
at a
any
reasonably
program
high
without one
level.
more act from
that's
the
actually
major
pretty
clowns,
good.
and here
You
they
use
are,
that.
Jerry and John. Thank you, you're a good lad.
Don't forget to thank Jerry.
Jerry's
like
back.
that, we need to talk. We need to talk to you guys about getting some momentum into our business. Could you just address us on a couple of points on that?
Well,
Oh, thanks very much.
They're hilarious!
Yes, you did. I hate you. Even more.
You'll get over it.
Momentum means getting started. You see, I'd be terrified if we're just making this videotape and the others we've made, it's just another thing that keeps people from work. I don't know whether you've ever seen the little poem which says, I've sharpened, straightened my desk and neatened my tie. I've pulled out an eyebrow and peckled my teeth. I've sharpened each pencil till sharp as a dirk. I've run out of reasons for not starting work.
What's a dirk and what does peckled mean?
Yeah,
that's terrible. I would hate that to happen. So what do we have to do to get started?
We just don't be called a full-time preparation, Colin. The thing is that in all my years of experience, most folk in our business aren't doing anything wrong. They just don't do it often enough. Do you agree with that, Jerry?
That's right. Momentum is... Yeah.
I feel that way about my wife.
Read to the things, but make it happen. Place the order. And get things happening, but the key is to pass the momentum on to the next person. And what I mean, when I did my apprenticeship as a technician years ago, they didn't allow me to start work and say, well, go over there and do whatever you want. They said, today we're going to teach you how to do this, you'll be going to college next week, you'll be doing this, because I wanted to be a technician. And in our business, find out what people want. If they want to be able to pay off their home or whatever it is, you say, here's what we do.
That's
now.
why I chose him to ring.
That's it.
I love him.
To get people to establish a goal.
I'm like, as if you're not an actor. Out of all these people that we've seen, he's the one that pointed out in my brain, this guy is just an actor. And then when I looked him up, instead of finding an IMDb, I found that he is a marketing executive sort of guy. He teaches you how to market yourself.
And you're here to tell me.
Okay, that's kind of like an actor, but for business, right?
That the fire in
So I gave him a ring.
where you're going is just what it's all about.
I like how he thought I was trying to
sign him up. It's like, oh, this guy is totally trying to get
He saw me in a video and now he wants me to join his
What a sucker!
Things that you'd either
He must think I'm a total sucker.
Just at random. Attend such and such, buy such and such. And then you prioritise them, okay? That's pretty important, isn't it?
Yeah, prioritise 10-year, fair way out, isn't it? But you've got to be serious. 10, 5, 3, 2, maybe into 1 year goals.
Again?
Pick up the 3 or 4
I've had a lot of
things
drink,
that are most
though.
important
You have.
to accomplish
Yeah.
in the next 12
Pyramid
months and you
of
set your sail.
schemes.
And the
Pyramid scheme of
you've got to ask
beers.
yourself, what must I do?
Go on, I don't
to
think this
achieve
ends
that
for
goal?
another
So
couple
what
of
do
hours.
I want? When do I want it? And what
This
must
feels
I
like a
do to
wrap-up,
get there?
though.
And if necessary, go and talk to someone in your support line, your group director, and say, here's
If
what I
there
want
comes
to achieve.
another
How
segment,
do I
I
get
will
there?
go
What do I have to do?
What do I
Fair
have to
enough.
give up? There's always an exchange going on here. There'll be a bit of a price. Of course there will be. So, and what am I prepared to give up to achieve that goal?
And here's another key for momentum. Make sure you leave every meeting.
I mean, you could
with
have
the
thought
next
that
meeting.
maybe it wouldn't
In
go
other words,
more
if I've
than
been
an
to
hour
somebody
and a
and helping
half,
them get their first order or whatever, I'm then saying, right, let's pull out our diaries.
The first
and
one was
work out
shorter
when
than
we
I
can
thought.
get together with some friends to share the
Yeah,
idea.
'cause
with
you're
the
trying
friends.
to
You've
catch
gotta
you
make
in.
Things happen and keep it moving.
So
And
keep
this
getting
is a better
started,
job
and
of doing
momentum
it. I
is
feel
to
like this
find
should be
some
the first
serious
date.
people. All right, and you keep sharing
Yeah,
the story.
'cause
You're going to
like
get a few
watching Late
knockbacks.
Night
That's
with
called
David
life. You
Letterman.
don't cut your wrists. You just get moving.
Here's how you tell a serious person, right? They walk around like this.
No, we've been at this too long. Jerry, how do we identify some serious people? Right, I reckon the first thing is they're going to ring you up. They're going to ring
Suckers,
you up. They're going to
morons,
tell me more. Tell me how.
retards,
Do you remember in old cartoons when they used to try and show off a sucker? They would have someone standing there and then the person trying to convince them to do something would suddenly hallucinate and see that person as a lollipop.
And that's the whole thing about word of mouth for me is that it's like a beautiful garden bed from which to sprout your dreams.
Lollipop suckers.
One is not the goal.
I'm actually going to go pee. I really need to go. It's creeping up on me.
Oh no, it's trickling down the leg.
Oh no, it's so warm. But now it's so cold.
Being able to get the nappy service. And I enjoy gardening. Someone mows the lawn. That's where you go.
He did the same line as from before.
You enjoyed getting woken up by the garden when you peas at 8 o'clock in the morning to do it. Wonderful.
Tell me, we've identified a serious person, we've set our own goals. Why do we want to identify a serious person? What will it do for us? What is our goal in the business? To become group director and you get those people to help us become group director?
Well, I think you've probably got to shoot past that. The first major goal, I think, for a serious person, Colin, is to shoot for bronze director, where you've actually helped... Jerry, come on, you explain it.
If you shoot for gold group director, it's a bit me-centred. You think, I'm going to be a group director. But smarter is to think, how can I teach someone else how to be a group director? And then you're focusing on teaching other people what to do, rather
then
than
you're worried
focusing on
about
what's
the
in it for
pyramid
me.
scheme of the things.
Major point. All right, we forget the money truck and love the people. If you go out and you're able to focus on somebody else's goals and, point of fact, fall in love with them, the money truck will just roll up. And Zig Ziglar so long ago now said it so well. He said, you can get anything you like in this life that you want if you just help enough other people get what they want. And that really sums it up.
You know, you know, and in my early days in the business, I had to learn.
You know that again, I'll throw you out.
Okay. I'll be serious now.
Nothing interesting.
I had to learn the true meaning of what John just said. Is that
you're
be careful you don't
something
think
interesting.
everybody wants what you want. When I first started, I thought everybody wanted to have, you know, the big income, this and that and the other. What I discovered were what some people want from this business is to use the products for their own use.
Anyway,
and
something
enjoy a
he said in the
healthy
last
lifestyle.
video,
Fine,
he just
help
redid
them
the
get
whole
that.
line.
Other people want to pay off their
no.
house and so on, but the beauty of being goal-centred and helping
Was
people
it
get
the
what they
table
want is
scene
no
that
one's
you
going to
repeated?
get mad at you.
Yeah.
What are they going to say? Gee, Cole's a nuisance. He's always
Without
trying
the
to get me to pay
banter,
off my
right?
house.
No, he's,
you know, I mean,
there's plenty of banter.
The other guy was doing the
The
banter?
thing about this is
Yeah.
you must go from where the other person
Yeah,
is
that was
on
the
the
same
other side of the
frickin'
table.
script.
All right, so you find out where they are and where they want to be and you help them take them there.
Fabulous. So it's
Fabulous.
momentum as I see it. I think I can
You
summarise
know, it's a
all
side
this.
note, like a getting,
set
getting
your own
older
goals
side note is
and let that
I've
drive
noticed
you.
recently about myself.
Include in one of
Okay.
your goals getting
Well, like,
beyond the next step.
My knees
because
are
that
so
will
hairy
help you
now.
Take somebody else.
They never used to be. My legs have been hairy my whole life, basically, but my
You're
knees.
finding hair in different
bronze
places?
stage, there's
Well,
bringing two people up with
I'm
you,
getting the
that's
same
double
thing, but
bronze
it's
and
in my
silver,
nose.
gold.
Hey, these big long ones.
I know, I've always...
Do you think
Okay, so hold on.
always set
Just
a pace just a
probably get
little
one
bit
up.
beyond where you
If
are?
you look at my eyebrows,
you know,
I
diamonds
trimmed
and eggs on your
some
shirt,
of my...
you're looking at
Oh, is that one?
executive.
I had
Something
one.
to be said for reaching
You-
for the stars.
have you got to the
If
point
you
where
don't
they
quite
will
make it
grow?
to hit the treetops, which
My eyebrow hairs get so long that it annoys me.
Speaking
Yeah,
of
so she
walking
trims
and
them?
treetops, I think we
No,
ought to finish this
she won't touch
program
them
with
because-
the
'cause
bottom
I trim
line.
my
She's kind of
eyebrows.
grossed out by him, I think.
Okay, I trim
and
my
it's a
eyebrows
story
at least
about you
once a
and Janice
fortnight.
I just can't be
in,
fucked. My
in
whole
Yosemite
thing
National
is...
Park.
Well, I
Could you
gotta
share
make
it with us?
myself look pretty for the camera.
Yes, if you'd like me to.
No,
You've been
I-
to USA, haven't you?
dude, if I
You've
just
been
become
sometimes,
gross,
so you've done the,
you guys are
Disneyland
dealing
thing.
with it.
Okay.
Well, if you
Well,
ever
yeah,
go
I
to
do
the
my
fantastic
ear hairs
place
as
called
well. I
Yosemite
get
National Park, and we were
anti-trags.
told by some friends if
Trags
you go
hairs.
there, you've got to
My
climb the
eyebrows I
Grand Falls.
trim, my
So
nose
that's what
is
we did.
too long.
We got in late
I
in
get
the
all those
afternoon,
little
decided
things.
we'll
No,
take
just
this
my
little trot
knees, like
up
my
to the-
kneecaps are so hairy now, whereas,
But after about an hour,
you know,
up late in the
recently I
afternoon,
noticed it,
something
like it's
happened. We
very
could
Your
recent.
resign,
knee
and it
has
said,
so big.
this is the last drinking water.
I need
before
to
you
learn
reach
that
the
song.
surface. And I started to realise that this was not just an afternoon stroll. And here's an amazing thing began to happen. It started to go upwards. You can see the
You need to
fall
let
in
me
the
know as
distance.
soon as that's a
And
go.
as you
I wish it was
got
a
up
go.
the
If it's
steps, it
not
started
a
to puff
go
slightly.
before Christmas, it's
But
a
as
go
you
after
look back,
Christmas. Make it
the
happen.
view got better and
I'll
better.
make it
You could see
happen.
the ice and the snow on the top of the
We'll at
mountains,
least
the
get
trees.
an update
So the
if it
further you
doesn't
climbed, the
happen.
better the view got.
Up in
So we got right up
Pasture.
about another hour, and I tell you, a bit of hard work, bit of puffing, and we could feel the mist. You've been near a waterfall?
Yes.
You feel the mist of the waterfall on your
You
face.
hear that music?
We looked at
That
one
music
another, we
means
finished
the
the 3
video's
weeks in
nearly
California,
over.
and we said, well,
Oh.
we've done enough. We've done enough. We've sort of got to the goal.
We've
We
done
can
enough.
stand
Weird.
up now, not going to stand on the top, but we
Left
can
track
say,
is not
"That's
as
it,
clear
we'll quit."
as right track.
Just at that moment, though.
Or one of the tracks.
This
tracks I don't know
guy
if
came
I've
down,
actually...
he stood on the ledge, just beside the set of vertical
One of the
steps
tracks
on
is
up
clearer
the
than the
top.
other.
He said,
Okay.
The view from the top is fantastic. And I thought, oh,
The view from the top.
no. So it's like our business, you know, at Bronze Director, somebody comes along like Keith and Colin
Like,
Jenkins.
is it actually like, is it right?
Is that why it's all wrong?
No. It would be wrong.
I can't
Like,
go back,
so if the
I've
left
got
is
to
stronger
climb.
than the right, I'm looking on the right side. On the wrong side, rather, it would be the right side. Is
Half an hour sweat.
sounding good.
Yes,
The
it
right
was
side.
an effort, but I'm here to tell anybody that standing on the top of the mountain,
Yeah.
the view, looking back down that valley, compared
I mean,
to that ledge,
no more drunk than
compared to
usual.
standing on the top. Well, there isn't any comparison. The view from the top is just absolutely phenomenal. So
Do I have to start
reckon
bringing over a
the
whole
view from
slab every
Ambassador is
week
better
now?
than Diamond. The view
That was
of Bronze
one
is better than
standard drink.
16%.
Normally you,
So,
you bring over like
magnificent.
8%.
Stood on top of a frozen lake. Wonderful. Can I just finish
Yeah,
the story
and
now?
the other
It's almost
8%
there.
plus that we
Coming
had
back
recently
down
was
those
another
stairs
one
here,
of
I know I
theirs.
talk under
Alright.
wet cement, but
Yeah.
you've got to listen, okay? Well,
This
that's
one
what
was
he said.
3.5.
Anyway, I stood on top of a frozen
No,
lake,
it's
and here we
delicious.
go.
That's why I
Here's
drank
the
so
key to
many.
my message, which has driven me for a
I
long
would
time
have just stopped
now.
if it wasn't.
When we climbed back down the stairs, and we're just about to head off home, it was almost dusk, and
You
up
playing
comes
the
a group
ending,
of
just
Japanese
stop it
tourists. And
They
the leader
mentioned
said
Japanese
to me,
tourists and they're
"Now,
playing
how much
like
further is it to the top?" I
almost,
said, "Oh, you've got to go
Japanese
on. The view from the top is worth it."
tunes here.
Really?
And in this business, isn't it exactly the same,
It's
Jerry?
the Chinese
view
half, I
from the
guess, that I'm
top
hearing
is
in
worth
there.
the climb. The view from the top is worth it. So you just keep going until you reach it.
Maybe.
Fantastic.
I don't know. I'm drunk.
It just sounds like ad music to me.
Yeah. I don't know. Someone's going to
We've had a
this video
fabulous,
sometime in like
fabulous.
6 years.
It's been
time and be
fabulous
like,
as
no,
well.
it's not Chinese half, that's
We've
this.
had a
And
great
I'm like,
evening.
yeah.
We've met
Yeah,
some,
and then you'll get fired.
met some
from
wonderful people. Those of you who've never met any of these,
Fuck Disney,
folks
dude.
here have
You know,
had a
my
great treat. You were
my
right inside their
other
hearts and
show
minds
that I
and
do,
found out what it's like to be a leader.
This Goes Cinema,
And
is
the
literally
great thing about all
that
of these
one.
people
The
is
co-
that they
yeah, that
you
one.
would like nothing better than
That
to be
random
replaced,
thing that may
by
exist,
other
I don't
people
know.
with
Not
ambition,
the one
with fire
where
in
you
their belly, who
went
want to
with
help
the
others.
beanie tucked in.
Because that's what the whole business
That's
is about.
later.
Neil,
What are you talking about? That's
that,
later.
The mission of the company is to develop people.
That's in the new year.
That's wonderful.
Okay.
But no, the other
I'd like
show
to
that I
talk
do
to you
is
some
Izzy
more,
Goes
but
Cinema,
it's just about
and
run out of tape, so we better
Disney
say thank you
stands
to both of
against
you, to your
everything
wives, to
that
everybody
show
else. Please,
stands
audience,
for.
I want to thank you two for being
Public
here,
domain.
and we'll see you all.
The
at top.
fact
How about
is,
that?
Disney has killed public domain, and I think Disney is one of
Don't
the
delay.
worst
Finalize
companies in
your
the world.
lifestyle degree now and
Along with these
director.
dickheads.
As soon as possible, we will have the results back to you with your certificate.
I'm not going to go on
Stay
Disney
tuned
rant
now for a thorough
now.
run through a
I will
lifestyle
probably do
planner
it sometime
presentation
on Friday.
with Cole.
So that guy who was
Jerry.
talking, his name was Colin Pierce. He's actually won a bunch of different awards for his filmmaking.
Oh.
Yeah, so this was just a little side project that he did, and he ended up playing the guy who was doing the interviews for everything. Like, he was the presenter.
The crowd
But really
has
what
gone.
he
The
is
crew is
he's
packing
the
up.
director. He
Stay
makes
tuned
films.
while Keith
And
and
he's won
Jerry
a whole
take
bunch of
Cole
awards for his
through
films.
So he
a
does
lifestyle
the
planner
live
presentation
stream audience.
before the lights go
No,
out.
he does
You
like
can follow
real
the steps
documentaries.
No,
and
really?
films.
Okay.
Learn
Yeah.
to do it like the experts.
It has been a great night, hasn't it?
Is he a
How
piece
long
of
we
shit
got till
though?
the
Do we
fellas
need
pull
to?
everything
I
to
need to
pieces?
know
No,
that
about
before I
No,
plug
no,
in.
Larry
cover
was
the
the only
lifestyle
one.
planner presentation in
No,
10
but
minutes.
it's in like.
I know it normally takes 45
So
minutes or
he's
something.
not someone that if I look him
give us
up
the
and watch
basic
his
couple of quick
documentaries,
things.
he'll
You
be
don't
like,
go racing into the briefcase
you
first
know,
thing.
COVID's not
Right.
real.
Yeah, it's simple.
Vaccines
I do
cause
not think
simple
so.
message.
I'm pretty
You
sure
know,
that
every
was
time
only
Jackson
like-
gets
just
a
use this as a
vaccination,
guideline, so the same
he
message
comes
you get
home
passed from
and
person to
I
person.
do that
Okay,
thing where
and
I'm
the way
like,
you
you
do
have
it will
autism
probably
now?
be
You
duplicated, so it's better to
autistic?
practice it a
Can
bit
I have
before you
some?
get
Can I have some more
on
autism?
camera yourself. Even today,
So,
I still carry around my
you may
cheat
think
sheets.
that that's
So the
over,
idea is that person can watch
but now
this
we
over,
have to fill out
get
the
it worked
forms.
out, maybe with their group
Oh, okay.
director,
No,
then they've
fill
got
it
a
out.
guideline. That might be
No, I mean,
the
like,
very
they're gonna teach
presentation
us
that was
how to
showed
fill
to
it
you
out.
when you
Okay.
joined the business. So
Every
you keep the one,
step
you show
of the
me, you keep
way.
that, that comes from
This
cheat
is
sheet.
officially a
Shows to
long
me,
episode, by
I
the
wanna
way.
know that I
Even
can
though
do
it's
this
only
too.
one
It's okay
video.
for him to have a cheat sheet.
Well,
must
it's
be
actually
okay for me
two.
too. Okay. And I generally just set it
Yeah,
aside
okay.
and just go straight
Two,
through it.
three tapes because you did
The
interview
basics
as well.
are you're explaining what
That's
lifestyle
easy.
is,
I mean,
it's a combination of health, time and
It's
money.
still
Cool.
Right.
That's almost par, though.
And then the main thing is we talk about what do people want. Now, we don't sit there and say, what do you want? You know, we say, look, if you had plenty of money and time and good health, what are some of the things? What are the changes you'd make in your life? What are
And
some
I
of the
would
things you'd do?
list paying off the mortgage,
Do you imagine
a
we'll
school
get
for the
a strike
children,
on this video?
and perhaps a
Maybe.
second car for my wife, and having her leave work, something like that.
That's right. Because remember, our job is to find out what people want and teach them how to get it.
Okay, by the way, you would, in this encapsulated version, we're leaving out the writing, but you would do that.
Of course,
time,
time and
health,
money, and write specifically what they want.
Good.
As Keith said, if they want to get a motor car, find out what kind of car and how much money they'd need for it.
Now, we're doing this in 2 minutes so far. We might have taken 6 or 7 minutes to warm
We're
up.
gonna sort it
No
out
comment.
live.
We're just going to race through this before the guys.
I'm not going to say what I just read,
To be perfectly
but
honest,
I'm
I
going to
might
say
even
that
spend
I'm
5 or 10
so
minutes chatting with the
excited.
person before I even pull this out.
Okay. You certainly don't sit down and go, what do you want?
buddy.
I just
You
want
gotta make it work.
Okay, this thing is to
Yeah.
make people
What do I
realise
need to
that
do?
things cost
I
more,
don't know.
and that
We
by
gotta do it
having
live
income
or
smaller
record
than
it?
inflation, we're moving
probably record it.
backwards just by standing
So I'll
still.
work up
Basically,
here
these
early,
things that
record
they
it,
want
and
are
we'll
being
play
taken
that
away.
live later.
And a line like, no matter
But you
what
have to
Mr.
work
Keating
out
tells
how
us,
to
things
make your
always
computer
come on. No
Zoom
matter what
call.
Mr.
Well,
Keating tells
now
us,
that I
they
know
always
that's
do it.
happening,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right. And the
Yeah,
options for
100%.
people are, we'd
You
write
need
in
to
there
download
either
Zoom on your
spend
computer so I
less,
can test
which
it.
tighten the belt, which is no fun at
I've
all,
got Zoom on
Just
my
put an
Then
S
we
for
need to
reminding
test
me.
it with
Spend
yours.
or
You just tell me one.
earn more.
Good.
Okay.
Tomorrow?
So they understand.
Tomorrow,
We
Jesus
talk
Christ.
about it. It's good to
Jesus
show people what
Christ.
we're
This is the
talking
best moment of my life.
about. So we give them, we show what are
Man,
the
you know I
ways
look
you
after
could
you.
use to get the things.
Always has.
What are the people down the street using?
Always
Well, the girl
has.
that's gone to work tonight, when she doesn't really.
Remember
want
that
to
time
be
I started like
there.
dinosaurs?
What
So
are
you
they
took me to
doing
the
to be
dinosaur
able to get
museum
things
that was
they
a
want?
temporary
And we
thing.
met
surrounded
the
with
guy
bombs,
who
and we met
made
the guy who did
dinosaurs dance in all of Australia.
Thanks,
And
Ken.
then we also
realise if
met
you
the
like
guy
to
who
use
discovered
win
the
the lottery,
Leannosaurus, which is like Australia's most
and,
famous dinosaur.
Going
Yeah.
to selling, going to selling.
right party plan or door-to-door deliveries.
No, it's not
Or
that
going to
actually
business
using
or something.
Zoom that's the
Okay,
difficult
invest in
part.
business.
It's the
High
making sure
capital
I can
outlay.
record it properly. That's why I don't want to do it
And all
live.
those chew into this with the time.
Pre-recorded.
and the
Different.
aspect
I'm
of
cool with
it.
Maybe.
pre-recording
Doing
it
any
and
of
sitting here
those.
going,
So that's what we're saying
look
here.
what
Hey,
we
they're
did.
the options. We're not doing those. We're doing word of mouth marketing.
Yeah, this was.
Even if we
We
start
point out
late
there the
because we're
simple
If
hanging
we
out
have
with
to
the
start late,
Because if Colin's like,
There's no
you know,
I will
we
go-
booked in 10 minutes, but we'll sit here for an hour.
I'll go late. I'll go late. I don't care.
Write all that out.
Worst
Yep,
case,
right
like
all
if it
that.
goes super late, we can just do the episode the next day. I
No,
don't care.
fucking no.
Do not
Now, this
care.
might have taken us, if all
Whatever
things go
happens,
well and
whatever
and,
happens,
and
that
you're not
will be the
racing,
best.
you're not
It's
pushing,
going to be
you
the
might
best
have taken,
episode.
say, 10 minutes to
This
get through the
is going
first.
to be the best episode ever.
20 minutes in sometimes.
What I just
find
read
this is the
happens.
most important page.
Okay, and Mrs. Brown wants to get you a cup of
I'm
tea.
so
That's all right.
excited
What I
now.
want to know is this part here, the right plan, how it really works.
Good, do it. So, yeah, do that part on the bottom. I reckon that's good. Keith says that.
Well, I just say, look, there's 3 things to
Kate
success.
says that.
Number 1, you need a goal, and they've got lots of goals there.
Yeah.
In fact, the more you can get there, the better. I don't stop until I get
So
a
the
minimum
point
of
is,
5.
you
Then we
get
talk
people
about
to pull
effort,
us out to scam
and we'll
them.
cover that one later.
Scam
But
them.
right now, we're going to look at the right plan. So I pass on that sheet because that's theirs, and we move
I'm
straight
just-
on
I'm
in.
just going
And
to
in the
use,
meantime, first,
OBS
I just let them
probably
see
to
that,
test
hey,
it out and
I'm
see if
following
I can
along
get
with
it.
the cheat sheet. Just pop
That
it
way
on.
I can make
I
it
need that.
look
I lost
nice.
interest in mathematics at sandpit level.
Good day.
Okay, so this is the system. I might write it there. This is what we do step by step so that you can get what you want.
Fine.
In fact, I would ask people,
I might need a pint
of the
before we
things that
start,
we've written
though.
there, which is the most
Before
important
Colin
to
or
you?
after
Which one would you like to work
Before
on?
Say the
Colin.
mortgage,
Oh,
house,
Okay,
whatever.
house.
Yeah, okay, guys, about 5 minutes, all right? They're hassling, but we're all right. You're doing fine halfway through, aren't we?
Yeah.
Right, so you got 2 jobs. You
Okay,
gotta
so
work out
I
the
like to
Zooms
put a
and you
monetary
have to
value
learn
on
the
that. You might
song.
say, you know, how much would you
Oh,
need?
I'm so down.
You know.
Oh,
You
let's
linked
say
with the song,
$500
right?
a month if I could pay it off quick.
So I'm going to learn the song. I have to
Here's
know
how
that
you're
song.
going to get to $500
It's one I should know
It's
anyway.
very
I
important.
know,
Cole.
right? I mean,
Here's
the
how you're going to
valleys
get
are
more.
big.
$500 a month is more
And
important
the
to you. Here's
mountains
how
are
it
big.
works.
Wait,
Good.
mountains are
Right.
big, the
Okay.
valleys are
Great
big.
phrase.
Yep.
And
First
the
thing
stars-
is, well, we talk
the
about
stars are
duplication then,
handiwork
don't we?
too.
Yeah, we'll show how they show their friends the same concept.
You know, I might say, you
See, I
might
remember
say,
part of it.
Tom,
I
this-
did
why
kind
would
of
Tom
go
wanna
in the
learn
right
this? Well,
direction.
maybe he would like to get a new car.
Yes.
Why would Sue want to learn this? Well, maybe Sue
Why
would
is
like
this
to be able to send
included it in the
Who,
video.
if you are here right now, next week is a must-watch for you. It's a must. 100% a must. If you are about, you need to hear this. Next week is your episode.
Classic Australian
Christian kids music is brilliant.
That's the one video, and then the other video that we're doing is going to be a New Zealand kids Christian music.
Friends, I'm not.
Puppets.
I don't care about that. If we did anything with Colin, I don't care about anything else in the world.
Make up the time with the second video.
When Sue tells a couple of people and Tom tells a couple of
The
people.
point is, you can literally say we're watching random video number 2.
8 and then 16 if it just found
Too
it
complicated if you do it all.
If part A happens as
by
it's
telling
supposed
a few,
to,
which was 2, you've ended up with 30,
it's
which is many.
best.
That's what duplication is all about.
Well,
Lucky I've got that cam set up because we're not going to use that.
Jerry did that story in the lifestyle show. Yeah, right. Just about
We'll
point out
see
how
what-
bugger,
what we
and then
can,
I just
set
run
up
through
an
those things
interview
there, just point out
with
the
come
integrity and
alive
quality
for
of
the
the company and how it works.
second.
Right? Put it on the minute.
I could
The
probably
yellow number
do
and
it,
their-
honestly.
their
It's worth a
direct
try.
delivery. So I
Really
just
nice.
generally draw the arrows into shows.
Everyone buys direct from the
I
manufacturer.
don't mean to be
Good arrows.
disrespectful, but not as exciting to me.
Now, by everyone buying direct, we've cut out the middleman. There's no need for
Not
advertising
as-
costs,
I didn't say it's not
rent costs on
exciting.
supermarkets, all those other things. So the money that's saved is paid to everybody using the product, and you earn about
Yeah,
$300
so I'll figure
a
something
month.
out. We're gonna
Emphasise
work on
each
that
one of
tomorrow.
those
We'll
lines.
get
Just
the
explain them.
quality
There's your
and
$300 a month.
stuff
And
tests
people's
done.
eyes light up at that.
That's right. Oh,
Yeah, well,
sure.
yeah.
Mine did. Hey, $300 a month.
Good.
Just for
I know.
Yeah,
You would
yeah.
do the same with the three.
Yeah.
3, 9, 27,
Just ask me
81.
if you
I know
actually
what
make
you
money on
do.
it.
You draw this one extra
He
circle
said it
here
was
first.
successful, but it went under.
That's right. So you've shown Tom soon.
So
You've shown one
he
more
did-
person.
he
and
did
teach them
make
to do
So
the
he
same.
made a little bit of
Point
money,
being,
but whatever
Pretty
he
much,
made,
yeah,
the
Now
yeah.
other
at a difference
Buy a
of
company.
between
Yeah.
30 and
So
120
all
of
that
90 have increased by 90 people.
Well,
What's the
that kind of
difference?
sucks.
Only
I
showed
like
one.
it.
Yeah,
I like
Keith
him.
asked a beautiful question. He said,
The only
"What's
problem
difference
is
between
he
30 and
is-
120?" People say 90. No, the difference
I
is
don't want to admit it, but
one.
he is
Yes,
propagating a
okay.
scam.
Right, now have you put the
Look,
income
why
in?
would
Oh,
you
it's
want
not
to
bad.
make
You got
that?
to see
He is
it.
propagating a scam.
Okay, it's about
And he's really good at
$900 a
it,
month.
too.
I know you do
He's
all these
just,
little
it's,
cheeky
which
things.
is why the reason I don't want to
What he
is
does
because
is
he's a
he's
nice
right.
guy. He
Bit
seems
of a
like a good
performance, but
person.
if you're not a performer,
It's just a
just
thing where
work
it's like,
through it
oh
faithfully.
man,
Sure,
like,
it'll
he
come.
really is on the
Yeah.
wrong
You do the
side
five
of
then?
this.
Yep, 5 from explaining down to 780. Serious.
He's just trying to make
you
some
know,
money so someone
ambitious
could
people.
mow his
People
lawn.
building a business,
So we
because
can
among
hire
that coal
his
will
own,
always be quite a large
lawnmower.
percentage who are just happy using the
Great,
product.
and you put the income in there.
That's the
So you can take them
$6,000.
whatever colour you
Sorry,
want.
what was this little square here for?
Blue,
Anything
red,
particular?
pink.
No,
Yeah, the
product-
money back guarantee and
Your own
the product
lawnmower.
benefits and all that kind of stuff.
All right.
Yep.
Now, this little grey line is quite important, isn't it?
Well, that's to remind you to use the
Is
Better
it?
Off brochure to talk about home
Oh.
loan.
have one here.
You know, there's
Where's
one
my
here somewhere.
Better Off
Just
brochure?
look, we get the big picture of the 6,000 and the
By the way,
$900.
you know what I
But
read?
even $300
Just
used
shockingly,
wisely can make a huge
You know what I read
difference
about
to home
coal?
loans.
Yeah, you
It's
demonstrated
good
the
coal.
motion.
Yeah. And I say
Does
to people, by
that
the way, you can
version
have a look
of
at that later.
what
Okay.
is it?
Have
What's the
full
song?
details of
You
it.
know, dashing through
Okay.
the snow.
And also, it's
the
ongoing.
Aussie
We
version of
explain
that.
the fact that once you've got
he
the
wrote
business
that.
established,
Yeah.
the thing keeps moving.
And
He!
that it's
That is the
available
guy who
for
wrote the
people.
Aussie,
Oh, I
the
see.
first
Yes,
Aussie
he
Christmas
said that
Carol
this to me
was
the other
written
day.
by Colin.
Just because you go on holiday, Sue
glad
doesn't
that
say,
you've got some,
I don't want to send my
I've
kids to
got
private school.
some
and
knowledge. I've got a
Exactly.
little tiny bit. I got a little tiny bit.
I haven't really
Isn't it time we
researched
ask them
Bill
if we're getting
except
through
for
or is making
Tom
sense of the
Hanks.
He's worked with some of the
Yeah,
like
because
big
sometimes
names in
people
Australian
at this
country
stage they really can't see themselves being involved in the business, so
Maybe.
you don't force the issue.
What was that
so
guy
we-
who did the
you
horses
like to
song?
have a look at the products.
What?
Well,
Do you know that song,
what question do you
Horses?
ask about?
Oh, I generally just
From the
sort of
80s?
stop.
It's
And I just
really
say, look,
popular.
Who's
from what
gonna
we've shown
ride
you
your
so
wild
far, Cole,
horses?
can you see yourself fitting in
Maybe
there somewhere?
Wild
Yeah, it's
horses,
got to be yes.
I'll leave it
coming
open-ended.
over you.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, it's a
if they
really
say yes, I'll
popular
say, well, which
song
one of these incomes
from the
attracts
80s.
you the
The
most?
guy who wrote that.
900 or 6,000.
And you have to, you make a
recorded
choice.
that and
You
stuff.
can
Paul
say
Kelly.
300 a month.
No.
It's not
May
as
have worked
important
with
that
him
you
too.
have to
He
do
was
some of
a
these
different
things.
guy.
You say 6,000, obviously.
I'll look it up in the meantime.
All
like
right,
Paul
and
Kelly.
if a person says no,
He's
then
not
you
a huge
invite them
fan.
to look at the products, right?
He
If I have a
does
shopping
do the
catalogue,
right
I go
kind
to the
of
car and I bring in
Yeah.
my healthy
That's what
living
I mean.
shopping catalogue.
No,
And
that's
Okay.
out in the
Well,
car.
this
You
is
don't
that
walk
much,
into the
but
place with that thing
I
under
don't
your
hate
arm.
No,
Okay.
but you take them now through this.
That's better.
Just through the big
Wording,
colour
I
pictures
suppose.
so they can see there's a wide
But these
range and a
guys,
few of the
I don't
benefits
need
of
to
each
see the
product.
freaking coloured
Okay,
pictures.
and they couldn't help but be
Show me the
impressed.
book.
Exactly. And if they want even
Not
more
just the book
information, you can leave me a
that say,
videotape or
look, it's
some
coloured
company
pictures.
material.
So they want to be involved
I
in.
love colours.
Sure, well, we say, well, here's what we'll be doing together
Next week's
to
the
help
best
you
episode
get
ever.
your house mortgage paid off.
Too
And we go
excited
step
about
1,
that
2,
now.
3.
Don't
They're
pay attention to
self-explanatory,
this.
really.
Show others.
Pyramid
Plug the tape books and functions and use the products.
Pretty soon.
It doesn't even matter.
Second sheet of paper and swap your cheat
It's
sheets over to
redeemed.
Monday
It's been redeemed by the message you just got.
We're coming up to the third hour.
Or the wife's guy will pick it.
Well, we're past
People that are really switched on the
No, I
business
mean
don't
like of the
really
actual videos
ask us.
themselves.
okay. Well, no.
Appreciate
The recording
products
is
must be good, otherwise it's
3
still
hours,
gonna be
10
We
minutes.
did a little bit of banter.
Yeah, just a couple of minutes.
And we also had a few
Picture.
minutes of
Big
intro,
man
so
over
we're
there
at
with the light switches.
3:13.
Can you just hang on a little bit? Has anyone got a candle? Don't turn off. All right, no, it won't be long. Okay, so
We thought he was
picture
making
then,
me.
which the goal is
we
when you've
thought I was
taught two
making
friends
him join
to
an
be a
MLM,
group director. They've
which
got
I
their
didn't know
own
what
group
was
going. They're
until
earning good money,
afterwards.
you know, 300, 500, bit more dollars a
Group
month.
directors is about a group about that size on average, Cole.
And your friends get real mad at you. They say, gee, I wish the
So
top
yeah,
kids hadn't
this
taught me how
guy
to earn
on the
$500
left
a month.
is the guy
So
who
when you've taught two
directed
people how to
and
do that,
produced the
your typical
video
income
part
is
of
about
this thing.
$15,000 per annum.
And
they're
you keep
now
writing onto the
convincing
third
him to
page and
sign
use
up.
all the blocks that have been provided. Don't give up. Don't feel uncomfortable. Just keep it going.
I've had people call that have done that, and
Don't
the
worry about it.
business
Just keep filling it out. If you see
will
something
just
that
fall
may
away. It's
raise
important you show the
alarms,
big
just
picture.
ignore it.
Just
Even if
don't
you haven't
talk
got a
them
big
to the
thing
next
yourself,
thing.
you don't know who you're talking to.
Dude,
Just
there's
sign it.
37
Just sign the
What's
thing.
that?
It's about 75,000.
Yeah.
Who cares? Just
Okay,
write
10
some
to
money.
14. And he just goes on through the figures, okay, about 130,000.
Just sign the check, Blake.
Now, a lot of this, you've got to show the whole picture, and you've got to remember that some people get terrified at the thought of $50,000 a year.
Yep.
All right,
I guess they would.
Maybe earning 28 and 50. So what I say is, look, do you think with my help, if I help you to show others, do you think we can find 2 to 4 ambitious people if it means you're going to have an extra $15,000 to $30,000 a year?
Well, I'll certainly try.
That's right.
And it's not limited to just 2 a year. I just point out that this is just an example. People are doing more than this even on a part-time basis
Friends
now.
to
That
help list.
this has all
You
been
mean
worked
friends
out,
to
and we've got
scam
more products
list?
now than we had in the past, and there's role models out there now. See, so this is really a guide.
Okay,
So,
now what?
Well,
You know that he's
people
a
are
cool
pretty
dude
excited at that
because he's
stage because they said
recently
back here that they were keen. So I just go straight to the day one.
I respect it.
And guess where we go first?
I guess you
Those pages
show
are
the
yellow.
people about the business action pack, the
That means
tools
they're
you'll need.
important.
Stock in trade.
Sure.
I bet
It's
you tell them you used to be a carpenter, used to be a technician,
Okay,
need
mine
stuff to do the job.
have
This is it.
You got a plan, now you need your tools.
Great.
All right.
put it in
We
the
recommend the
pack.
business
Okay,
builders
fair
action pack or
enough.
biz pack.
That's all right.
Okay, that gives them everything that they need.
They still do that?
Okay,
I
and
didn't
then
know
we
they
talk
still
about
did that.
Yeah,
starter's
it's
product
this
order.
big instead of this
Okay,
big.
let's say explain the company
It's
has got a
just a
suggested
business.
first order, which gives them a wide
Yeah,
range
that
of
makes
everything,
sense.
and stress the importance of a 200-point order, so
Yeah,
you
I
get the
haven't
bulk
seen
saving
that.
bonus. So just for ordering, you get a
Mine, it's
therapeutic
at the
check
front
in the
door
mail.
my phone
I guess
table.
people asking you
I
questions
still have
along
a
here
phone
starting to say,
table.
what's this
It's
YOLO
got a
stuff?
telephone on it too,
What's
but it's
Tweed?
not
What's that?
plugged
You
in.
get the
But it's
questions?
my skull telephone. The
To a
reason I
certain
don't have it
extent,
plugged in
if
is every
you
time
expect
someone
that you
rang,
probably
he's like,
get
"No,
it,
the
if you don't
Ghostbusters
expect it,
aren't
you
here."
don't
I'm like,
get that.
"Fuck you, Bernie."
I am here. Oh,
If
he's
you do,
hung
well,
up.
yeah, it's you know.
Okay, not hiding anything. It's just, but
I
you do
like
want to
how
move
the
on to this
reference
page.
That's
is
right.
interesting,
First thing
but
here,
also I'm
talk about
telling
the
the
book and
truth.
tape program and get that organised so they can get that. Okay,
Did I
because
just
it's
tell you that
absolutely
all got
vital
on
for them to
DVD?
get
Yeah,
their success.
including the
And then, of course,
where
the
the
membership, as I explained to people,
Ghostbusters.
put their name and address there
All
because
of
that's
it.
where the company will send the checks
Although
to.
it's
So
the
you put
other
my name and
theme
address
song
there.
that sticks in my
Get
head.
checks.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and just explain
Ghostbusters.
about applicant and so on. And all this is, it's like joining the RACQ.
I like
You
how
know,
they
you get a
they
magazine
used to
each
have
month.
Which is useless if you want to join the RAA, but I know what you mean.
You know what I mean. That's
She shows up every now and
But
then.
they got
Probably
Waterford
the
and
most
got
important thing about
Futura
all this is their
instead.
No,
first
Futura
order,
is there
you
as
either
well.
post or
I
phone
like
it
how
through.
they named.
So
And I
the
explained
reporter
this is
character
just
is
the
a
first
background
time
character.
Futura you look
Futura
after
is
yourself.
a
Because if you leave
like-
this with them to
Yeah,
do
but who
themselves,
names, like,
they have all
semi-main
good
characters?
intentions,
Her
but all
parents.
sorts of things
What
crop
were they
up and it doesn't
thinking?
happen.
And then
They do
named
it wrong or
Futura.
whatever.
No, that's like a
And when you
superhero
do
name.
that, then you make that
Oh,
time,
she's
like
like,
Jerry
"I'm from the
says,
future, call
never
me
leave a meeting
future.
without the
She
next
knows
meeting.
time travel exists because she's from the future where the Ghostbusters
I
are.
like to
That said,
imagine-
there is an interesting point that does raise in one of the early, I think it's the first ever episode actually, when they find the time traveling car. Right, they find that whole area and they're like, our dads probably don't even know this exists. Wow, a car that can travel in time. It's like,
How does it finish
how
off?
did you
Just
know?
to say a cup of tea and
That's
good
what
night?
we can do. You haven't even hopped in the car yet.
You might want to leave them with some tapes.
Yeah, and if they don't do an order,
She's
sometimes
crazy about me.
We'll leave them some tapes, or leave them the videotape, or the shopping
Leave them
palette.
tape 1 and 2, the tape we're on now?
No, just tape 1.
Watch Ghostbusters.
Tape
the
2 is for
original,
people who
by
made
the
the
way.
commitment to be a
Not the
member.
movie, the series.
And then we make that date to get back to finalise the
It's
order
a
and sort it all
good
out.
See what he
Kid
just
show,
said? Even
I
though the
guess,
person
or
wants to think it
time.
over, he's still leaving the meeting with the next
It's
meeting.
not
Oh, you need to think it over.
something
Great.
you
Well,
would
let's get together
probably like put
tomorrow
on
night or the
now.
night after.
Like
So
for its
you're
time, it's
otherwise
probably one of
thinking
those things
in
that
the
was
air
really good.
and nothing ever happened.
And the one thing,
It
sometimes
doesn't
people that
necessarily
haven't made the
hold up.
decision,
No, I
like,
don't
so
want to
can
put
you
it
leave
on
an
there
order form
because we're
with
trying
me,
to learn about
or this day one book
making
or
lots of
something?
money by
I
selling
say, well,
wax.
no, that's really for
We
first
already
when you
know
buy a
about
car
that.
or
Poots
buy
is
a
back.
computer. You don't
Poots,
get
when
the
I
manual
was
till you
next
buy the
week,
car, do you?
Poots.
Till you buy the
Poots.
computer. So you take it away. That is amazing.
Whatever excuse you need
what
to
that
make,
does. You leave those pages
get
with
home
better
for the
off
next
sheet.
Then you're not
episode.
perceived
Take
as trying to
time.
convince
If everything
the person
pans
to do
out,
everything after this.
it's going to be a doozy for you
Boy,
in
I
particular.
don't know why more people aren't doing it and why we haven't got 85,000
More Christian
diamonds
music,
in the organisation.
which
But
we
with
have
this,
covered
you guys make it so
somewhat
clear,
in the
and it's not
past.
like
We did
you're
a proper
slick
Christian
about it.
This
kind of
time-
It's very,
specifically
very
kid
simple.
stuff.
It's a
a matter of just
This time it's going to be.
All right.
Although
And if
the
in
last
doubt,
ones
get
weren't
in
that
touch
much.
with your support line.
And leave each meeting with.
But this
next
next episode's going to be
Excuse me,
amazing.
friend over there with the light switch.
Amazing.
I'd like to have
This
a meeting
next
with you. Do you think you
episode
could run
is
through
going
three pieces
to
of paper
be
with me to
the
help you pay off your
greatest.
mortgage? How about
Because
that?
no one got fucking got in this next one.
Okay, come on, a bit of
That's
tracking
true.
in. Good on you, fellas. Thanks a lot. Good.
Okay.
As isn't it? Okay.
All right,
You had a
ties
work
off.
crisis.
Man, damn crises, because now we've ended this tape. That's 3 hours of this one tape.
You need VeggieTales. We could do VeggieTales
After Dark. We'll do
on
a
After Dark.
specific Christian After Dark one, because there's a couple of things we might not be able to show.
Well, we should
including
probably do that
VeggieTales.
soon then, I think. I think Poots needs some relief from the stressful work that she does.
Well, maybe we should just do Pirates rather than one of the
VHS. Poots, do you just want to watch? We'll do a movie night on my Discord.
I love that show.
We'll
do quite happily come over.
Pirates who don't do anything
I
on
will
Discord.
quote most of the frickin' movie. It wasn't
If we can get the
rock.
script, let's just read the script. Let's do a script read.
But it wasn't a rock. It was a rock lobster. I actually really enjoyed that film, whether it was
It's a good movie.
I like it.
It's a good movie.
Yar, har, har.
Yar.
We are the pirates who don't do anything.
We just stay home and lie around. And if you ask us to do anything,
we'll just tell you
we don't do anything. I
that's
think
how bored of the frickin' pyramid scheme we got.
the pyramid scheme went for a long time. We learned a lot about pyramid schemes, though, and how attractive they are. Because there are points in that, as I said, like, early on, in the first, like, half hour of that, I was saying how, like...
Oh, that would be nice.
No, not that, but more just, like, that's how you get people. It's not... The first video was terrible for that. The first video is just here you go, have, like, this information.
It's much information.
So boring.
And then the second one was just them...
The second one was just like, we're all friends. We all love everybody. Want to make some money. Hey, everything's great. Want to make some money. Hey, buy this stuff.
I would kind of classify them as 3 different videos, though. So the first 2 videos were on the first VHS. The second video was just them sitting in the park and talking crap.
There was that side of it.
Kind of different. It was the second part. Or no, there was like 3 parts on the first one. But anyway.
There kind of was. But the first, like, yeah, you're right. It was like half-hour parts on the first one.
But either way, it was just so boring. And then they tried to snazz it up for the one that's like, oh, you decided
Which was interesting for half an hour, and then we got bored. And now it's 2 hours later, and...
And now all we want to think about is cucumbers.
Yeah, that's it. Well, I mean, we got a message. I'm not going to say exactly what was in it, but it's exciting for me. And Poots, next week, as I said, if you have to pretend that you're dying, just watch this episode. It's going to be great. I'm excited. I'm so excited. As I said, the potential of it is...
You just can't hide it.
An influential Christian country artist. Australian. Kids. Well, not only kids, though. He has been known to do things... Like, as I said, he's worked with... If you name some of the major country acts from the 80s to the 2010s...
Slim Dusty.
Of, Australian country music. He's probably worked with them. Probably. I don't know for sure.
Paul Kelly.
Let me look up the 2 that I was thinking of, if I can get my pocket.
Yes, but in the meantime, we've finished watching 3 hours of learning about joining this particular pyramid scheme.
This is the hype for the next episode.
It's come to the point of the thing where it's time to talk about all the things that we have learnt today, because God has a lot to say in His book.
In His book. You really died, though. You don't need to die, Poots. You should come back alive, just so you can...
I've used up all my sick days, but I'm going to call in dead.
Yeah, I'm just saying that... No, what you need to say is you need to call up and you need to say that Lee Kernaghan, Adam Brand, and Troy Casadaley have all worked...
Wait, no, I know Troy.
Are you kidding? What was the first guy's name?
Lee Canaday?
Lee Kernaghan. He wrote... What was the song that he did?
I don't know.
Hang on.
Sing it for
Honours.
me. Hum a few
I
bars
don't know
and
the
I'll punch you in the
fucking
face.
song because I'm not into that shit. He got in trouble for being anti-Islam, though, so there's that problem.
Can we stop now?
No, hold on. If you look up, I think it's called Horses or something. No, wait, what did he do? He did Boys from the Bush.
I don't know it.
Boys from the Bush, and we're back in town.
No, don't know it.
No, okay, he did that song. Spirit of the Bush is a song by him.
Is it all about the bush?
Spirit of the Angels.
It just sounds like he needs more action.
You're literally a ghost. No, Poots, you're not allowed to. I actually had a dream last night that Tori and I were hanging out with you and Craig, by the way. We were on the beach, and all 4 of us were just like, I would rather not be on the beach.
Yeah, I know, because I hate sand. It's coarse and it gets everywhere.
I don't know what you're referencing. It sounds religious, though.
A little bit.
May the force be with you and all that. Craig will get it if he's here. Yes, anyways, I think that's it for us, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we can...
Yeah, not the beach, right? We were all sitting there at the beach and we're all just like, alright. This is great, I guess. We're all on holiday.
When a man comes around...
Racist country musicians, wow. Who would have thought? But yeah, that's like... So, I woke up at like 5:30 or 6 o'clock or something and Tori was taking care of the baby and then I passed out and like that was when I had the dream, was after that sleep. Because I slept till like 9, 10 o'clock.
Yeah, you slept in today because we started late.
In big time. We started late. And yeah, so I hate sand too. I don't know how Craig feels about it.
We should start late.
My dream so far is 3/4 accurate.
Has it been good?
As in
time
what?
zone?
I think it's been better.
Yeah, we should start late every time.
I think 11 o'clock is a good start time.
Yeah, nice.
And generally, like, if we finish about 2 o'clock-ish, you know, when Tori's at work, she'll be home roughly 3, 4 o'clock.
Yeah, that's
with
good.
the baby. So
yeah, we can do that. I'm cool with that. I like it.
11's good. And then, of course, once we start our spin-off show, it'll probably start at a similar time.
Yeah. We'll get in
feel free to
shape.
join in at home. We just need to find 80s workout clothes.
Oh, you don't want me to wear this?
You can wear that. I just want to find them for myself.
I'll wear shorts.
No, I want to get like one of those really bright fluoro workout outfits for me.
Oh boy! All right, we'll go up shopping.
I'm happy to do it. I want to do it.
We'll find you some
tight around the crotch.
Simmons.
Oh yeah, Richard Simmons all the way. We'll go to the beach, just go to Sober's Never at this point. Well, I mean, people thought that here, and now it's basically over here.
Basically, as long as we don't let people from anywhere else in.
Apparently, Sydney did it, and they were the ones criticising us at first. Just saying, Sydney sucks. Stay away from NSW. They fucking blow. Come to Melbourne. Come to Geelong. We're way better.
No, don't come here.
Fuck
don't
that.
Bring it.
No, later. I mean, when the world is opened up again.
When the world is better.
When the world is opened up again. Fuck Sydney. Fuck them. Just tell them how shit they are and how hypocritical and stupid they are. Tell them that they
you
can
want to get a little
suck an egg.
political at the end of the show?
If they can suck a weg.
A weg?
They can
get
suck
them to suck
weg.
all the wegs. I mean, if they had just eaten wegs in the first place, they wouldn't have got COVID.
Poots, if you can find me a link to somewhere I can buy a proper, like, hot pink tights with a leotard.
No, it would be more...
I will wear that for...
It would mean more to you if you got it from an op shop.
But I'm not going to find it in an op shop. If you find it for me in an op shop...
You're not going to come out with me? Let's go out.
Of course I'll...
We'll take the baby out
He's
shopping.
my hairdresser. Rob used to do my hair all the time.
You want me to tease my hair for it? You want me to have the mohawk up? I'll do the mohawk. I don't care. That's what I've got hidden under this.
The point is,
by the way.
yes, we
mohawk.
totally could. If you could find me
I'll
somewhere,
tease this up constantly.
I can buy this leotard that you speak of and the hot pink tights. I will wear that for the workout show. I will 100% will. It's a thing that is happening. Maybe you should go full Misfits, actually.
You want me to go?
You should go full Misfits and I'll go full bright and
You want me to
colourful.
have the singlet that's cut off and my like man titties flop out the side?
I mean, it would be funny because
that's
I'm
what-
going to be wearing disgusting hot pink leotard.
I'll get a Misfits shirt and everything. I can probably get
We
one.
absolutely do have
I can probably get one from the local like girls' clothing store, right? Because they like to wear that shit. I saw at the moment they've got a Joy Division one in there. I'm like, what the hell?
Joy Division?
Yeah, it's the one that I've got with all the radio waves. It says unknown
right.
creatures, although mine's unknown like Pokemons.
Yeah, right.
I've also got a Lord of the Rings one where it's got the Eye of Mordor in there. But yeah, just today or yesterday, the first old lady got the first COVID vaccine. They're testing it out. So they're testing it on old people that are already ready to die.
Of course,
so
yeah,
if something
bring it.
bad happens, who cares? But yeah, it's happening.
Oh, what have we got
Oh,
here?
we got Leg Avenue. Ooh, Leg Avenue. I know they're a good brand. I mean...
Oh, yeah, okay. If you could find me a top of a similar colour, though. Because it needs to be like a top and bottom same colour, and then you have like a belt.
I mean,
like
Pete, I've got a pair of those tights at home that are striped and purple instead of pink. But
I mean, if you can find...
that's
Again,
more gothy.
just find me... there's a purple one here. I need to find a top of the same
I
color.
mean, they're mine, and I like to wear them, but shush.
Well, you should wear them then.
I do when
Get
I do
a top
VR.
of the same thing. Let's do it.
You want me to wear the tights for VR? I'll wear the tights for VR.
Before it doesn't matter because we're not starting until probably Feb.
Yeah.
For the spin-off show. But if we can get it before then, the only worry I have is that maybe by doing it, I'll lose weight and then I won't fit in it.
And you'll have to get another.
I'll have to get more.
You're not going to lose weight.
No, I'm not going to lose weight. Oh, wait, here we go. What's this?
Ooh, guys.
Oh, there we go. That's something. That's something.
You can have that.
They got different colours. They got different.
Why has it got a zip? What's that for? Is
I
that
don't. What is the zip for?
Is it to put our driver's license in? Some pennies, some copper pennies to lick.
That's brilliant.
I hate it.
That's brilliant. Again, you don't have to.
I'll just wear my Google Watch.
There's no dress code. There's no dress code, but I'm going to try and go all out, and I want to be bright and disgusting looking.
Oh, don't do bright.
You don't do bright. You don't have to do bright. I'm going to do bright. You wear what you want. I'll wear what I can find, and it's going to be gross.
You wear a cowboy hat. For the kicking, boot scooting country workout.
Something like this. Oh god, that's going to be so uncomfortable.
With tights on.
The blank one though. The blank one with tights.
You don't like the kiss? Is that the butthole?
Wait.
On this down one more. There you go. Look. Is that the butthole? That's a butthole.
Oh boy.
No
So that plus the tights down my legs, and then I just have a belt or one of those, just a big bright bit of fabric going around, like a fanny pack or something. And then you've got the look. You've got the look.
You got the look.
I really need to pee again, and I think this episode has run its course.
It's run all of your pee course, that's for sure.
Oh boy, I've been peeing lots. Oh wait, what's this? We'll look at this last one.
Oh dear.
We'll look at this last Poots link. A tie-dye shirt. We can just
only
make those
interested
way
in hanging out with us when the video stops, right?
Yeah, probably. I think that might be
We
it.
need to start the episode after we've watched the video.
Alright. Anyways,
you're gonna look like Richard Simmons. It's gonna be
yeah.
great.
I'm gonna go full Richard Simmons.
Grow your hair out. Get a perm.
All right. That's it from us. We've had a good one.
Don't, not me. Him.
I'll be doing it. I'll be
Jesus.
looking terrible. I'm going to look disgusting. It's going to be like one of those things that people, like a disaster. People don't want to look away.
I have HR Geiger tights. I'll wear those. I've worn them on my VR before.
Anyways, I will see you guys next week for cinema, and then again
on my onesie.
Bat Prince and I will be here for more obscure tape time. Another Christmas movie on cinema. Any idea what we're doing next week? Hint, hint.
But you're actually asking. I just showed you. We're doing Christmas.
I said hint, hint.
Oh, kids. Hint, hint.
Probably kids.
My
kids
God
stuff.
is so big.
We're going to talk about how big God is. So Poots, you need to be there. We'll see you all next time. Goodbye,
Good
and
bouncing.
of course, as always, good bouncing. True.
I can't breathe.